want to talk about it.
Go live.
It's true.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's a nice chair.
All right, we're not waiting for Bryan Callen any longer. We're watching these fights. These fights already happened. Eddie Bravo's here. Holla.
Hi.
Of course, Brendan Schaub is in the house. Hola. The UFC from Fortaleza, Brazil, last night. I did not watch it. I know none of the results. I'm so proud of myself. I've never done this before. So we're going to watch these. Bryan Callen pretended he forgot what time it is, and he pretended that his phone didn't automatically update. Like, whose fucking phone doesn't automatically do daylight savings time? Bitch, your phone switches over. Your phone knows what's going on.
Bitch, most of us have an Apple iPhone. Like mine automatically did it.
Every
He
Android
didn't say
does
that,
too.
did he?
We'll see what he comes up.
I had no idea there was a time change.
I'm more excited for the
idea.
story.
I
I'm more
looked at
excited
my
for the story.
watch and I was like, "Why is my watch wrong?"
Yes.
Like I knew my watch was wrong. Like anyway,
No, like I just use my phone and I'm like, oh. Okay.
I'm like
Yeah.
a farmer. I knew because the sun wasn't up. Because my kid wakes up, early as fuck, and I was like, "What? It is not 7 o'clock, man." Because the sun would be out.
Eddie, do you know any of the results?
I know one
You
fight.
son of a bitch.
Of course he does.
Of course you do.
Your boy.
Yeah, don't even say nothing. Don't say nothing. And do you know any of the results?
No. I watched the prelims and I was good, and I was lucky because I had boxing, Lemieux versus Stevens, which was a fucking fight.
Damn, I heard it was a great
Barbosa.
fight.
Some dude got so murked.
Yeah?
Stevens got murked so bad by a
Oh,
left
you
hook.
just told me. You just told me what happened. You son of a
well,
bitch.
fuck,
I
man, you
recorded
asked
it.
me. Well, fuck, bro. Come on, man. HBO boxing.
Oh shit.
Dude, he was out. I don't know. Hopefully he's alive. Lemieux killed a guy.
Yeah, he can crack. He can crack.
Both of them can, and Lemieux came in heavier, and people were like, "Oh, he might be out of shape." And when you talk about a high level fight, championship fight, and dudes were, they were like, "Fuck 12 rounds."
Wow.
It was fun. The
Well-
fight before that, terrible,
Really?
awful.
What was that fight?
I forget the guy. It was a horrible fight. Even Max Kellerman and Lambert were like, "God, well, we apologize."
Wow,
Like, that
they were
was-
apologizing?
They were like, "That was a snooze fest." Hopefully, this one lives up to it, and it did.
I never apologize. I don't think I've ever apologized for a fight. That's rough. I've never heard a guy apologize for a fight. Have you ever heard?
They were just kind of clowning on it.
Oh.
Like after sitting through that, thank God for this fight. You guys would never do that ever, right?
I don't think so. I mean, it'd have to be something have to be really wrong. But there have been some fights that were really crazy. Do you remember that Nate Quarry fight where the dude he was fighting from the Ultimate Fighter? God damn it, I forget the fellow's name. But he was literally running away backwards. He had broken his foot
Caleb
or something like
Starnes.
that. Caleb Starnes. Thank you.
Literally,
Yeah.
like backpedaling.
And then Nate Quarry starts doing some crazy thing where he puts his hand up in front of his face and he's just walking towards him, like going like this. He's like mocking him.
At least that was fun, though.
And then the dude gave him 2 fingers, but he was just not engaging. It was real weird.
Was that the end of the guy's career? Caleb
it was downhill from
Well,
there. for
Caleb
sure.
went to fight in some other organizations, I believe. He's good friends with Tate because they were on the same season.
That's right.
Was that season 2?
Season 2 or 3, Canadian fella, right?
Yeah.
You backpedaling nothing against Nate Quarry. I like that guy, but you think he was fighting TRT Vitor Belfort the way he was backpedaling?
It was. I think he hurt something, and I think he was like, you know what, these guys are not paying me enough. Because I think that was his argument actually after the fact.
They're not paying me enough to engage.
How little he gets paid.
Bitch, you signed up for it.
But I think his mind was as soon as he hurt his foot or something like that, he was like, well, fuck this. I'm just going to get through these
I can
minutes.
kind of get that.
He's like, I can't hit right
Yeah.
now or I can't move right now.
And then
There's
you look
something
at your
wrong.
doctor bill or whatever.
Not only that, you look at your memory, where your
that'll
memory's
get
going to
you.
go. What's up, Eddie?
Vitor Belfort did not look like.
TRT Vitor.
Yeah, he's
of course.
definitely clean.
They're
The
checking
golden
him out.
snitch.
Yeah.
The golden
Yeah.
snitch is out everywhere. He gets to Brazil.
Did you see the fucking odds on the fight?
Yes.
I don't know who won the fight. I don't know a goddamn thing, but I know the odds were crazy in Kelvin's favor.
It kind of makes sense, though,
3.5
right?
to 1.
Yeah. It makes sense, though. Think about Vitor's last fights. Gegard, then Weidman before that. Like, he just hasn't looked great at all, especially in that first round.
I fucking love Kelvin at 185. I know people always say, what about Yoel Romero, bro?
I love him. I don't like him with the top 5 matchups.
See, I think if he just lifts
Sorry,
weights, just gets in, like serious condition, I do like him
That's
at
a big
185.
if, though, isn't it? Because
Nope.
still his reach and everything.
I don't know, man. He looked pretty goddamn good here. He looked different. He looked thick. I mean, Kelvin's never going to look like a bodybuilder. That's not his build.
He's like
but
Dan
he's
Henderson.
got a warrior's body. Like that motherfucker, he could go for days.
But then you add muscle. To your point, you add muscle. Then what?
Yeah, Vitor looks so different.
Vitor has that straight up dad TRT bod. Like
Post.
he got off of it
Yeah.
and then just straight dad.
I mean, he still looks scary, but nothing like the Rockhold Vitor.
Rockhold Vitor, for me, top 3 scariest fighters of all time.
Yeah,
I was thinking
agree.
about. I was
there
thinking
he
about
is,
last
right
night.
there. There he is. Look how goddamn jacked he was.
And quick,
Yeah.
spinning wheel kicks and shit. Remember he beat the brakes off Anthony Johnson.
Yep. Look at that.
God
Look at that.
dog.
Look how jacked he is when he threw that wheel
Look at that
kick.
shoulder. Holy shit.
Everything. His abs have muscles.
Don't
that,
you
like,
wish he was
extra
still
muscles.
like that?
Part of me does.
Yeah, me too.
He can go to Ryzen.
no,
he
he's
should.
no.
He could easily go to Ryzen and get paid.
And do that and fight on
Yeah, and be-
TRT. Well,
yeah,
look at
and
what
be shredded as
Krokop
fuck.
did. Krokop went over there.
Krokop's still doing it. You just got to wonder how many does Vitor has left? 20 years.
Yeah, he's
20 years.
But I think these guys on TRT, they can compete way longer than that.
even 20
Like, I
years.
think if you let Vitor take whatever the fuck he wants and let him go over to Japan,
oh, he's spinning wheel kicking bitches face off till he's 60.
he's going to be doing some crazy shit. But here's the question. Would he be as aggressive if he was fighting another dude on TRT?
Oh yeah.
You think so?
'Cause think about back in the day. Think about when he fought Vanderlei when he was 19.
Yeah.
Those motherfuckers were juice monkeys. Literally, he was so aggressive. Remember? No technique, just the fucking
Blitz.
bodybuilder straight punch like this.
We caught him with a straight left, and he was wearing shoes. Remember that
Yes,
fight?
yes, hell
Vitor
yeah.
was wearing wrestling shoes.
Brazilian on Brazilian crime.
Yeah.
If Ryzen sticks around and they become like as powerful as Pride was, and they just don't disappear like a bunch of other shows, there's going to be an outlet, a very big outlet for people to retire from the UFC and get back on TRT,
Like a Masters tour?
Yeah.
like jumpstart their career.
Do you know about ONE FC's weight cutting program? Do you know about it? How
A
they're
little
doing it?
bit. Rich Franklin was helping with that, right? Because you want to talk about a guy who cut a lot of weight.
Yeah, those guys, they've got some new innovative way they think to diminish the amount of weight guys cut. I don't know exactly how they're doing it, but I think it has something to do with hydration test. See if you can pull that up, Jamie. ONE FC. Okay.
Can you imagine in negotiations, like Ryzen negotiations, they say, you want to do TRT. Come on, man.
That's gonna sell a lot of guys.
They just have
we'll
a
give it to you.
big
We'll give you the
screens.
best shit. We'll hook it up for you. They have it right there on the table. Boom, 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 with the needle.
You know how many guys are going to sign that?
Like, come on. You know you
Take
want
a
it.
alcohol
You know you
swabs.
want it.
Then just highlights of when they were on TRT knockouts.
pictures, posters.
We
They'll
can
bring
do
out
this.
The
We can
ultimate
do this.
presentation.
You
know
walk
what I
into
mean?
the room and there's 20-foot high
reel.
screens of Vitor wheel kicking Rockhold in the head.
Bisbing's eye all fucked up.
Oh.
Can you
Hey.
imagine the presentation? They'll just put it the
Oh,
ultimate
look,
highlight.
Bryan Callen's
There he
here.
is.
Did you lock the door?
Huh?
Lock the door. Did you?
Yeah.
Good man.
Dude, I thought it was 5:30.
Well, sit down. Have a seat.
What's up, man? No handshake.
Are you sick? What are you doing? You knuckling
sick.
everybody?
No, I just
You're a
knuckle-
boxer now,
No,
right? You just
I
touch
knuckle.
knuckles.
I'm not sick.
I
I'm
knuckle,
awesome.
man.
Look at me.
Have a seat, goddammit. Welcome back. Put the headsets on. This is a good fight. The first
they
fight,
talked a lot of shit.
the first
to each other.
fight, of course they did. Well, the first fight, Tim Means hit him with an illegal knee that a lot of us were unsure of.
Mm-hmm.
I fucked that one up too.
I use
Because-
illegal knees all the time.
See, because he's got one knee on the ground, two hands up, and we were like, ooh. And here's the thing: all he had on the ground was a knee. He actually had even lifted his other leg up, and he didn't even have his foot on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, there was that whole thing of points of contact.
Yeah.
Say you'd have to have at least 3 points of contact. He actually only had 1 point of contact. But if it's not the bottom of your foot, it doesn't count. So that's where it was so confusing.
It's
so
tricky.
confusing that even Mark Ratner, when we went to him in the fight for clarification on the rules, he said it was legal. He said it was a legal knee. And then Big John McCarthy pulls me over and goes, no. He goes, that's fucking illegal. I go, okay, it is illegal. I go, so it's when you say points of contact, like if it's only just a knee, if only the knee is on the ground and the foot's not even on the ground and the other foot's off the ground, that's a downed opponent. And he's like, yes, anything but the soles of the feet. That's what it should say. Anything but the soles of the feet. So my thought was, well, what if some guy shoots a power double on you? right? And his knee's on the ground as he's sliding in, which it often is. And you fucking knee him to oblivion as he's moving into that.
Transition, so it doesn't count, right?
Does it?
No, same
Is
like
that
him
a
behind the
transition?
ear.
But that's not really a transition. I mean, that's a guy making his approach, and you're countering his approach, and he's a downed opponent. He's got a knee on the ground. He's sliding towards you. I think that's a downed opponent.
But wouldn't that be the same like with a wheel kick? A lot of time it's behind the ear, but it's
yeah.
in transition.
That's a creepy one. I think it's different, but similar.
Very similar.
Eddie
in
and I
the
have
heat
talked
of the
about that a million times
moment.
because
It's like
it's the best
you-
position
you
to
see-
be if you get the guy's back.
You see a wheel kick coming, you want to turn your head, right? You want to turn your face. And it's like, no,
Which
you
makes
can't
it
turn
illegal.
your face.
Listen, man, there's no good place to take a wheel kick
Ever.
except the body. Like if you, I would rather take one on the arm or on the body
Still not
and
good.
live. No, it's horrible. It's horrible. It's a bone breaker for sure. It's so crazy that you have to pad up your hands, but you are allowed to spin and with all of your body weight put it in your heel. And what Edson Barboza did to Terry Edom, remember that one? Yeah.
Terry Adams jumping to buses now because
He was
of it.
never the same again after that knockout. I mean, never the same
No.
again. Never the same again. Never fought at that level again. Never
And
came.
that grazed the top of his head.
No,
If
that
you-
bounced off his head.
You'll
dude. I
see it
was
a million
there.
times.
It
It-
sounded like a melon. Getting
maybe in
hit with a
person,
bat.
but if the highlight, it doesn't look like it connects flush. It goes boom, top of the head. Because I remember because that
have
was
to
the
see that
highlight for
again.
these entire fights. They kept showing that, and I was like, God, it doesn't look like it was a fucking straight up heel to the grill.
I'd have to see it again. But the amount of power that you have in all of your body weight, if you have a really good one and you can generate all that fucking torque and your leg comes up and there's so much weight behind it. That's one of the
hellish.
reasons why I stopped fighting was a knockout when I was 19 years old in Anaheim. I wheel kicked this guy in the head and he never got up. They carried him off the mat. They had him in a stretcher for half an hour and then they brought him to the hospital. It scared the shit out of me. My heel
It's
was
terrifying.
sore. My heel, not my fucking heel.
Yep.
The hard part
Think
from
about
his
his
face
face.
was sore for days. For like 2 days, I was walking with a little limp.
Dude, I was thinking about that last night when Stevens got knocked out by Lemieux, and he just laying there, and there's a stretcher. There's like 5 minutes go by, and you can see him breathing, and Max Kellerman goes, well, at least he's breathing. And then his mom is cage side, and it takes all the fun out of the knockout. I was like, oh, hell yeah.
What
Lemieux.
was it? What kind of knockout?
Boxing, left hook. They exchanged left hooks, and out.
Lemieux got
Wow.
knocked out, or
No, Stevenson.
All right.
Well, you
Anyways, but when he's out on the ground, and I was thinking to myself, what's the protocol? Like, so he's being rushed to the hospital. What are they're looking for brain bleeding there, I guess.
Oh,
so when
yeah.
the guy's out more than 4 minutes, you're in trouble. A lot of trouble.
They have to have really experienced guys who've dealt with those kind of traumatic brain injuries on site to get it and handle it right. That's one of the real issues with those smaller shows where people that want to do smokers. If you're doing a smoker, someone could easily get head kicked with a smoker.
Yeah, man.
And by the way, wheel kicks are legal in a smoker. So think about that. Think about everybody's wearing those padded shin and insteps, but you're not padding up your heel.
No.
If someone decides to spin on you and they catch you in the side of the head, it doesn't matter if you're wearing headgear. Let somebody wheel kick you in the head.
Yeah.
It's like getting hit by a tree. Like your
Baseball
leg
bat.
is so fucking big.
It's a goddamn baseball
Yeah.
bat to your
Oh,
face.
it's
Dude, I'll
dangerous.
tell you who you want by your bedside is Dr. Davidson.
There it is right here. Oh, yeah. Dr. Davidson's amazing.
What's this?
Dr. Davidson for the UFC. Here it is.
Boom! Watch this, though. And in fast
Oh.
motion, the sound is horrible.
Oh, my God. What
He's
a
out.
perfect left.
And then look, falls into this thing. He's like that for the next 4 or 5 minutes.
Oh my
Jesus.
They
god.
turn the camera away.
Jesus
they take him out on
Christ.
stretchers.
Oh my god.
Well, you know what, man?
Right here, exchange of hooks. Look.
Such a perfect
Yeah,
punch,
boom!
too.
He
So
eats
perfect.
it, too. Talk about a power puncher, both these boys.
What a perfectly landed punch.
Oh.
Remember, Lemieux got dismantled by Triple G, too, which is so impressive.
Yeah.
Look at in fast motion, you're
He
like,
didn't
Jesus
necessarily get dismantled. He got the shit beat out of him, but he took that fight into deeper water than a lot of people expected.
Christ. Yeah,
He's a
but
tough guy.
Triple G threw 50-something jabs in the first
yeah.
round because he thought he was going to bang with him. Triple
Yep.
G, you see his jab, you're like, oh my God, he has
He can
world-class
box,
jab.
too.
He can
Yeah.
fucking box.
Yeah.
Like, Lemieux didn't really
beautiful.
have a chance the whole time.
He definitely didn't have a chance, but he definitely landed some shots.
Yeah.
I mean, he definitely tested Triple G more than anybody had in recent fights before
I'm
that.
a Lemieux fan, man.
Me too.
Oof.
Like maybe Cal Brooks tested him a little bit too before Triple G got to him, but his corner was like, throw the towel in as soon as it looks sketchy.
They did the right move
They
too.
did.
He's about to get eat the fuck up, but couldn't see out of his eye.
They were like, yeah, good enough.
Yeah, like, good job, bro. That's a good effort.
Fuck this.
Good for them,
We're
though,
ending
doing
this. Who was that guy that fought Lomachenko and pulled out way early?
Oh, you're talking about the Jamaican fella.
Yeah.
But he was like I think he was 3-2-0,
Yep.
and then they're like, he's never gonna live this down.
Yeah.
He wasn't getting his ass whooped. He was just like, I'm good. I can't beat him.
He
I'm
probably
good.
realized he was so outclassed.
Well, that's what he
Lomachenko's
said.
So much fun to
He's
watch.
amazing.
Oh.
What the guy said in the post-fight interview, he's like, I saw where this was going.
Well, he wanted to live to fight another day. That makes sense to
Max
me.
Kellerman
That's a
goes-
smart fighter.
Max
guess.
Kellerman says to him, "Don't you think a lot of people usually we envy those that go out on their shield?" He's like, "No, I get that. Yeah, that's Lomachenko though."
Yeah, yeah.
the
Like,
fuck
I'm
you want
definitely
me
going to
to
get the
do?
shit kicked out of me.
I think there's a lot of times where a guy's moving around fine, he looks good on TV, but he knows in his head that he is tuned up and one shot away from going unconscious. And guys just go, that's it.
Yeah,
We
you
gotta-
know.
Or he's just out of tricks. Or he's just like,
Yeah.
that guy's figured out all my patterns. He can do whatever he wants to me, and I'm going to be just a punching bag.
Well, you remember when Nigel Benn fought what was the homeboy's name?
Gerald
Jared
McClellan?
McClellan. Thank you very much.
Round one.
This is round one of Oliveira Tim Means. It's 48, 49, 46 seconds into the, or 40 seconds.
This should be violent.
43. The number on the clock on the screen is 41, 40, 39, 38, 37, 36. All right, sync it up.
Guy's just coming
Thank
at
you, Jamie.
Oh,
Sorry.
it means
What
these guys
were
are
we just
aggressive.
talking about? Lomachenko?
You were talking about
That guy knowing that it was never going to work out
Yeah.
for him. He was just getting boxed up. I was thinking the Gerald McClellan fight, like when Gerald went down and like took a knee, there wasn't like some big punch that landed before that. It was an accumulation of all the stuff that led up to that moment. And when he quit, they were like kind of shocked. They're like, no. And then he wound
You know
up
what fight was like
slumping
that?
over.
People get
the
mad.
Cotto Manny Pacquiao fight. After the third round, you could hear
Freddie Roach.
Freddie going, "You got to take him out." And when we spoke to Freddie after, I don't want to tell him that, but he said, "Why didn't he knock him out when he could have?" And Freddie said, "Well, he didn't want to hurt him." He's
that's
kind of
that's
like-
public knowledge, and
Is it? Yeah.
yeah,
That was
and-
crazy, man.
But
Wow.
his corner set to Miguel was like, if we don't see any improvement, we're going to stop it here. This is
Right.
getting bad,
Just
man.
out-
And then
Wow.
Manny just didn't want to hurt him because I could have knocked him out. I didn't want to hurt him.
Amazing. God,
That's
I love
what a nice guy.
him. What a
he is.
nice guy.
So weird that he's so nice and yet such a killer.
I know.
He's a really odd world champion.
He really is, isn't he?
Yeah.
It's good stuff going on right here, guys.
Yeah.
He was wild as fuck, and then he
Means
found
is-
Jesus.
Means
Remember
is
that?
trying to get up, and he's doing a pretty good job inch
trying to
by
attack
inch trying
that
to
arm.
get up.
Where is
He's got a
Means
butterfly.
high level jiu-jitsu, obviously?
Yeah, Means is a full-rounded guy. He's
Yeah.
one of the best guys at 170. He's just like a hair under some of the other top guys.
He's not great at anything. He's just that he's good at everything. He's
great
fun
at
to
elbows.
watch.
He's great at elbows. That motherfucker's got some nasty elbows.
He has some good elbows. I wouldn't say he's
I
not
would
like
s-
top 5.
in the division,
No.
in elbows, I think he is.
I'm
He
saying
might
top
have
5 overall.
He might have the best elbows in the 170-pound division. I'm not bullshitting.
That is aggressive, sir.
I'm telling you, his elbows, especially in the stand-up positions, are nasty. He throws them real crisp. He throws them in tight positions. Everything is like real efficient. It's all done with like real solid technique. I mean, there's better fighters than him currently. You know, there's guys that have a full, complete game. There's guys like, beasts like Tyron Woodley or like Damian Maia. Damian Maia's just a goddamn beast.
The top 10 would be tough for him.
Yeah,
are
it'd
some
be
good
tough for him, but he's
takedowns,
close. Yeah, Oliveira's all over him.
Yeah, he's 2 good takedowns.
You know that what happened in the first fight? So the first fight was called a no contest
Because of the knee, or
because of the knee. Yeah, that's what it was called, right?
So confusing.
It was weird
no
because they
contest.
said it was an unintentional foul, but clearly he thought it was legal, so it was intentional.
they
So
call him the Dirty Bird. Isn't that his
yeah,
nickname?
that's his nickname.
Dude, he's one of the
That's a
guys who
great-
got caught by the golden snitch and actually
Look at
won.
that, 3
Right?
takedowns.
Yeah, he got caught by the golden snitch with this tiny amount of some shit that was in a supplement that he bought, and so they bought the supplement randomly from a store, and they found the exact same stuff.
You
in
don't
it.
look at Tim Means' body and go,
Look at that.
steroids.
Well, it doesn't matter, man.
No,
There's,
you can't
there's
do
dudes
that.
that have taken steroids and they don't really lift weights. They just train jiu-jitsu and MMA, and they don't look any bigger than
Look at
anybody
this.
else.
Yep.
Steroids, I mean, the real thing is the guys that lift weights. When Lance Armstrong was taking hormones and all the shit he was taking, he didn't look jacked.
Yeah, that's the misconception. Everyone thinks they're going to look like Arnold
They could be
Schwarzenegger.
doping just for to oxygenate their blood. There are a lot of things, right?
Well, it's
Recovery.
also the testosterone aids in recovery. But the big thing is the only way you're getting bigger is if you're lifting weights. Like it's resistance exercise. That's what makes your body get bigger. It's not going to get bigger just by. You get a little bit bigger just by doing kickboxing.
Add some lean muscle.
Yeah,
do some
a little
weight.
bit.
You'll look bigger.
Yeah,
maybe
a little bit,
Yeah.
but not like you're never going to look like Hector Lombard or anything.
Dude, I would love to see. I know this is a random ass fight, but Cowboys coming off a loss. I'd like to see like Don Cerrone Cowboy versus Tim Means.
Yeah,
That'd be a scrap
wasn't that scheduled at one point in time?
in Denver. Maybe I feel like.
Boy, why am
Don't
I
you feel
making
like that'd
that
be a
up?
fucking scrap?
Oh, it'd be insane.
So that's why I like to watch Tim because
It's an
he's
insane
kind of
fight.
like that Matt Brown type of crazy pace.
Well, he also has really good stand-up, and he's a big, tall guy. And Donald has that nasty Muay Thai and really good leg kicks. I like that Donald's taking some time off.
I love it. I love that he's taking
Just
time off.
chilling
Just chill,
out,
man.
Just chill out.
And let's come up with a game plan to make you world champion.
Yeah. Yeah, you were so right about how tough that fight was with Matt Brown. Despite the victory, despite the fact that he won it, you got to remember he did get dropped in that fight.
Yeah, but all we see is the highlight of that head kick. But it's like, fuck, man, that was a tough go.
Yeah, there was a lot.
It wasn't a
going on in that
walk in
fight.
the park.
I saw the new King Kong movie because I'm 12.
Is it good?
Loved it because I'm 12.
Because I'm 12.
They can't make enough King Kongs for me. I love them.
This is probably the best one ever.
Is it good?
Oh,
What,
it's good.
guys, another space movie. What is this?
But you know what? They went full on diversity in this King Kong. First of all, there's no rape. King Kong no longer steals the girl.
Oh,
in every
weak.
other movie, King Kong gets the girl and he's like, "Oh, I got this."
Yeah.
And he just runs off with her.
He's
In
trying to
this
fuck
one,
her.
he just protects her and he never tries to fuck her. And he's so much bigger than any other King Kong in the past. This
Really?
new King
Jacked.
Kong, this new King Kong. Literally, a girl is not even a lighter in his hand.
What?
Yeah. The new King Kong's way bigger than the King Kong that climbed the Empire State
Is it
Building.
the son of the old King Kong?
No. It's a totally new story. It's a reboot.
Oh, you can't do that.
They can't
Oh,
do
it's a
that.
new story?
Totally new story. Completely
I
different
thought
story.
Kong had a kid.
All the natives on the island are all Asian now. No more black people.
Oh,
What?
weak. I
Oh,
like
yeah,
the
yeah,
Aboriginals.
yeah,
But
yeah.
with
wait,
Jack
hold on. The
Black.
problem with that is that mountain gorillas should be in the Congo and they should be black.
No,
This
no, no.
is a
South
mutant, son.
Pacific, and this is an island that time forgot. It's a hollow earth, and inside there's these demons, and then there's Kong, and Kong's actually the hero. He protects them from the demons.
Well, that makes sense.
Okay.
Spoiler alert!
Okay, but
Kind of. How dare you?
Guess
hold
what?
on.
Yeah, I'm here to tell you, Kong is in the movie the entire time.
but wait, who are the
Wink,
demons?
wink.
Who are the demons?
Some things that live in the hollow earth. They live in the middle of the ground.
Ah, that's
round
fake,
two,
bro.
Round two. Those guys were like high-fiving each other at the
He
beginning
wanted
of
to
the
hug
fight.
him. And
Yeah,
and
Oliveira
Lane
did.
said no.
No, there's no way.
Oh,
Oh, beautiful.
ducking that wheel kick. Don't ever pull
Beautiful
that shit on
timing.
me. Don't ever bring that shit into my cage again. That's not a good situation. That's what I say when guys try to wheel kick. I go, don't ever bring that shit into my cage again.
Do you
And
ever
then I
have
counter.
fantasies that you do
Yes.
that to someone?
Yes, I do. Of course I do. Who are you talking to?
But
My whole
why?
life
Do
is
you
a
ever wonder
fantasy.
why? Why would you even want to say that to somebody?
Because I want to be cool, the earth and everybody. That's why.
Right, but you gotta understand that if you were that cool person, you would not have said that.
I know that, dude. But
Chuck
my
Norris.
Look at
my
that.
fantasy is to do
Good
this.
elbows.
I want to do this. If he had done that, I want to stop, pull back, and go, "Oh, you want to dance?" And then I come in with a
Engage.
fucking
Yeah,
hurricane.
see, that's what I'm worried about with you.
What?
It's like your mind thinks the world is a movie,
Yes.
like a really
And I'm the
shitty
star.
action
And
movie.
I'm the star.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. And yes.
Adam Hunter told me he was in a fist fight with someone once, and as they were like getting ready to like go at it, he goes, the guy, it was a drunk dude, and the dude was like, "Tonight we dine in hell."
Oh, hell
That's
no.
embarrassing.
Yes, he really did say that.
Now, did Adam beat the shit out of him, or did the guy Spartan kick him in the face?
Adam's a nice guy, and I believe that Adam was sober at the time. So, and Adam's a very good wrestler, by the way.
Yes,
He
he
was
is.
pretty
a high
sure-
school wrestler.
Yeah.
We
I'm
wrestled.
pretty
We
sure.
wrestled at the same high school.
I think what he did was just took the guy down or held on to him. Was like, "Get this fucking guy away from me."
Yeah.
Tonight, we dined in
I'm actually
hell.
saying that to somebody.
That guy's awesome.
Oh, that's amazing.
Tonight we
It's so
dine
cool.
in hell.
If he's
So-
just a savage, it's awesome. Or he just thinks
Well,
it's like the
if
movies.
it wasn't in a movie, it would still be ridiculous, even if it wasn't
I
in a
would
movie.
turn and run if I've never heard that before. And some guy goes, "Tonight we dine in hell." Like, damn, you're willing to risk some shit I'm not.
I would be saying, "Keep talking, stupid. Keep talking. The more you're talking, The more it's good.
Bro, tonight we dine in hell.
Yeah, I would say, keep
aggressive
talking.
that
Tell
is?
me more. Tell me more.
Oh,
Make
man.
up some other shit so you'll be distracted when I punch you in the face.
I'd say someone needs to record this shit because these are good lines before we fight. This shit is epic.
But I think the guy was just very fortunate that Adam's a good guy. Oh,
Yeah,
Oliveira
dude,
with the
boom.
back. Oliveira's got his back here.
Triangle.
That's
Yeah.
bad. That
Doesn't
body
look good.
triangle's such a bitch.
Doesn't look good.
Oh.
He's
Oh,
got
he
it.
got it.
Oh, he's under the chin.
How do you get out of that?
Oh!
Shit.
He got the tap. And revenge.
Wow.
Revenge for Oliveira.
Oliveira can be a little mean
look at
too.
that.
After. Oh, there we go. Oh, he's cool. Oh, they're good. Yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah,
good.
don't kiss. Yeah,
I
that's
like
cool.
that. That's cool. That's
All
cool.
right, don't
Oh,
do
what
that.
the-
Don't do that.
He said, "No, it's
Hey,
not
Tim
come
goes,
up."
get up, bro. Don't do that. Please don't do that.
It's not
Yeah,
the place and
those
time
guys
for
that like to do that, get on your knees, and kneeling shit in front of each other. Some dudes just don't play.
Remember Pat Barry and Crow Cop? How they were just
Hugging in the middle
Wheel
of the
kick to
fight.
the face. Hug.
Yeah,
High
that was
five.
weird. That was weird.
Such a weird fight.
Yeah, and didn't Pat Barry like break his hand like real early on in that fight too?
Yeah, and then got choked out. And I remember they gave me Crow Cop, and Joe Silva comes up to me and goes, "You better not fucking Pat Barry and show him too much love." I was like,
Oh,
Jesus,
God.
man. I'll try my
Jesus, Joe
best.
Silva.
I will try my best, sir.
They take the back with the trip.
That
Very
was a
nice.
cool trip.
That's a big win for Oliveira after losing in a fucked up way. Because before he lost with that knee, before the fight was stopped, he was getting tuned up.
Huge
look at
win.
that.
In a
I don't think
rematch
I've seen
in
anybody
Brazil?
get out of a body triangle.
That
How do you
happens
do
all the
that?
time. Do you lean towards the side that it's locked up on? It puts pressure on the ankle. There's ways, if you have good dexterity, that you can clear the leg. You gotta know how to do it. You gotta know how to put your weight down and angle your hips down. And it's a slow process to open up that triangle.
Guys can do it.
But when you're getting punched in the face every time you reach for that ankle.
Well, it's the worst is when a guy's got you belly down. Belly down with that body triangle, it feels like your
Yeah.
back's gonna break. It's
Yeah.
so much pressure.
Hey, that's 3 in a row for Cowboy because that's not a loss for
No, the
Oliveira,
last
that
one's
one.
not a
Yeah,
loss,
So
so
I
yeah.
think that's 3 in a row for Homeboy.
Boy, he's jacked.
Yeah, he is.
Marvel. Oh, there's a new Marvel? Thank God.
Fist of Fury.
What? Come on. Is
This
that what
on
this
Netflix.
is?
Yeah, dude.
Was this the Kung Fu guy? Dude,
Training.
I used to watch this, read this comic book when
Pronounced
I was a kid.
Kung Fu.
I've never heard of it.
It's terrible. It's going to be the worst one ever. It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
but look at his hair.
Whatever happened to that Daredevil one? Is that still around?
The series, I think so. I think it does pretty well, doesn't it?
That's a Netflix one too, right?
Damn, he's got
They have,
magic
they have a
fist,
shitload.
though.
Flash.
I watched Doctor Strange the other day.
I heard
Oh
it's
my
good.
God, that
It's
looks
not
horrible.
bad. It's not bad.
Doctor Strange.
I
is
was
that-
a big fan of it when I was a kid. So for me, it was like, wow, this is cool to see them like do their take on the story with all new special effects. I heard that Logan movie's the shit.
Me too. I heard it's so fucking. It's supposed to be
Really?
like the best superhero movie
Jamie
ever.
saw it. Didn't you love it, Jamie?
It's really good, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey man, a little more enthusiasm.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't go with the love it. I don't know
goddamn.
if I
Rated
love
R?
it.
Was it
Yeah,
rated
it's
R?
rated R. Yeah. There's
Yeah.
a lot of shit,
That's
violence and whatnot.
B shot with the throwing stars
Sorry.
on his jacket.
What's up,
dude.
dog? Don't be scared.
Dude, the
Oh, I see him.
shuriken.
Dude,
up,
that's
man?
impressive.
Thanks, man.
Throwing stars are underrated, man. I carry them all the time.
Dude,
Bet
I
you do.
yeah, I want to see Logan though. The movie looks. I heard it's really, really good.
Yeah,
They're saying it's so
supposed to be-
good. It's like one of those movies. You know how like Deadpool's up for an award? That's how Logan's supposed to be.
I think King Kong's gonna beat it.
I'm always down for King Kong, man.
King Kong. King Kong.
Whenever
is,
King
is this
Kong gets in a
is this
fight-
called Kong or Kung?
I'm not paying attention. Kong, K-O-N-G. But you know what the problem is? Like, whenever he gets in a fight with something, you know he's not going to get killed by some monster. Like, there's zero drama. And so
Yeah.
he's like, okay, how's this going to play out?
Well-
when does King Kong get to fuck him up? Because it's going to happen.
Right.
Like, this,
Yeah.
you're not going to let this demon monster thing beat up King Kong in King Kong's fucking movie.
Now that would be a movie, right? That's a good movie right there.
A little
Yeah,
twist,
right?
and it's really about
Yeah.
demons and not that stupid.
And then he
gorilla.
dies. He dies like with 15 minutes left in the movie. Just get you off guard.
Or,
Yeah,
or you
I'd
do
be
you
down
do a
for that.
subtle movie where he gets a virus and he's got a cold and then he dies quietly.
We watch
Or
him
he
die the
dies
whole
right
movie.
away, but then the rest of the movie is like going back in time. And you
Or
find out how
eating
he
him.
got killed.
That makes sense.
What do you think if you think by making King Kong this big, they're trying to set up a King Kong versus Godzilla movie?
Oh, that's happening. That's
It's already happened.
Is it? It has happened back in the
Well, no,
Japanese
but I guarantee
days.
they're making it now.
Well-
and then they'll throw some Avengers in there and shit.
Because now King Kong is as big as Godzilla. Like this new King Kong is as big as Godzilla.
I don't
Yeah.
like that. Let's live a little more
I
realistic.
feel like a giant ape would have an advantage over a giant lizard because a lizard basically, it's got his claws, but they're not as dexterous.
He breathes
Bitch,
fire.
have you seen Godzilla?
Oh, he does, doesn't he? He breathes fire.
Yes, he breathes fucking fire.
Oh, you know what?
1933 to 2017. Look at the difference between all the King Kongs.
See, I'm a fan of that 76 Kong. Not
King
too
Kong
big, not too small.
Escapes, 1967. That must be the Japanese version.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so the original King Kong was only 18 feet tall.
That's not that
wow.
tall.
So
See,
the
but
new
that's
one,
realistic.
but the Kong on Skull Island is huge. He's 100 feet tall.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Well, how big is he? Is that Skull Island one? Yeah. So he's 100 feet tall?
In Jack Black, he's only how tall?
He was 148 feet tall in King Kong versus Godzilla in 62 in Japan.
Simply too big.
148 is huge. But isn't Godzilla 500 feet tall?
I don't know.
I felt like Godzilla
Where does he
was
hide if he is anyway?
Dude, that
on
Godzilla
the
movie
ocean.
sucked.
Duh.
Remember the Godzilla movie?
Yeah, with
And P.
Bryan
Diddy?
Cranston. P. Diddy was in it?
No, P. Diddy sang the theme song.
Oh, yeah. That was dog
That's how you
shit.
know it was bad.
That's definitely not good. Yeah, look how big Godzilla is. Oh, Godzilla started off, he was only 50 meters high. So he's 100. What is that?
That's 150 feet.
See, I like
More.
my Godzilla
Yeah.
50 meters high.
That's
50 meters, but
what
there's
is it,
like a little bit
165?
more. How do you do meters? I think it's like you add
3.3,
one.
3 foot, 0.3 inches or something. To a
Yeah,
meter.
you
I think.
to compare it to yards. There's like some simple way of doing it. Like it's like 50 meters is like 55 yards. I think.
God,
think
dog,
that's how
that
it goes.
2014 Godzilla
Similar,
is
right?
fucking huge.
Real similar. Yeah. So the 2014 Godzilla was the biggest one. That was the Bryan Cranston Godzilla. The old one wasn't even that big.
I
So
like
the
that.
old-
The latest one. The latest one was good.
Yeah,
You
but
saw it?
he doesn't
I
fly,
didn't
does
see
he?
it.
He doesn't fly
Looked
either.
good.
It was,
Yeah, but he lives in the ocean, dude.
Oh, he lives in the ocean.
Hey, man.
you know what?
Hey, bro.
Godzilla had a
tuna.
You don't know
realistic
shit
story.
about
He can eat
Godzilla.
86 tuna in one
He
sitting.
like ate a lot of nuclear waste. or
Yeah, he
something.
came out of the ocean and
Well,
breathed
something.
fire
It
and
was-
lasers with his eyes.
Well, it was
some shit.
because of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, those bombs that we dropped on Japan.
Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
That's why those monsters came out of there, and they were all about radiation, Mothra,
It makes
Gamera. Yeah, they were. Those people
Kind of
were
makes
terrified.
sense.
Of course, those people were terrified. Next weekend, Manoa versus Anderson. Oh shit!
Oh, that's my birthday, son. March
Dude,
18th. What's
what
up?
What are you doing on your birthday, man?
Absolutely nothing.
Are you not a big birthday celebrator?
Nope, don't give a fuck.
Do you want to do a fight companion on your birthday?
That would be fun, huh?
Let's
That's
do
at
it.
2. That's at 2:00 here. Little afternoon.
Perfect.
Wait,
Afternoon
when is
fight
that?
companion
Afternoon
next
fight
Saturday,
companion. Next Saturday.
2 p.m. Eddie, you in town?
This Saturday.
Next Saturday, this next coming one, March
one
18th.
coming up.
Yeah, March 18th.
It's my son's birthday party. Can't do it.
Your son's born on March 18th?
16th.
I'm on the 18th. Well, shout out to Pisces.
Powerful Pisces. Do you follow all that astrology shit?
My mom did, so I grew up knowing a lot
but
of
does it mean anything to you? Like, do you identify with being a Pisces? Does it make sense? Do you like, God damn it,
Sometimes.
that's me?
A little bit. Isn't it weird? People think it's bullshit.
I don't know. You know what's shocking to me about it is how intricate it is when you look at all the things they take into consideration when they try to like assess your personality or
Yeah.
what you are, like based on your, you know where Mercury is in retrograde
It's
and all
crazy,
the
man.
fucking what time of
I
the
know
day
this.
was it?
You meet a scorpion, she's a girl, she a freak. She,
You know,
she is freaking the shit.
It's been my
All of them?
experience. It's been my experience.
Scorpions are beasts.
Scorpio.
Imagine.
Scorpio.
You know what's weird about the astrology thing is that there's 12 signs, right?
Yeah.
And in music, there's
Look at
12
this.
notes, right?
Look at the show in here. The Vitor at 19.
Yep.
When he fought Trey Telegram.
Young John McCarthy.
Look at
Oh,
his
look at this.
technique.
That was him against Vanderlei.
So gangster.
Dude, look at the explosion.
Oh, he was
The phenom,
he was
son.
phenomenal. Dude, he was phenomenal.
One of the greats.
No doubt.
Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, when you think about like who he was when he first started, man, until Randy Couture beat him down,
Yeah.
and then everybody was like, "Oh, okay,
When he fought Randy
he's
Couture,
human."
I think he was literally 235 pounds.
He was at least that.
Yeah.
he might have been 240.
Dude,
I've
you-
never seen traps like that in my
Have
life.
you, have you heard the story about his sister? You know, his
Yeah.
sister was killed, man.
Not just killed. They did that thing supposedly that they do where they light you up on fire inside tires.
cartel shit.
Yeah, I think they call it
that kind of evil.
microwaving or something like that.
God, dog.
You don't get over that.
That's when you got. That's a beast.
That's how they get rid of the body, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. They put you inside
Evil
tires
people.
and they light you on
and
fire.
they wanted a ransom or something from him,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then they couldn't find her. Horrible story, man.
Scary shit, dude. There's some evil fucks in this world.
Yep.
Super scary.
Yeah, so he had to recover from all that. That took a long time. Then when he went over to Pride, he really wasn't the same guy. You know,
No, grew his hair out, had like that wet Jerry curl.
and then he came back to the UFC and had some fights where he looked sensational. You know,
I
Marvin
hear
Eastman.
stories like that, and they ruin literally my fucking day. You know.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't even
hard to
her.
know that people are capable of that, right?
Yes.
It's hard to,
Yeah, that's happening. That's happening like almost
Now.
every day in the Middle East. I mean, people getting blown up, civilians,
Yeah,
women,
in
children.
Mexico.
Shit,
It's
and
going on.
Juarez.
It's going,
yeah,
it's going on
bad,
all
man.
over the place. Right now, people are being blown up.
Dude, I saw a kid when
Right.
I saw a family when I was at Disneyland wearing a El Chapo shirts. I was like, you fucking morons. You realize what that stands for? What are you thinking?
so
What the fuck are you guys
crazy.
thinking?
That's so crazy. They
Well,
think
they're
it's
not
cute.
thinking. You know.
They think it's
I bought
funny.
them funnel cakes.
Did you?
No, I wanted to fucking throw it down their
You're
faces.
so mad.
It's ridiculous. How weird is that?
It
Yeah.
is.
You're
it is
basically wearing a
weird.
serial killer shirt.
Yeah.
You want a Bundy one? I'll go get you a fucking Ted Bundy one if you want.
As long as you don't know anybody that got killed by the guy, though, there's something about those people that's very attractive. Like to us, when we see a Tony Soprano on TV, or you see any kind of a gang kingpin type character, as long as you're not directly affected by his evil deeds, there's something that's attractive about
Well,
it.
look at Narcos.
Yep.
Like Narcos, we're like, damn, fucking,
Yep.
he's kind of pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you feel
He-
bad for
he
him. Like when
loves
he was
his
gonna
family
die, I
so
know you're like, he's a
much.
good dad.
Yeah.
It's weird, man.
Yeah, it's a weird thing that he's a murderer, but we're rooting for him.
Yeah.
Blowing up planes. Just think about
But you
that
know what?
mentality.
Do you think El Chapo is bringing in more drugs into the country than like our own government? I mean, our own government's doing it, and we're claiming war on drugs, and we're bringing in more than the cartels are.
Well, they're doing it in a legal way, Eddie. That's why. That's
little
why the
different.
Afghanistan thing is so bizarre.
They're not killing families and stuff.
When you find
You
out
don't
how
think
much
that-
they've ramped up heroin production in Afghanistan, if you don't think a few people have died for that, you're crazy.
When bombs are being dropped
Yeah.
on a daily basis, that's El Chapo shit right there for you.
But they can hide that. They can hide the Afghanistan heroin trade thing. They can hide it right in front of everybody's face. That's what's really crazy. What's really crazy about the Afghan, it's all like the paper, like the actual paper trail is undeniable. Like
There's video of I don't know who it is, maybe Geraldo or
Yes,
somebody out
Geraldo
there.
Rivera.
He's standing in front of he's in the Middle East. He's standing in front of a poppy plantation, and there's military guys like guarding it. And they say that they're guarding it because it's the weirdest excuse ever. We're protecting these poppy seeds because if we don't, then Al Qaeda's going to come in and then use it and sell it to fund their operation. So
Yeah.
we got to make sure
They don't get a hold of it.
Yeah.
Did you see? Hey, you remember when Geraldo
So
got
stupid.
fired? Remember, he was live on CNN, and he's like, "All right, we're doing a secret mission here. We're locating." And draws in the sand. He's like, "Our mission is to go here," and they're like, "You fucking moron! Everyone's gonna see this." And he got fired literally like the next day because they gave him like inside access, and he drew it in the sand what their plan was.
Good God.
he's a foolish man.
Hilarious though.
Do you remember when he opened up Al Capone's vault and there wasn't shit in there?
No.
You don't remember?
No.
It was a big news event. It was live on TV. We all sat around and watched.
You don't
Al
remember that?
Capone's
No.
vault.
That's crazy.
What year
He
was
opened-
that?
Oh man, I want to say like 92.
And Al
Was that
Capone was
about
not
right?
in there?
Do you think-
86.
86?
30 million people watching.
30
Wow.
million people watched nothing. They
So he
opened
opened it up.
Yeah, they opened it up. There wasn't shit in there. It was nothing. Zero. It was a long running
hilarious.
joke. I mean,
my
it was
God.
like every late night guy on TV was making jokes about it. Everyone had jokes about Al Capone's vault. It lasted for years. Geraldo Rivera and Al Capone's vault.
Look at him,
That
powerful
goofy
mustache.
bastard. Yeah, he opened it up
Always had
and
good
nothing.
teeth.
But he's also the guy live from Chicago. We're gonna open it. Watch this. Boom. They got the thing.
That's his vault.
Bam, and they opened it. Yeah. Look, he took a chance with dramatic flair,
Big chance.
and it didn't really pay off. But if it did,
Well, now he has to kill time and shit.
I
Like,
mean, yeah,
oh, man.
he's got nothing in there.
God.
But he's
dog.
also the guy that had Dick Gregory actually on his television show debuted the Zapruder film, which is the shot of Kennedy's head getting blown off and going back into the left.
Classic.
And in what looks like a shot from the front, looks like a frontal shot. It looks like he was actually shot by more than one person. If you look at, there's various interpretations of the Zapruder film, but one interpretation that seems to make a lot of sense is that he was hit from both the front and the back.
Two
Is
shots.
that there was multiple people shooting at him, and if you talk to anyone who was trying to, if you were looked at that pinch point, like as they make that corner in Dealey Plaza, like they were like, well, you wouldn't just have one guy with a rifle. You would make sure you were shooting at him from a bunch of different locations.
And Geraldo dropped that news?
Geraldo showed the video.
Geraldo's a beast.
But hold on
if
a
you
second.
remember.
Here's what's important. That video was many years after Kennedy's assassination.
10 years or
yeah,
something.
like a decade. So for a decade, we had all thought that Lee Harvey Oswald had acted alone, and there was only a few people that didn't think he did, but there was no visual evidence that showed differently.
Hey, Lee, for sure, tell us, huh?
The
Jigs
weird
up,
thing
buddy.
about that Zapruder film is it always baffled me that when you see him get hit, it looks like for a couple frames, it looks like his head, half his head disappears, and there's just a purple blob. It's a purple blob. But then when you look at the autopsy pictures, it's just the hole in his head, and he's just laying there. But
Yeah.
it looks like
It blew
the
it off.
film was tampered with. That's what it looks like.
Well, it doesn't look like the film was tampered with, but the autopsy photographs were most likely tampered with. And this was a big part of the contention that David Lifton had when he wrote the book Best Evidence. Because
Watch
there's
it.
two different...
Let's watch it. You'll see that it's a
Okay,
purple
sure.
blob for 2 frames. And
Yeah, well,
it doesn't make any
It's
sense.
spray.
But you
when
also
the
don't
bullet's
want
hitting
that.
his head's when you hit something with a bullet, there's a spray.
Yeah.
It looks like his whole face just flies off, and there's just
Well, they say that his
Watch
head
it.
piece
Put
of
it
his
up.
head flew off, and she crawled
Yeah.
on the back to try to put his head back
No,
together,
she didn't.
which
You
is
can
a
see that.
human being.
No,
which
she
is-
didn't. No, she didn't.
Well, that's
she
what they-
definitely, No, they did not say that. That's not what happened. She was trying to get the fuck out of that limousine because people were shooting, and they blew her husband's head off. She wasn't going for any piece of meat.
Oh, I heard that
No, no,
she,
no.
she was reaching to
That's
put
what
his
people
head
say.
like
People
that,
do
that
say that.
instinct.
People
you
say
know?
crazy shit like that.
Yeah.
That's not. She was getting the fuck
Probably
off
getting
that
down.
limo.
Did she ever talk about it? She never talked about it, I guess.
No, she never talked
Yeah,
about
so
it.
no
She
one really
married-
knows for the
She
for
married
certain.
Jackie Onassis right afterwards. She married like
Yeah.
one of the richest people she could find.
But don't you think with that autopsy, it's your president that just got assassinated, so you're going to want to make him look the best
Well,
possible.
let me explain.
Well, look at the video, the Zapruder film.
But
It's
let
on
me
YouTube.
explain, because this is something
I'd like to see it.
I've read
His head
15
being
different
blown
books
off.
on this shit, and I've watched 10 or
you're
15
balls deep in
documentaries.
this.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
one of the
drop
big
it,
things is
son.
there's a giant difference between the account, the autopsy, what they said, their description of the body and the wounds in Dallas versus their description in the wounds in Bethesda, Maryland. Two very different autopsies. One of them that shows an entrance wound on the neck shows he got shot from the front and an exit wound or an entrance wound on his neck. On another one, that was changed to a tracheotomy scar. So there's a discrepancy. He grabs his neck like he got hit. He holds his neck maybe a second or two before his brains blow out, right? And when he's holding his neck like this, on one autopsy, on one account of the body, that's an entrance wound from a bullet. That's the Dallas one. But on another one, see, if you see him when he's going around the corner,
Look at this.
he's already holding his neck.
Yeah.
See
at
how he's
his head-
holding his neck? Like he reached up and grabbed himself, and he's looking down, and right around he passes the pole, and his head blows off. Watch this, right here, boom.
I don't see anything.
Hang on a second.
Boom.
No.
Damn, bitch, get out the way.
This is in super
So
slow.
he got shot in the neck.
There it is.
Oh!
You see how his head disappears right there? Like, what is that? It's like a
No,
flap of...
It's just a flap of bone and meat. It opened his
Is
head
the
wide up.
fl-
So
Christ.
watch. Look, she ain't going searching for a piece of head.
Hell
She's trying to
no.
get the fuck off of that
Well, we don't know what she's
limousine.
doing, right?
You
She's-
do.
No,
There's a
his
Secret
head's not
Service
even
guy
there.
right behind
Hey,
her.
bro.
That's the Secret Service guy who's climbed up at the back of the car and he's reaching for her to help her.
You think
Yeah.
she... Oh, my God.
What a horrible
So
thing
scary.
to live through.
So, but the problem was nobody had seen that until 10 years after the assassination. So when they watch it, they go, oh my God, his head goes back and to the left. That was like that Hicks joke that he kept talking about, back and to the left, back and to the left. I mean, he got shot. It looked like he was getting shot from the front, and it hit the right side of his head, and his head goes back and to the left. But There's also some spray that appears to be either going forward. It could be an impact spray of the bullet from the front, or it could be that he got shot with 2 different bullets at the same time. It's very possible that he got hit from the front and the back.
It's basically very hard to tell what happened with one angle, right?
Well, you know for sure he got shot in the head.
Yeah,
and
you know
for
that.
sure his head blew apart.
God damn.
What's crazy to me is
Horrible.
after all these years, we don't know for a fact.
No, they can't. There's no
It's
way
so
they can.
weird. It's weird to me that no one came out and talked
Watch
about
that again. Watch this again. Now
People
watch. It's hard to tell if this is an impact spray or if it's an exit spray.
Where's his head at?
His head is right there.
It looks like an impact
right
spray
there.
to me, man.
But
I
it
don't
could
know.
be.
What do I know?
It could be an impact
Look at that.
spray from the front. Meanwhile, it very well could be that it's an exit spray
looks
too.
like from the-
But the thing is, his head goes back and to the left. But here's the question: does it go back to the left from the momentum of getting hit in the head with a bullet, or is it a spasm from a dying body, like your body locks up and it just throws itself into a convulsion? That's possible too. I mean, a lot of crazy shit happens when you get shot in the fucking head.
I heard he was a real coxman too.
I bet he was, but I don't think that had anything to do
So
with
you
this.
don't think
I'm just saying it's a
Lee
bummer
Harvey
he died.
Oswald acted alone?
I do not think Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone. I do not. I do not think that it's even reasonable to assume that he acted alone. There's way too many people that had vested interest in killing him.
Like the Cubans.
Yeah,
Like,
there was a lot of people. There was a lot of people that wanted him dead. And it depends on what varying version of the story you're willing to buy into. But what is possible, and this is one thing that people don't want to consider, they think either Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone or it's some wacky tinfoil hat conspiracy. I say neither. I say it might be both. I say Lee Harvey Oswald could have been in on it. He seemed like a gullible guy in
he'd
a lot
been
of
to
ways.
Cuba, right?
He'd been to Russia.
He'd been to
to
Russia.
Cuba. He lived in Russia. He was married to a Russian woman.
Right.
Lee Harvey Oswald was most certainly at least in cahoots with the FBI. He definitely
He was in the CIA.
Yes. He definitely
Really?
did some things
Yeah.
for other organizations and brought over during the Cold War a Russian wife. Lived over in Russia and then
Suspect.
got back in the United States and brought over his Russian
But he
wife.
did also go to Cuba, right? Didn't he spend time in Cuba?
I believe
he did.
I believe he did.
Yeah.
I don't remember that, but I
Yeah.
know for a fact he lived in Russia
No,
for
he
a
didn't
while.
go to
Was he a
Cuba.
communist?
He didn't
Spoke
go
Russian.
to Cuba. He was part of a Cuban movement, like a
Right.
Liberty for Cuba.
I think he
He
went to
didn't-
Cuba.
he
I
might
think he
have.
spent time in Cuba.
He might have.
Yeah.
I
Check
don't
that
know.
out.
No, he
Jamie.
didn't go to Cuba.
Okay, well, Jamie will find it. But
Yeah.
the bottom line is, he easily could have been working for the government, and he easily could have been a part of the plan, and he easily could have been a guy that they felt
A
maybe
stooge?
was
Yeah.
they set him up.
Is he still alive?
No, he got shot by Jack Ruby like a couple days after he shot Kennedy, or allegedly
Yeah,
shot
Jack
Kennedy.
Ruby shot him.
Shot
And
him
Jack
in front of the
Jack
police
Ruby
station.
died of
And-
cancer in
Well,
jail.
not only
Right?
that, Jack Ruby was a mob guy that was deeply beholden to all these different groups, and
Which is very weird, right? Why would Jack Ruby, a mob guy, kill Lee Harvey Oswald in broad daylight
Right.
while he's being escorted? Like, what would they were like? Well, he felt so bad for Jackie. That doesn't
Oh,
make
come
any
on.
sense.
Bullshit.
From
A
a
shark
mob.
like
Yeah.
When you look into it, the JFK story is vast. It would take you fucking 25 hours
Well,
to get
people
the
have
gist
written
of the
books
story.
on it. I mean,
There-
you know.
it's so deep. Everybody wanted JFK dead. The CIA wanted him
Yeah.
dead. The,
Embassies in Cuba,
Cuba and the Soviet
yeah.
Union to
the
plot
mob
his escape.
wanted him
Wow.
dead.
So he was in Cuba. Yeah.
Big oil wanted
Yeah.
him dead. Everybody wanted him dead.
So
he was
he was
trying
in-
to change the world.
He visited embassies in Cuba and the Soviet Union to plot his escape before assassinating John F. Kennedy. I think he was in on it. That's what I think.
For sure
My
he was
think
in
is
on it.
that
For
Lee,
sure.
Yeah, Lee
He
Harvey
was.
Oswald didn't act alone, but I do believe he was in on it. And I bet he didn't pull the trigger.
Yeah,
I bet
they
a
set
bunch
him
of other
up.
people pulled the trigger, and I bet he was the guy they set up.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, because
have you
what
ever
in the
been up
ca-
there? Like
You
in
know,
Yes, I have.
Dallas?
you know
yeah.
who E. Howard Hunt is?
Yes.
E. Howard Hunt was in the CIA. He was part of Watergate. He's very big in the CIA. On his deathbed, he says that there was all the assassins from Operation 40. Operation 40 was a unit that they put together to assassinate Fidel Castro. All these international killers. It's just like the movies.
Murder Incorporated. Yeah.
Operation
Smoking
40. Yeah, exactly. All these snipers and killers, anti-Castro Cubans. They were exiled. They all got together. They tried to kill Fidel Castro. Bay of Pigs failed. Because JFK. Part of the reason was because JFK didn't. He didn't want any air support. He didn't want to be any part. He didn't want any part of Bay of Pigs. So the CIA felt like they got abandoned by JFK. JFK fires the head of the CIA. So right there's a big rift between the CIA and JFK. The mob hated JFK too because they were supposed to protect the mob, Robert Kennedy and JFK, but because their dad was a mobster. So they thought they were going to be protected. So the mob spent all this money to get JFK in, and then he's turning on him. And Robert Kennedy, his brother, he's the attorney general. He's going after the mob. So they're like, okay, we got to stop these motherfuckers. So when you look really look into it, a lot of people wanted him dead. Big Oil wanted him dead. They killed him in Texas. Lyndon B. Johnson, the vice president, was about to be indicted for 2 murders. He had you know how he stopped that? JFK got assassinated. He becomes president. He pardons himself.
God, dog.
Lyndon
We
B.
just
Johnson,
went down a deep hole.
1963 was a crazy time.
A lot
man.
of people
The world was
benefit.
a different place.
I was not alive.
E. Howard Hunt on his deathbed said, Operation 4, the assassins for Operation 40 were all there. They were all there to watch the big event. They all collaborated. He says this on his deathbed.
But here's even
he
better
was
than
there
that,
as a bum.
Eddie.
He was one of the bums.
Yeah,
we were
that's
all
what I'm
watching
saying.
it.
There's a photograph of him.
Yeah.
There's a photograph of him from the arrest. They arrested a bunch of hobos, they said, getting off a
They
plane.
were all killers.
They were all assassins. And they've identified some of the guys who were on that train. One of them was fucking the actor. The fuck's his name?
Woody Harrelson's
Woody
dad.
Harrelson. Woody Harrelson's dad.
Woody
was an
Harrelson's
assassin.
dad was an assassin.
Like legitimate an assassin.
Isn't that crazy? And so E. Howard Hunt on his deathbed, you could watch this at the library on YouTube.
Gotta be at the
E. Howard
library.
Hunt
Gotta
on
be
his
at the library.
deathbed, he said he was bench warming. There was a lot just in case something went wrong. There was a bunch of people there. He was getting shot. He was getting lit up from all
Yeah, but
sorts
is it
of
possible
angles.
that the hobos were undercover cops?
No, the hobo.
For like
No,
for
one,
under-
Howard
one of
Hunt
the
protection.
hobos, at least one of the hobos has been identified as a known
E.
assassin.
Howard Hunt.
Not just E. Howard Hunt, but there's other guys that have, like, people have broken down the photos of the hobos, and they said that this guy is that guy, this guy's an assassin. Like, what it seems like they had done was they had planned to kill Kennedy, and they planned to do it in Dallas for some reason, and they brought in a bunch of different people to do it. Now, here's where it gets really squirrely. When you find out how many people who were witnesses, who testified that they were there at the shooting, wound up dying in really fucked up ways. They wound up dying by murder. They wound up dying in weird car accidents where their fucking brake lines were cut. There was a ton of them, so many of them that I think it might have been Lifton as well, David Lifton, the same guy who wrote Best Evidence. They had some calculation on what the odds are of all these people meeting violent demises inside of 2 years, and it was crazy. See if you could find that, young Jamie.
Is that the plot from Final Destination?
No, how many people? See if the amount of people who witnessed the Kennedy assassination who wound up dying under mysterious circumstances.
That's some crazy shit, man.
Dude, it's
astronauts, same
millions
thing.
to one. It's like millions to one. Like, if you look at how many people died and what are the odds of them all like getting murdered or killed in suicide, weird suicides, like hang themselves on a fucking coat rack, like weird shit.
Yeah, the JFK story is deep as fuck.
They killed that guy.
Everybody collaborated. They all agreed we need to get rid of this guy.
See, I'm surprised more guys, as they get older and on their deathbed, don't tell the truth.
Nobody cares.
E. Howard Hunt.
But here's the thing.
by then they're too
There's
fucking
also
old
plenty
and
of
squirrely.
fake stories. All they have to do, here we go here. Look at this.
100,000 trillion to one.
Some have claimed that a large number of witnesses in the event have died in mysterious circumstances. Sunday Times reported that the odds against these witnesses being dead by February 1967 were 100,000 trillion to one. Whoa. Admitted he had made a careless journalistic mistake in his book Crossfire. Author Jim Mars provides a list of 103 people he claims died in mysterious circumstances between 63 and 76. In reality, most of these people died of natural causes. Some of these people did die in accidents. Others were murdered or committed suicide. However, these people rarely had information that would have been important in helping invest. That sounds like an editorialization. I want to know who's right.
But I mean, think about it. If you're going to pull off an assassination and then you're all going to go as a group, let's kill everybody around there.
Doesn't matter.
That's hard to do.
That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I don't have faith
But you're not
in
looking
that.
at that right. What I'm saying is what that guy wrote is an editorialization. Like, that might be correct, but it might be wrong, too. He's making an assumption, and he's writing this guess based on that assumption.
Well, I mean, I don't know how you'd Like, okay, so you got all those witnesses. That's really hard. Now you got to organize all
Well, look
those
at this.
murders. Good luck.
All these different people that were witnesses. Look at this. Make that a little larger, Jamie, so I can read this shit. Look at this.
They all died pretty spaced out. They had a lot of time
These
to
are all
talk.
Kennedys.
Oh, these are all Kennedys
Yeah,
that were
yeah,
whacked.
yeah.
Well,
Wrong
everybody
timeline.
hates the Kennedys, man. They
God,
started
they
out
were killing the game.
They started out as drug runners. They were running moonshine. That's how they started. That's where they made their money.
Joe Kennedy.
This is
Yeah.
deep.
And then JFK and the rest of his sons, they started trying to change the world for real, and they're like,
Like, what are you
that ain't
doing?
happening. Everybody wanted JFK dead. They joked around about how they knew what they were trying to do was, put their lives in jeopardy.
You know what's really
Even
interesting
his
is
son. Look at his
Robert-
son, the way his son died on that plane. You look into that. Holy shit.
No, that guy was coked up, man. He's coked up and he didn't know what he was doing. He was driving into the fog. You have to be
You gotta
really
look into
good.
it. You got to look into it.
I did.
Did you really?
Yeah.
What do you think,
Dude,
Eddie?
He died with cocaine in his system and he didn't know how to
Fly
drive
that
the
plane.
A lot
fog.
of shady shit.
Dude,
Lot of shady shit.
people
Did they
crash.
find his body? Did
Yes,
they
they found the plane. They found his body. When
Yeah, you
people
gotta look
crash,
into it.
over 100 murders, suicides, and mysterious deaths, the strange fate of those who saw Kennedy shot.
For sure, live. You saw it.
See, I'd have to read all these.
That's
different.
pretty organized.
He's killed by a karate
Oswald
chop.
was coming out saying, I'm a patsy. I'm being set
Yeah.
up. Pop, pop, pop.
Yeah, and then Jack Ruby shoots him on TV.
And this
Yeah,
is
on
Jim
TV.
Koth was killed by a karate chop to the throat as he emerged from the shower.
The Jack Ruby killing. That's what raises my where I go. Why would Jack Ruby kill?
There's so much.
Why would
to
he
JFK.
assassinate him and
There's
then
so much.
just keep his mouth shut and go to jail? What the fuck is that about? That's the part that I think is really weird.
I know
Doesn't make
you're
any
you're
sense.
a super expert on JFK. You know more than I do, but I spent a lot of time on JFK as well. I just let you talk, but I know a lot about that. And there's so much.
There's people that know way more than me.
There's so
I've only
much.
read a few people's books.
The guy that blows me away the most about JFK, who knows, he studies all the players, all the mob guys involved, is a guy named Rye Dawson. He's a fucking JFK encyclopedia, dude. He knows. It's so deep. It's like Game of Thrones times 10.
Yeah, it's hard to tell who's right.
It isn't just JFK, Lee Harvey Oswald, and maybe a couple other assassins. It's so goddamn deep. You could spend a lifetime just studying and all the names and how they're all connected. It's crazy. It's super vast.
Well, it's unquestionably a mystery, and the idea that it's not is pretty ridiculous to me.
Look at that
this,
triangle.
Betch, go ahead.
Oh, she slipped out.
Slippery.
Nice grease.
That wouldn't happen if she had a nice karate gi on. Yeah, look at this. She's fighting off her back here.
Hey Eddie, I heard you said I was far left. Just so you know, I'm so not far left.
Oh, I thought you were.
No, I'm
no,
not far
I
left.
thought you were all Hillaried out.
No, I don't believe
No?
in big government or anything. I believe in
Really?
small
I thought you were
government.
far left.
Okay, I
I
was-
would've-
No,
I
I'm more
would've said-
libertarian. I believe in like just maximum personal freedom, small government, yeah, total transparency, all that stuff.
Okay.
Just so you know.
Okay.
No, I know you because you thought because of the Hillary thing. No, that was just more my anti-Trump thing. I don't like Hillary at all.
Okay, good.
I don't like either one of them. Just so you know.
All right.
I don't
What is
even- and
this
by the way, I don't care. I just
obsession?
heard somebody say that.
Why do people have an obsession with kung fu being real? Why do they still make these
'Cause
movies
it's
where
awesome.
people do stupid? Like, we know now what works, and it seems like for a long time those stupid kung fu movies, they died off when the UFC became really popular. But the appeal of people who could just like magically make people fly from like a touch to the chest and shit like that, it's so romantic to us that we bring it back.
It was
even though we know
before.
doesn't
It was
work.
kind of before we could prove that stuff.
Right.
Remember, like I remember. First of all, it was Asian, right? So it was just there was
Yeah.
a mystery to being from China. There was a mystery from being from Japan. The language was so different from English. So for us, this idea that they had these secrets, these like touching things and pressure points, and he was so wise and he was so quiet and so humble. We wanted that person to know something. We all as human beings want mystery. This is what all this stuff is about. We all want to be part of a secret group. We all want to be in the know, all of us. So when somebody is a master at
Death
kung fu
touch.
and breaks boards,
Can you imagine if there's a tournaments,
death
death
touch?
touch tournaments?
yeah, those
That'd be
Bruce Lee
hilarious.
movies were
Contact
incredible.
death touch.
That would be hilarious.
Those Bruce movies were incredible. Think about Enter the Dragon.
Yeah.
That changed people's entire lives, as in they went, I'm only going to learn karate and I'm going in that direction. I'm going to open a school. My whole life's going to be that.
And you're going to walk around with that kung fu. Oh, just head kicked her. Betch Gohea's on Queer Street right now.
Yeah.
She is hurt.
Uh-oh.
Oh, she ate.
Oh, shit.
That head kick.
Yeah, that was...
Knees.
That was and Renault knows she has it too.
She slipped too.
Oh, that was
Boy, she got wobbled. Damn,
boy.
powerful shoot for that single.
Can guys wear skirts too?
yes.
I would like, yeah.
We
the
can
guy
cut the
was-
sides. Cowboys used to do that,
Ooh.
like Spartan style,
Well, you probably should.
I'm gonna
just
start doing
to
it.
have
Michael
loose,
McDonald style.
loose kicking. Melvin Manhoef. Remember when he used to wear those
Yes.
gladiator ones?
Yeah,
Those
so
are the
badass.
shit.
God, he
Those are
kicks
the
so
shit.
hard.
He does everything hard. Manhoef is so scary. There's videos of Manhoef hitting the pads that make you want to never hit the pads again.
Well, how about there's a
See
video of
him,
him. There's a video of him playing like just pinata with Robbie Lawler's legs. That's the craziest thing. When he was kicking
yeah.
Robbie Lawler's legs,
And
I was
still
like,
lost.
oh my
Robbie
god,
won that fight.
I
with
know.
one punch.
Robbie went and hit him back.
With one
Is
punch.
Knocked him
Manoff
out.
still with Bellator?
I believe so.
I think so.
I think
He's
so.
still doing the damn
Yeah,
thing.
I think he's kickboxing too. I think he varies. He goes back and forth.
So explosive.
Bellator, has the big kickboxing organization too. So, like Gaston Bolaños is going back and forth. He did his MMA debut with Bellator, and then he's going to do a kickboxing fight with Bellator in April.
Path
That
of
is smart.
destruction
Oh,
right
the
there.
Mounta.
Would you say that kickboxing has more head trauma than boxing?
Oh, yeah.
It does, huh?
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, the thing
think?
is, if the kicks land, the thing, it's if
There are only 3
there's
rounds, though,
probably,
right?
well, it depends. Some of them are 5 championship rounds. But the thing about, like, it depends if you're Muay Thai or kickboxing. Because
Right.
Muay Thai, you're definitely getting hit in the head a lot with elbows.
But you're also getting
I'd
caught
say
in the
boxing
body.
though, Joe.
Maybe. I think it's
Because
not
their
as
goal straight.
Look at Bet.
head trauma.
Oh.
But it's true.
Bet,
It is-
Half.
Bet Correa is fighting with everything she's got. Look
I
at
would like
this.
to see numbers. I would like to see, like, actual impact numbers.
Oh,
this is not good.
shit.
Me too.
That was not good.
The thing is
Oh.
the potential for getting neck kicked or head kicked is so high. Oh,
this
bench.
ref is.
But then it's kind of over if you get
she's,
head kicked.
very,
you don't go
um,
on taking punishment.
That's true. That's a good point. But then the question is, like, what kind of head trauma are we talking about? Are we talking about one big bomb? What's worse, one big bomb or eating, like, 50 triple G jabs?
Eating 50 triple G jabs.
I like
That's
so.
what people die from usually.
I like this ref a lot.
You think that's better than,
She's
like,
letting it go, right?
Yeah,
that
let it go.
Gonzaga Krokop
Give her a
head kick?
chance.
Oh!
Dude,
100%.
Dude, she's
Bet
wrecked.
Correa is very tough. You got to respect her heart here. You got to.
Do you remember when nobody thought that you'd ever see women fight like this?
I know.
Like, women fights were never really big in boxing. I mean, they
They're
kind of
still not.
They're
You
still
got-
not.
You got the gold medal winner. She's awesome to watch.
But you had a few that were, like, interesting, like Christy Martin, and then there was
Layla
Lucia
Ali.
Riker. Lucia Riker was probably one of the best female boxers, probably the best one ever. And then Layla Ali, because she was Muhammad Ali's daughter, she got a lot of press.
Riker can hit like she was.
And then there was that other girl, too, Mia St. John. Remember
Yeah.
her?
What about Christy? What was her
Christy
name?
Martin,
Yeah.
Coal miner's
Look at
daughter,
this.
yeah.
Look at this back attack.
Powerful.
There's just not enough depth, so it never grows. Like you get
Exactly.
one girl who dominates, but then they just go away.
Oh, and of course, how did I forget Ann Wolfe? Ann Wolfe was probably the scariest knockout
Yes.
artist.
I was waiting for you
in
to say that.
women's
You always talk about it.
boxing. Oh,
Yeah.
she's phenomenal. And
Look at that. It's over.
and
Here,
she's a
check this out.
sick coach too.
Amazing coach.
But you know what, man? It's just we never saw this many matchups. Like, and you never saw this many matchups. Like, the thing about boxing is you're only really gonna see like maybe 2 fights, maybe 3. If you're really gonna watch a pay-per-view card, do you sit through the whole card? Do you? Because if I watch a UFC and there's 5 fights in the main event, like in the main card, you're gonna probably watch every fight
All of them.
and be pumped about it.
That's why UFC does well in a short amount of time has grown so much because there's 5 entertaining fights you actually know the people and you care
Yeah.
about. With boxing, like on the undercard of a Floyd Mayweather fight, it's usually shit.
Look at this,
Like,
she's-
why is it like that?
Yeah.
Why not stack it with some good times, man?
Well, the UFC, they saw the holes in boxing's promotion game and they capitalized on it.
This is the other thing why I think women
Oh, look at this.
MMA
She's
fighting is
headbutting
bigger
her.
than boxing.
Look at this shit. Betch Kohei is bridging on her chin.
Bridging on her chin.
But how much pressure are you allowed to apply? Because you can't strike with your head, right?
Not much.
You
You can
can't
put all the pressure you want.
But can you
expose
you
your
can't
neck.
backwards headbutt, Eddie? Can you?
No, you can't
No.
headbutt, but you could put.
Eddie, what do you do
use
here
head
when they
press.
Isn't that weird though? Come on, man. You could head kick somebody, but you can't backwards headbutt them. Why can't you backwards headbutt them? I
You
feel like
can't
you should be able to
headbutt at all.
backwards headbutt. I feel like you should be
You
able
can't
to.
you can't headbutt in any
Hey,
fast.
and you know what? We start that league on that tennis court. You can make that happen.
No football field.
Don't you feel like that you should be able to
Then we
backward
move it to a
headbutt?
tennis court?
How come you? Yeah, we tennis court size. I think.
Right?
We compromised. We agreed on that.
Wait,
we
you know
felt
what?
like there's something that accentuates the
Is a
view.
tennis court bigger than a basketball court?
No.
No,
No.
no.
Basketball court's bigger?
Yes.
Then I
Longer.
think basketball court.
Basketball's longer.
Basketball
Wait,
court
wait,
would be
wait. A
better.
tennis court
court's
is, I
pretty big.
believe, 100 feet, right? How long is it?
What's bigger, Jamie? I think basketball's longer. Tennis is wider.
I
Jamie, do
believe-
people ask you questions in real life and ask you to pull that shit
I've
up?
been doing this my whole life. Tennis courts are 78 feet. Basketball courts 94.
Okay, so
Any
a
other
little
brain
Yeah,
busters?
basketball.
There you
Stick
go.
to the basketball court.
Yeah, basketball's
Staples.
good.
Basketball's
Basketball's
good.
good. But here's the thing: do you think that you should be able, if you're able to elbow someone in the face, why can't you backwards headbutt? Is someone gonna die because you backwards headbutted somebody?
Break that nose.
yeah,
Let's
that's
do
a
it.
fucking.
Let's add it.
That's
Let's
a
add
real
it.
technique. I feel like that's a real
Do you think
technique.
headbutt should be
Yes,
allowed? You do.
100%.
Headbutt.
100%.
Elbows to the back of the head?
You know what? I feel like if you don't
Fuck
disqualify
that. Elbows to
someone
the back
for
of the head.
if you don't
Brendan.
disqualify someone for a neck kick, okay? If you're neck kicking someone and you're getting them back here, if a guy's standing like this and you're coming over the top with a right kick, you are hitting him in the back of the fucking head.
What do you think, Brennan? Headbutt.
I'm cool with
Protect the
headbutts.
back of
I'm
your
not-
head.
Are there?
I'm cool with headbutts. I'm not cool with if you have someone's back elbow in the back of their head. Just because there's a lot of there's not a ton of
feel
protection
like
back
it's
there.
I think
all
it can-
fucking
now-
dangerous.
I
It's
think the
all
face is-
Yeah,
dangerous.
but the back of the head can make you can go blind.
What
Lose
about
the taste.
eye gouging? You guys
that's
cool
a
with
very,
eye
very
gouging?
vulnerable
Fuck yeah.
part.
You're cool with eye gouging.
No,
Do
no.
they? Why not?
Because it's permanent damage to the eyeballs.
so is that.
Brain's not?
So
no,
is
no,
that.
not my brain, bro. Maybe.
No, you're
Are
hitting
there
the-
basketball arenas on Indian reservations? That's what we need to find out.
we can build one.
We're gonna have to take this to
Indians
Pachanga.
invented basketball.
Pachanga's got a lot of cash.
I think I'm not giving this to
Imagine
Betch
if we did this.
Correa. I
We
can't
we
give it to
barely
Betch
watched
Correa.
this fight. We barely watched this fight. But you got to
I
remember
actually
they're
watched
in
it.
Seen the
they're
third
in
round, like-
majority draw. Whoa.
Oh wow!
What?
Seen the third round.
Majority
Give
draw.
to
Well,
Marion.
Marion is more excited. She's happy, and Betch Correa is not. Little booty tap there. See that? Hello.
Oh, there goes the dance.
Wait,
Yeah.
what is
Ooh,
what is
powerful
it? A majority
Quasimodo
draw.
face.
She got beat up.
Yeah, that eye is tough.
She's thick.
A draw's no. Yeah, yes sir.
Boom.
Yes sir.
Yeah. So if we did it, we'd have to do it on an Indian reservation.
yeah, Pachanga.
Ooh, nice
what is the other
shot.
one? The one right there.
But you're talking about Black
Mohican
Toe?
Sun.
Yeah, Mohegan Sun.
Yeah, we're gonna have to
They
go.
do a
to-
ton of
There's a
fights in
gang of
Mohegan
them.
Sun. Bellator does a bunch of fights
Do
in
they?
Indian reservations. so-
Yeah. You don't have to
But
test for
we
that.
need
Oh,
a
look at that.
basketball arena though on an
She's
Indian
Shender
reservation.
there.
That's
Well,
the
let's
thing.
not get greedy.
We could
Hey,
yeah,
that's
get
what
them to
the whole
build it.
point is. The whole point is it's got to be on a basketball.
Well, if you build it, they will come. Let's just build one ourselves.
Yeah.
Call it the Fight Companion Arena.
Well, if you just have it in a basketball-sized flat area at the bottom of their arena, they must have an arena if they're having these
now,
events.
now you're talking about WCL, the Chuck Norris
Like, look
shit.
at this. Like, look at this. If you had one in there, you would just have that center area where you have that octagon. Spread it out by at least another 7 feet on each side.
Get rid
and
of
then
those
mat
seats.
it down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mat it down.
Well, that's what that place was, because this is an Olympic training center where they had a lot of Olympic stuff like wrestling and stuff like that. So you could do that there.
The only real issue would be people storming the flat area where the people are competing.
Well, you got to act like a goddamn human.
Like they do when I do stand
civil
up.
human.
I wonder what you would be able to do to stop that, though. Because the thing is, if somebody wanted to charge
Security?
the octagon, there's a lot of steps.
Good luck charging that octagon.
Yeah, you're not-
Security.
I mean, security might work, but if there's actually like a mob,
Yeah.
like the
Like the
people
way
are
they do
sitting
basketball
right there.
games.
If they just wanted to file out onto the court,
But it never happens in basketball. It happened once.
because these are fighters, they're savages.
No,
well, the
that-
crowd's not going to be savages. We're
Yeah,
going
but
to have some
people
nice
in the
young
audience,
men in the crowd.
someone in the audience. Do you remember when Ensign Inoue fought Frank Shamrock?
Yeah.
And
Okay.
Frank Shamrock was he fight Ensign or Egan? Who did he fight?
I believe it was Ensign.
Ensign.
Yeah.
And that's right. And he was beating him, and they stopped the fight, and Egan jumped into the ring and started attacking Frank Shamrock. When Frank stopped Ensign with a bunch of knees to the face, and then Egan jumped Frank. Like, now, if that was a flat area,
Yeah.
and not like a
Could be a melee.
ring, it could be chaos.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about Royal Rumble. And then
Well-
we got to charge more.
With basketball games, a
climbing
lot of
in.
times at the end, people run onto the court.
College, never
problems.
NBA. NBA,
Yeah.
you can't get on the court.
You
There's too much
I
security.
don't think that's going to be a problem, Joe.
Me neither. I think that, you know what? We got
I'm
bigger
just trying
fish
to
to
plan
fry
ahead.
here. We got bigger fish to fry.
What's the bigger fish? we have to fry?
Get this thing sanctioned, buying a stadium.
No,
I'd
no,
say
no,
is
no. We
numero
go to
uno.
we go to
No, we go to somewhere that's
an
already
Indian
established.
reservation. You could make your own rules at an Indian reservation. right? Right? Unless they change that. Maybe they changed it.
No,
I
we
don't know.
can.
No,
Pause.
they can do whatever the fuck they want.
We're gonna have to pay them a nice royalty.
They have
though.
crazy rules. Like, here's the thing that drives some people nuts. They can hunt whatever they want whenever they want to hunt it, and they can do whatever method they want.
Yeah,
like
they're
in,
Indians.
In Canada, they use spotlights to hunt moose. They shine them at night on the moose. The moose don't know what the fuck's going on. Boom, they blast them from the back of ATVs. They do all this different shit that you're not allowed to do if you're a regular person.
If you're a white dude, you're saying?
Yeah. But if you're I mean, it doesn't matter if you're white. If you're a black guy, you're not allowed to do it. I'm saying if you're not one of the first natives.
It
I think
makes
they call
sense,
them,
though.
Yeah.
First Nation.
It's,
right?
it's their land, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
I was
well,
told-
sort of.
Whoa, bro.
Here's the thing. Like, how far are we going back? Because it wasn't their land when it was covered in 2 miles of ice. Okay, that was just 10,000
Well,
years
that's
ago.
no one's land.
But exactly. So who's to say that, like,
First human land.
well, who knows how it was set out? Who knows who conquered who to establish their domain in that land?
Weren't the
Like,
Spanish here before anybody who was, from
Not before the
UK
Native
or from-
Americans.
Well, no, not before the
Ireland?
Native Americans. But
No,
the
I
Native
know.
Americans were here from fucking Siberia. Like,
Yeah.
that's
What
all
about the
that's all
Aztecs?
been established too.
Don't
all
forget about the
wandered here.
Aztecs.
You're right, but they all wandered here. See, the thing
So
is,
really
they all
no
came
one owns
across.
it.
Exactly. That's the reality is we are feeling terrible as people that inherited this beautiful place called Los Angeles from some barbarians that at one point in time took it from some other people that were here first. I mean, that's
we
really
should
what it was.
feel bad for the dinosaurs.
It doesn't have anything to do with the people that are there right now. That's my point. The people that are in those reservations right now, they didn't get anything stolen from them. They were born in 1968. You know what I'm saying? It's like the whole thing is squirrely that you're allowing them to have casinos. They can have cage fights. They can have rooster fights with fucking nuclear weapons
Aren't-
attached to their beaks.
Aren't they allowed? Aren't Indians allowed to
do
cross
whatever they
the
want.
border with just like flashing an ID? They don't get checked or anything like that.
I'd wonder.
I heard
don't
that.
know.
Into Mexico?
Into Canada,
Canada?
into the United
know.
States, and into Mexico, back and forth.
It is
Not with
really
Trump.
it's really odd that they're allowed to just have casinos and they also make partnerships with people who aren't native, and then those guys profit off these casinos too. It's
They
like,
also get a stipend from the government,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah,
a shitload of money. I did an appearance at an Indian reservation. They were bawling. It was the Beverly Hills of Indians. They're just all tattooed from the fucking ankles up, full body tattooed.
isn't it crazy too that you still call them Indians? Like, that was a mistake.
Yeah.
Like, they were supposed to be. They thought they were in India. These dumb motherfuckers.
Well, I missed that part of history.
This is not India.
What should we call them then?
Native
Native
Americans. But they're not even Native
They're not even
Americans.
Native Americans.
Or
They-
Sioux or Navajo
traveling, yeah.
or
That's-
well, if we're
that's
getting
more likely.
detailed,
Nez
I
Perce.
couldn't tell you.
Comanche, Apache.
Look, there were some
Pueblo.
There were some amazing people, and they did some incredible shit.
There's some savages.
What does this say? Once you have proven that you are at least 50% Aboriginal blood, if you were born in Canada, if you have at least 50% Aboriginal blood, you may be entitled to certain rights.
Eddie's right.
You can cross the U.S.-Canadian border freely, can live and work in the U.S. Wow. Be eligible for public benefits such as Medicaid, supplemental security income, Medicare, unemployment benefits, and other public assistance provided you meet the appropriate agency guidelines. You can register for college or university in the United States as a domestic student rather than a foreign student. Wow.
That's
Interesting.
huge.
Yeah, man. You do not have to register for the military. You do not have to obtain a work permit. You do not have to be processed for an alien registration card, also known as green card. The U.S. government cannot deport you. They cannot exclude you from entry, and they cannot deny you services.
Damn, they run shit.
Dope.
Does anyone have an Indian in them? You have some
Yep.
Indian.
I want some.
50%
I got an
Mohawk.
Indian
T-Mobile Arena reserves June 10 for Mayweather McGregor. Good.
Yes.
Good googly moogly.
It's fucking happening.
How is that going to happen?
What do you mean?
How you think the UFC and Mayweather come to an agreement?
Yes, that's what's happening.
And
Because
Conor comes to an
T-Mobile in
agreement?
Vegas is in cahoots with the UFC. I guarantee UFC's involved.
But the report, who knows who made that report?
Pretty legit.
You
I
might have
bet.
did it on the way over here.
I might have. I might have. I think it's gonna happen, man.
Wow, you really think so?
I really do. And you're asking me commentating it. So let's just figure this out now. You want to talk
June
logistics?
10th.
What are you doing June 10th? Probably companion with me.
Man. I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, if you're not commentating, we need to do a giant companion for it and
Yeah,
fucking
that would be-
celebrate the shit out of it.
I would prefer that, honestly.
June 10th.
June 10th.
It's about to
is-
get real.
Not if my man Mayweather throws you that TMT money.
I don't think they really care about me commentating. They'd probably want Max Kellerman or the boxing people
Bro,
to do it.
Max Kellerman and you.
It would be fun. I would love to do it with them, but
That's
it's
the
it's
attitude.
a boxing match. You know, that's their world.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was an
They don't know
MMA
Conor,
match
though.
and he was sitting down next to me doing commentary, you know, I think that would be a little odd too.
Not if Floyd was just doing boxing in the octagon. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think it'd be in an octagon?
Well, no. I'm saying if the roles were reversed.
Oh,
like I think
right.
you could talk about moving Conor's history because they're not going to know shit. Let's be real.
Right.
They're going to be like Shane Sharp talking about UFC. It's
Right.
tough to listen to. It's going to be good to have someone who's knowledgeable break down like Conor's history, how he came here, how he got his movement, what he's known for. I think that's super important. You have to have
For
a guy
people who
with
don't
UFC
watch
knowledge.
UFC.
Yeah, because you're getting a shitload of new boxing.
You know what sounds
fans
better?
Tune in.
Hanging out with you guys, smoking weed, watching it right here. That sounds so much better.
I just want my dear friend Joe Rogan part of the biggest fight of combat in history.
I'm good. I'd like
It'd
to
be a
sit
big deal.
right here.
You're crazy. You don't think that's the biggest fight in history?
I'll
Is
live
it? You think it's the
tweet
biggest fight in history? Bigger than
Yeah.
Ali,
Yeah.
Frazier?
Yes,
Oh,
number-wise, yeah.
Yeah, it's the biggest
Yeah.
fight ever.
Biggest pay-per-view ever.
Because it brings in two worlds. It brings in the UFC world, and there's one guy who's unquestionably the biggest star in the UFC, unquestionably by a long shot. And then you bring in a guy who has been one of the biggest moneymakers in the history of boxing.
Change the game.
The only guy to go 49-0 other than Rocky Marciano. I mean, he's like right there, and we'd love to break Rocky Marciano's record. And then, you know what, man? When people want to do things like break someone's record, and you want to do it so bad that you take on a guy who's never had a boxing match before, and then that guy starches you.
It'd be so sick. It'd be so sick.
I mean, it's not
If
like
he does that, I'm going to build
But
a
if he
shrine
did
to
it,
him and pray to it every day.
There's something
I might
about
get a
that
tattoo
dude,
on my
man.
neck.
I'm telling you, there's something about that dude. He's got something going on.
Magic.
He's got a little something extra special, but he would need everything to line up. It would have to be the McGregor or Mayweather would have to dismiss him as a threat. He'd have to not train hard enough. He'd have to not seriously consider the possibility that Conor connects on him and knocks him out.
Right.
And then Conor would have to do some roughhousing. He would have to hold him
Yes,
in the
get
clinch.
nasty, yeah.
He'd have to hold him and hit him. He'd have to try to get off as many shots and bully him around and wear him out.
It's a possibility.
It's a possibility. He's a much
It would be
bigger man.
nuts.
He's a much
Quick,
bigger
too,
man.
for how big he is.
Yeah.
Very, very quick.
But if you compare the two of them frame-wise, like what if they ever do it and they're standing right at each other, looking down at each other, doing eye to eye, you're going to go, oh, shit.
yeah, Conor's way bigger.
Because you remember when Eddie Alvarez was going eye to eye with Conor, and you realize how big Conor's head is? You're like, Jesus
just
Christ.
overall, just a bigger dude.
He's
From
a-
shoulders, his legs.
He's a big fuck. I mean, he can make that 145-pound cut when he's on death's door, but Mayweather makes it easy.
What are they going to fight at? 45?
That's a good question.
No.
Mayweather was fighting at 154 his
Yeah,
last
54.
few fights.
Wow.
So I bet they do it like 55, 60 maybe.
Maybe. Depends
Who
on
knows?
what Mayweather's comfortable with.
But I think in Dana White, you want to be part of that fight. If you're Dana White, you want to be in cahoots with all these guys, with Mayweather, Floyd,
or
and Conor.
you don't want the fight to take place at all. And look, he got
man.
fucked because Nurmagomedov got sick making that weight. If Nurmagomedov didn't get sick making that weight, then
Who
Nurmagomedov
got
and
fucked?
Tony Ferguson, Dana White did.
Oh, okay.
Like the
I thought you were saying
UFC
Conor
did.
did.
No, the UFC did. Because look, the real fight is the winner of Tony Ferguson and Habib Nurmagomedov
In the UFC.
right? So that's the real fight, as like being a big challenge for Conor, and that could be $1 million+ pay-per-view
As a
buys.
purist,
right?
ooh.
Especially if you either have that fight or the better fight financially is another fight with Nate Diaz.
No, the better fight financially is Mayweather.
Oh yeah, for boxing,
But not even
no,
close.
For
No,
sure.
I'm saying for Conor
Oh no,
McGregor.
for sure.
For Conor as a business, that's by far the best fight.
100% agree
What do you
with
think
you.
he's
What
gonna
I'm
make?
saying, and
20 million?
way more than
Oh,
that.
excuse
Conor?
me, sir.
100 million,
Conor?
like 100
Probably
million.
100.
100 million
And
each.
Floyd too?
Ray Borg looks good as fuck.
Yeah, he
man.
does.
He's so fast.
Will they? Khabib and Tony are going to fight again, though, right? Aren't they?
Hopefully.
Tony wants to do it at a catch weight.
Hopefully, but here's the thing, man.
makes sense.
Habib might not be able to make that weight.
No, that's
Like-
what that and since Kelvin missed weight a couple times and Dana forced him to fight at 185, I mean it makes sense that Dana goes, dude, you got to do 170 at least once or twice. But
Well, he only missed weight
Tony will
once.
go up in weight to fight him.
Well, he only missed weight once, right?
I thought he was twice.
Missed twice.
And
Wait,
isn't
Who else
Tony
did
a
he move-
huge
who else did he
55
miss it
pounder?
again? Against?
No.
Can you bring
He's
it up?
tall, but he's not.
Yeah,
he's not
how tall is he?
bulky. He's like Tony's like 5'10", 5'11".
Okay.
something like that.
Tony's built perfect for the division.
Yes,
He's
Tony's
long.
perfect at 55.
He's got a lot of muscle, even though he's long. He's very strong. He's excellent in the clinch. I was looking forward to that fight so much.
Broke
man.
my heart.
Well,
Broke my heart.
How big is Khabib? Has Khabib got a huge
Big.
frame?
He's a tank.
No, he doesn't have a nutritionist.
He's not
he
that
doesn't.
tall.
He's not being professional
He's-
about it.
He's thick.
Did
as
you hear
fuck.
what Tony told
I mean,
him?
to get down to
when he
155?
said, when they're like doing media,
Yeah.
and Khabib was saying something like, "Why do you got your sunglasses on?" He's like trying to say something about
Yeah.
insurance.
He's like, good luck with that weight cut.
Yeah, I hear him breathing. He goes, "Your cardio sucks."
Yeah.
He said, "He goes, your cardio sucks."
That's what Tony said to him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, they have to make it at 55 because what do you do with that fucking that interim title?
He
what
said
do
have
you
fun.
do?
He said
because
have
if
fun
Conor
making
does
weight.
fight Floyd, what the? We can't just fucking hang at 55.
But don't you think that that's the fight that has to be made in that division, right? That's the
Khabib
fight.
Tony.
If he can't make 155,
he can. He needs to get real and get a fucking dietitian.
I
a
don't
real
know
one.
what happened to him.
Well, you don't eat tiramisu the week of. I know that.
He did.
On Embedded, Tony even tweeted out like, for sure don't fucking eat tiramisu.
He really ate tiramisu.
That it was on the Embedded video.
Whoa, that's
Tony smelled it. He was like, "Have fun making weight."
Wow.
I hear you huffing and puffing.
wow.
But you
Cardio
have to
sucks.
make that fight, and Khabib can do it. He's made it before without killing himself.
But we don't know what happened when he had to go to the fucking hospital. They said he was in massive pain. Like,
We also know he didn't
but
go
hold on
through
a
Dr.
second.
Davidson.
Luke Rockhold, you're right. But Luke Rockhold said something. There was some quote that I had read. God damn it! See what they said about what did Habib's corner list as the official issue that was happening to him? He was 6 pounds overweight, right?
Yes.
When he went to the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
So that's huge. That's so heavy. You're so heavy
not
when
even
your body's shutting down. Like you're 6 pounds away and your body's shutting down.
But you know that coming in the week of the fight.
Yeah, but obviously he fucked up with his discipline if he's eating tiramisu. If that's true, that's even more disappointing.
I mean, maybe he just had a bite, but either way, you don't have and I'm not saying it's the answer. You don't have a Mike Dolce or one of these guys who are helping you with your diet, right?
But either
Does
way,
he have
Tony's
one?
I don't
down to
think
go
so.
up in weight to fight him.
That- you can't
it
do
makes
that.
sense.
Catch
it makes
weight.
sense for
Why not?
Tony. It makes sense for Tony. I mean, he wants to fight this guy, but for the division, it's so weird. It's like, well, what is
It
this
fucks
guy?
the division.
What is this guy? Is
It
he a
puts the entire division on
55er?
hold.
The fight's
yes.
bigger than what the division looks like. That fight needs to happen.
I agree.
That's fair.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's
wanna
fair.
see
It's
that fight.
I
And
have,
And there's all
I
this
have
other
to
shit's
see that
going
fight.
on. Mayweather and Conor, all this other shit.
Hey,
You
listen.
got GSP Bisping,
Here
random.
goes. Here goes. Medical. It says weight management, medical issues. He was treated and has been discharged. That doesn't say what the issue is. That's the official U.S. See if you could find out. I feel like I read an article that was interviewing Luke Rockhold. Rockhold was talking about what happened to.
It's on
Habib.
library.gov.
Did you see Dana though? He goes, if you would have, we maybe could have
Oh,
saved
he's drinking. Who gave him a beer?
This isn't beer.
What is it?
This
a
is
root beer.
Oh,
Rut beer. It's a rut beer.
it. We almost
So we're
fucked up.
fucked.
Root
Yeah.
free.
It's like someone gave the gremlin water after midnight.
No, but Dana was saying
I
he
panicked.
goes,
It
we,
is beer.
he
It's
goes,
Is it
we-
a beer?
one beer.
Oh, it is a beer.
I'm having one now.
It's one beer.
And he's doing it,
Oh,
then I'm
shit.
doing it.
It's one beer. Hey,
God
Brian.
damn it!
I
Why you
knew.
got a copy?
Well,
I got a copy, bro, because
you can't you can't leave a guy drinking by himself.
And that was the moment the wheels fell off the podcast. Okay, here it is. This is what I read. Habib wasn't getting any blood to his liver.
Oh, that
This is what
sounds
Luke
normal.
Rockhold says. Look, that is fucking real bad. So scroll down and let's see what Luke
That's
Rockhold
according
has
to
to
the
say.
drug?
It says the weight cut wasn't going very well. Khabib was complaining about a pain in his side, and we had to cut short the weight cut. And sure enough, it gets worse overnight, and he had to go to the hospital. Unfortunately, this is the fight I was really looking for, blah, blah, blah. From what I understand, he wasn't getting any blood to his liver, and something went wrong with his weight cut. It's very similar to his last fight, what I understand, and just something went wrong. You never know with these weight cuts, I guess, but I think he's ready to go, and we can rebook this. What?
Is he?
He wasn't getting any
Rockhold
blood
as
to
a
his
manager or
liver.
something?
No, he's the training partner. He's a AKA guy,
He's
too.
the 100-pound heavier training partner.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
They're from the
obviously-
same gym. Yes.
I mean, it obviously ain't 100
When that
pounds.
fight happens,
No, you know what I'm saying. He's a big dude.
What does he walk around at?
Khabib?
Yeah.
Shit. I don't know. I don't want to misspeak. I'd assume high 70s.
Yeah. Looks like it, right?
Yeah.
And he ain't
They-
fat.
No, they got to make that fight, man.
Yeah, that's the fight.
I'd say that's the maddest I've ever been when a fight fell through. Like when John and Chael thing, I really wasn't that mad. There's been other fights. John, DC, I wasn't that upset. This one, I was pissed, man. I was literally upset.
Tony was
Very
on
strange.
fire. His camp, everything was perfect. He was on
Such
fire.
a good fight.
Now, tell me if you're allowed to speak about this. I don't know if you are, but there's been a lot of complaints about his pay. Like what exactly did happen? If you could clarify,
you know
since
what?
you were training him.
I don't know the specifics.
Because I heard he was very upset. What I've been reading was that he was very upset that he
You know what?
didn't
It's
even
like-
get
it's like
his show
this.
money.
It's like this. I'm just gonna say, like, if you were getting 10,000 to show, 10,000 to win, and you made weight, and your opponent doesn't make weight, just give them the show money. It's 10K. But when it's like big money, and your opponent can't make weight, then we're not going to give you the whole all that money.
I feel like
it's
it
like
should
that.
be
It's a-
insured. I feel like it should be insured, and that's why it's confusing to me.
But I
It's
don't know
frustrating
exactly
for
what
Tony.
went down. I don't know exactly what went down. I know there was that issue. Will he still get that show money? I don't know if he got it or he got half or something like that. I don't really get into it with.
Glass is not going to kill him. but-
Tony's right though on that because he did all the necessary steps. He went through training camp. It's not his fault Khabib didn't fucking make weight, and
Exactly.
then he suffers from it. You can't have that.
Exactly.
If a fighter doesn't make weight,
I'm not sure what
the
the
other
con-
fighter should be.
I'm not sure what
insured the full purse.
maybe it was a deal like this or something. I don't know, but maybe
I
it was a
feel
deal.
like we
we'll
need
give
to
you
do
250
something.
to show, and whatever to win or something like that, something big. But we're offering you that if the fight happens. If for some reason your opponent in small print doesn't make the fight, you're not going to get that show money. It's like if the fight happens.
I feel like they
maybe
have to
if
do
the UFC
something-
would be smart on their end to structure something like
They
that.
need
right?
a guaranteed person. You see better fights.
I feel like
Yeah.
you need to make a person who does not make the weight get a loss. That's what I think.
That's what I'm fucking saying.
I
It
feel
should be a
like-
loss.
I feel like it's a loss, and I feel like there's no fight, and I feel like the other guy gets paid. There's only one way to stop it. You got to punish people.
Tony's
you gotta
career
make
should
it so that
advance.
yes.
But you know what,
You got to
even
make
though-
it a loss because the fighter didn't make weight.
Even though
Just
Tony,
why do you have 4 glasses there? One drink.
That's it. He's only having one.
No. He already had a beer.
We only have one bottle.
Gremlins. You remember the movie? You give the little cute things water.
They
Callen,
turned into devils.
Eddie is very constrained.
Callen.
You're fucking up. This goes into chemtrails and Operation Thunderfoot.
It's 5:55, people. Once he takes that, and we start talking about Kennedy and who did it,
We already
already
did it.
went
I'm
We
so
already did it.
We
I
already
want to
went
get
through
more
Kennedy.
into it.
Meanwhile,
I'm so interested
we're
in
not
it
even
now.
watching this awesome Ray Borg fight. He's one of the few flyweights in this division that like is a real interesting candidate for fighting Mighty Mouse. Mm-hmm. And Formiga's a tough motherfucker, man. This
Number
is a
3 in
good
the
fight.
world. People just write him off because he also got destroyed by DJ. But number 3 in the world really doesn't lose.
Just DJ's just something special.
Well,
Just-
DJ, if you're listening, you got to do super fights. I'm sick of seeing you fight it that way. We got to move on, man. Dominic Cruz, do you hate money?
I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it is, but I feel like I want to see him clean out that division and keep
He-
cleaning it.
And just keep
I
doing
like
that?
it. Look, I think
Me, and 75,000 other people are watching
I think there's
it.
plenty of fights for Dominic Cruz or anybody else at 135 between Cody Garbrandt, TJ Dillashaw. I mean, Lineker's much less attractive. Dillashaw exposed him. Dillashaw pretty much
Yeah, he
kind of
did.
clowned him.
Yeah, he did.
God damn, Dillashaw was good in that
Dude,
fight.
Dillashaw Garbrandt? What?
What do you think happens in that fight?
That's big.
Tell you what, man, I would have had one opinion of what would happen in that fight before the Cruz fight, before Cody fought Cruz. But after Cody fought Cruz, he looked so fucking good.
He outclassed him.
I was like, Jesus Christ, he's good.
And he hits like a tank.
He hits like a tank. He's fast as fuck. His boxing is laser beam accurate. And he's getting better.
And it
He's
wasn't
getting better
that
all
close
the
of a
time.
fight. He's getting better. He outclassed Dom. And then you see, you can't do MMA math, but I'm going to do it
Right.
here. You got Dom and TJ. It was a battle. Something TJ won. I don't know, man. I just feel like Garbrandt, he's like a little Chuck Liddell of
Yeah.
that weight class. Like he lands, you're fucking in trouble, man.
So
I thought your
fast.
podcast with Dominic was amazing. I really have so much respect for that guy. He's so intelligent about sort of fighter's mind and dealing with injuries. But his injury, like the amount of injuries he had to deal with, are crazy.
Yeah.
like the tendon pulling off his heel, and I mean in the fight, and crazy shit.
You guys have by far
Formiga just landed a beautiful. Oh man, this fight is fucking hot, man.
Yeah, it is.
Formiga landed a beautiful leg kick, and Ray Borg came back with a leg kick of his own and a spinning back fist behind it.
I'd like Borg to get a win there.
Borg's a bad motherfucker.
Yeah, he is.
He's a bow hunter, big time. It's
Jackson
one of the things
fella.
he pulled. Yeah, he after his fight he called out John Dudley. He just wanted to say, I wanted to be on your podcast and I want to go bow hunting with you. He's a bow hunting fanatic.
Damn. Yeah, Juicy, he doesn't get enough credit because he's out in Brazil doing things. He's small. DJ barely gets enough credit. So all these guys, it's a tough go for them.
It's a tough go. The whole
That's
division.
why DJ just needs to, I think, start doing super fights.
Well,
give him
even-
TJ. Give him Dom.
Isn't
Let's
it
do
crazy though that like 35's got so much hype behind it, and 25 has almost none?
Because we just don't care about those tiny guys.
Does
But
the
it's
Uf
10 pounds difference between
I
25
know.
and 35.
I know,
Isn't that
but
funny?
I know they're so small.
As long as there's someone smaller than you, will pay attention. It's like what we need is a strawweight men's division, and then DJ would be like, these little motherfuckers
these
over
little
here.
bitches.
They're fighting these little tiny 115 pound.
I don't know what DJ's waiting for. Maybe they're not offering him or whatever.
Well, he's got to hit Wilson Hayes in his next fight, and after the Wilson fight, like,
then what do we do?
You know,
Yeah, doesn't
Borg?
don't the new owners of
If
the
he
UFC
wins this one?
Don't the new owners of the UFC have the power to create stars? Don't they like pretty much
You gotta
run
win.
Hollywood?
Well, you got to win.
Yeah, you don't have to be undefeated. It's not
No,
boxing. You
no.
just have to be
Look at Paige Van Zandt. Yeah.
blow up personalities. Just
You need
the smaller guys.
Personality's
Put
hard
them
to
in
put
TV
into a
shows.
fighter. Personality has to be there, Like people have got to be able to talk.
DJ can
Maybe
talk.
they're there and we just haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Well, DJ's got a fun personality. He's
Yeah.
great on podcasts. He's a fun dude. It's just people, for whatever reason, haven't appreciated what they're seeing.
Yeah, but look at Chocolatito in boxing.
Yeah.
They think if you talk to any boxing, he's the best in the world. He fights on Triple G's card. The pay-per-view, I think, is next weekend. Does anyone,
Look at
if he
this
came
Formiga.
in here
Look at
right
this.
now,
Look at
no one
this.
know who he is.
Formiga.
I think TJ
Oh,
is
what
the
a
most
scramble.
exciting.
What a scramble.
fighter.
Oh, shit. Ray Borg all over it. Look at this.
Ooh,
These
grabbing the cage, son.
25ers are mad dogs, man.
The pace is so insane.
Don't you think that TJ is the most exciting fighter
TJ
to
or
watch?
DJ?
TJ Dillashaw.
No.
No, definitely
No,
not.
he's
You
not
don't
the
think he's
most exciting fighter in the
God, I think
world
he
to
is.
watch, but
The
he's
most
one of the
exciting?
best. He's definitely one of the best.
He's so unorthodox. He's just so.
Did you see Cody Garbrandt?
Yeah,
Dominic Cruz?
Yeah, but
Did you see
but,
Rumble Johnson?
Yeah, but I'm saying exciting, like he's from angles and just movements, and I don't know, man. He's just
Oh, he's excellent.
pace.
No, he's great. As far
No,
as
look,
the most
he's
exciting.
one of the best in the world. There's no
Yeah.
doubt about it. And if he can beat Cody, he's in my pound for pound top 5.
Fuck yes.
Exactly.
And I think he was when he beat Barao the second time. I was like, well, make an argument for someone who's higher up the
Look
top.
at that
Woo,
back take.
was
beautiful.
That was high level off the cage, that back take.
He took that back and immediately went to the body triangle. This squeeze. Everybody does that now. Everybody goes to the squeeze.
Especially their camp. Think about it. He's with Aldo and freaking Barao.
Yeah. It's crazy that was a rare move. That the body triangle was a rare move, taking the
Not
back.
really.
in the
Jean-Jacques
back.
did it in Abu Dhabi in the late 90s.
That's
to
true.
everybody.
In the
But
UFC,
it was in
it's
the
rare,
UFC.
though, yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty rare up until Ivan Salivary did it
It's
to.
so
And I
Controlling.
didn't start doing it and putting into my game heavily until Jean-Jacques came back from Abu Dhabi. And I thought, like, why did you keep doing a triangle across? How come you kept holding him like that? Because he never really did that in class. He was just straight hooks. And he said, man, so greased, so much grease. They're slipping.
wow.
So I had to lock their hips in
Oh,
or they
wow.
would have slipped out. And that's all I need. When Jean-Jacques says something,
You can
don't
listen.
question it. You just can pretty much bank on it. That's the way to go. Anything he's ever told me to do, any kind of direction he's pointed me in, boom, I go right to it.
You know who I bet has the most body lock time in the UFC? And I don't know who would track it. I would bet Anderson Silva does. If you think about with Travis Lutter, Dan Henderson, that motherfucker
Yeah.
spends a ton of time there. A ton if you think about his fights when they go to the ground.
It's so hard to get out of, man. I've never seen anybody get out of it.
Did he get Travis Lutter's back
Yes.
You've
He
seen
triangled
it. You just
him.
haven't
He triangled.
remembered it.
from the bottom? He was
He
on
had
the
his
bottom.
back.
You're working
I
here
thought.
chokes,
It
right?
isn't
Eddie?
Did he?
over.
Travis mounted him. I know.
But it's exhausting,
Remember
isn't it? It's
Travis
hard to
didn't make weight?
breathe and stuff.
Yeah, dude, that was my best example for the longest time of a guy that was on death's door. Was Travis when he didn't make weight for the Anderson Silva fight?
Title fight.
Yeah, look at
Didn't make weight.
Dude, Ray Borg tried to escape. Tried to
he
escape,
spun.
made it. He spun.
The grease, look at
inside the
that.
triangle.
The
he
grease
still
in
spun.
the way.
Damn.
Yep. And also being a really tiny guy.
And sweaty as fuck in the
Yeah.
third round with 2 minutes left.
These guys move so fast and they don't get fucking tired.
They
That's
can
what's
just
crazy.
go all day.
The game
10
is
rounds.
just so different for them.
Must
But they
be
get
fun.
tired too, man. Like, remember when Ali Bagutinov fought DJ and DJ outworked him, and then it turns out that he was on
Oh,
EPO?
those are some big
If you're
elbows right
if you're
there.
125 on EPO, probably not for you. That's probably not the game for you.
Ray Borg is landing some big shots right here.
Ray Borg's no joke, man. But neither's Formiga.
No, for me, it's no
Oh,
credit.
damn. So
Oh,
he
these
keeps-
are hard.
He busted his face open.
Is this
Look at that.
Anderson, Travis Luter?
Oh, he's busted open.
He's triangling them from the bottom.
Oh, shit. And he's holding the back of his neck. He's letting him have that arm bar. Look at that. He's letting him have that left arm. He should swing. He's holding on to his neck. That's how Randy Couture got arm barred against Ensign. Just holding on that neck. He's not doing it anymore
Right
now,
there,
but-
Eddie. He should swing.
Right there, too. He has it. It's open. He should be swinging.
Oh,
but
he
not
just got
standing.
cut
Good
open. You
elbow.
see that splatter
that.
that just
Yeah.
came off him?
Great elbow.
Ooh.
Dude, look how bloody the
Oh,
mat is.
Oh,
shit.
shit.
Dude,
Oh, he's
those are
cutting him with
big.
his
Oh,
elbows.
look at that. He went for it. At least he's out of that spot.
Gotta give this to Borg.
Look at this,
Gotta give
though.
this to
Borg immediately goes back to the back mount.
And
Wow.
Borg's jiu-jitsu is high
Glorious.
level, man.
His transitions
Glorious.
are sick.
His transitions and those fucking elbows from the top position are so scary.
Dude,
Look at that
Formiga, when
arm
he was trying
triangle
to
right
flatten
there.
him.
Arm triangle right there. He should just close it off.
Well, his arm's not under yet.
He could have just put it there.
Right. But the other guy's got wrist control.
Is he going to slide him out?
Oh,
no.
Scramble.
So
He still has it right there.
And he still has that opportunity for the
He should
elbows.
turn the twister
Borg's.
pass free the knee and then slice to 3/4 mount, just like Damian
10
Maia
seconds
does.
left.
But this speed of these exchanges is what you're really supposed to be looking for in MMA.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at
Oh,
that.
he's going
Right
for
here.
the he's
Right
going for
here.
the choke.
There it is.
5 seconds left.
He's got to go for it.
A tough guy to choke.
Wow.
These guys at this weight class are so fucking amazing. Like
Or-
this is what
Borg's a
MMA
tough
is supposed to
one to
be. It's supposed to be like movements without any physical limitations. You know, like you just can't move at this pace if you weigh 300 pounds.
But also at heavyweight, the lighter weights, the reason why we like it is it can end at any given moment.
Yeah.
These chance of getting finished aren't great.
Yeah, I mean, except for Cody, who knocks guys out with one shot.
At
and
135,
Lineker,
you're saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
135. Then that also is one. I mean, DJ's knocked out a few people at 25, and he knocked out Benavidez with one
Benavidez
punch.
bad.
But the reality is, it's way more rare
Mm-hmm.
at that weight class to see like a one-shot KO.
And that's why it's not as big as a draw.
Yeah, but it's also why those guys exchange many more techniques.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to be able to finish each other off with one shot, so everybody's much more technical oriented.
Way more
technique-oriented.
technical, yeah.
You have to be. Like, if you look at these two guys
Oh, my
and these
God.
scrambles, they're so technical.
If you had the skills at heavyweight or 205 as either one
Oh,
of these
my
guys,
God.
you'd be the greatest of all
Oh, my
time.
God. Could you imagine if there was a fucking heavyweight that moved like Ray Borg? That would be insane.
Be scary
He would be
as
the
shit.
greatest of all time.
Yeah.
Like, Ray Borg is a top
Yeah.
10 contender for sure, but he hasn't got a shot at the title yet.
If
But if
he
he was
wins
a
this one, he
heavyweight,
might.
if he was a heavyweight, he'd be the greatest of all time.
You wonder if there's
Ever.
there's anybody who's like if there are any athletes in the other sports who have that kind of explosion, speed,
Footwork.
dexterity,
Well, in
footwork.
jiu-jitsu, Buchecha is a guy like
yeah,
that.
but like
Buchecha can
take
move
a
like a small
Westbrook,
guy.
Russell Westbrook. If he trained MMA, Russell Westbrook. If he had trained MMA since he was 17, it's a chance he could be a guy that big with that
For
kind
sure.
of speed, right?
For sure, yeah. They're out there. They're
Yeah.
just not interested in getting
Yeah.
punched in the face for
They
the
can
pay.
make way more money playing football.
Yeah,
I'd rather
shooting
dunk a
basketball.
And
basketball.
also, they probably started doing that sport when they were a little kid, and
Yeah.
they got amazing
Yeah,
at it. And
we'll
for them
see
to
it.
transfer over into MMA,
In 20 years, we'll see it. You'll see a guy like that.
oh yeah, for sure.
Maybe not the heavier weights, but
They're gonna have to want to do it. That's the thing.
the
I mean, it's-
pay's going to have to bring the parents to do it too.
Right.
You know?
I
To
think
encourage
Anthony
their kids.
Johnson could play NFL if he.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
No, not right now. But if he played football in high school and in college,
Borg.
he's got the frame and the height. He'd be
Well,
like
he's-
safety. He'd be a safety. Huh?
It's a lot of speculation. That's like saying
It's
if Ray
tough.
Lewis was a kickboxer, he'd be a world
Yeah.
No,
champion.
what I'm saying is you
Yeah.
guys are talking about these athletes that
No,
are
I
gonna
hear what
somehow
you're
come in the
saying.
future. We already got a few of them. We
Yeah.
got John Jones.
Yeah.
John Jones.
John
could be
Jones.
a-
No, John Jones can. No. John Jones wouldn't be a professional in any other sport.
Isn't that funny?
I
He
doubt
could not
that.
play. Ask him
I
about.
doubt that.
He ran the 40. He ran like a 4.9 or 5 flat.
His brothers,
it's just
on
not
the other
his-
hand, his brothers are beasts.
It's
He
just a
comes from
different
that
set of
gene pool.
skills. It's just
Yeah.
it's hard to compare apple and oranges.
But they're the same. It's the same. You know, he's so athletic, right? John Jones.
For fighting.
Yes, but that
In
translates
the NFL,
to,
no. Just a
Well,
guy.
you know what, man? It's like
I don't
how
know,
much
man.
time did he dedicate towards that? How much time did he dedicate towards wrestling and
Yeah,
MMA
but if you run a
practice?
40, or let's
Yeah.
just say a sprint, if you went against a guy who, what's he weigh, 220 pounds, if you just ran a sprint against a Division I football guy, he's smoking the shit out of him. That's just
Right.
That's pure athleticism.
But if he played football, maybe he puts on a lot of muscle and a lot of weight.
gets
He plays
slower.
defensive
He gets
end.
slower.
He'd be a defensive end. You don't have to be that fast playing. the
Oh,
line.
these days you do. Yeah, DN.
How
you do.
far can they? Do they run 4.7 40s?
Yeah, shit.
Defensive linemen on
JJ
on average.
Watt's 300 something, 290 pounds runs a 4.6. At the end, those guys are.
Jesus
You're talking about
Christ.
freaks.
In the
You're talking about
combine,
freak
they
freaks.
just had a 370-pound guy run a 4.7 40.
No way.
370. Did you see this?
Just
He's a lineman.
think about-
370
Think about
pounds. He
what
ran
that's
a
like if you're
4.7.
standing next
No
to that
way.
guy.
That's
at
wide
him.
receivers run 4.7.
Jamie, look that guy up. He's a lineman,
Not too
370. He ran a 4.7.
Keenan McCardle did.
It's
Think
so
about-
crazy.
Think
Old
about
school
what that
Jaguar.
would feel
Who do you
like.
think you're dealing with?
Think about what that would feel like to be on the field while that guy runs by you.
That's why he's
Yeah.
MVP.
Look at these elbows.
Defense MVP. I know.
But I mean, if you could stand there, like right next to him as he's sprinting, just let him run by you, so you just feel the force
A whole different thing.
of almost 400 pounds running faster than you ever could hope
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
Scary. man.
Yeah.
Launching his enormous
weird.
body down the track.
They find that guys who are that big and that fast actually end up getting injured faster. So bigger and faster in the NFL, according to fight or sports science, is not always better because you get injured faster.
Well, I would imagine
that
your
depends.
soft tissue could only take so much.
It also depends.
Yeah.
They're talking about like
Yeah.
the biggest guys.
Yeah, apparently they did a thing where like you get huge dudes who are really fast and somehow they don't last as long as somebody who's because it's physics, right? So because your body can only
running in
take so
fifth
much.
gear
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
It would depend on the
Interesting.
position and depend
Sure.
on the guy for sure.
Yeah.
Well,
for
it's
sure.
also the sport itself is so fucking ruthless on your body.
Dude.
I mean, it just breaks you.
The
Average
injury
career,
rate is
3.5 years.
Yeah, the injury rate is 100% or something. Somebody said that like in the NFL, like everybody's injured. You
Well,
just
it
play with
depends what
pain.
injury.
Yeah.
I had Arian
Yeah.
Foster on the podcast this week, and one of the things he said is like, if my kids wanted to play football, I'd be like, "Fuck that! You're not playing football." He goes, "I didn't bust my ass to get to this position to watch you do that shit."
Wow.
Yeah, he's
I
like,
can
"It's
see
not
how he
worth
says that.
Yeah.
And you're talking that guy was a freak.
Oh, yeah,
God,
man.
he's a freak.
Oh,
Joe.
he's
He's a
amazing.
fucking monster.
He's amazing,
super
Who's this?
freak.
and he was like, "I'm tired of
Arian
it."
Foster, he led the league in rushing for a lot of years, and yeah, he was.
He retired because he wanted to. Like, he had a bunch of injuries, and he was like, "This is not. I don't want to do this
He's
anymore."
only 30, right?
Yep.
He's young.
Yep. Oh, he's
He's
in
a
his prime.
freak, man.
He's in his fucking prime right now.
30, and he decided I'm
Yep.
done.
For
Running back, it's
Yeah.
time to go at 30.
He's a smart dude. He's not completely motivated by money. He's not motivated by fame.
He also got paid,
He got
so it's easier to say that when
Paid,
you
yeah.
have money in the bank.
He's hanging back, but he's also being smart about being paid. You know, he doesn't have like $500,000 worth of jewelry on him.
Yeah.
He's not being an asshole.
You wonder what LeBron James would be like in the heavyweight division. Like,
He's too big. He's too big.
265, he could get down to
and
265.
he's lean.
How much does he
too.
weigh?
No, I think LeBron's 250 now, 253 something, right?
Is he?
Yeah, no,
Well, I wonder what
so-
his
He's like
jab
50
would
now.
look like.
He got on some weird diet and lost a lot of weight.
What'd you say, Jamie?
I was saying, yeah, as an older guy now, he's gotten a little bit thinner.
Yeah, he's like 250, 240.
Keto
Is
comes
he the
up
best
if you
all-time,
Google him, but I
LeBron
don't know if
James?
on
He's a keto kid?
I don't know if he is officially, but his picture comes up when you kind of Google something like that.
The best all time?
LeBron?
LeBron?
No, Michael Jordan.
Still better?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. What does he have to do to surpass him?
Nothing. There's not happening.
No,
It's
what
just-
if he wins like 5 more championships? Still?
No, because you know why? Because he only wins championships when he forms these super teams. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a bitch
The
move.
Bulls had a super team too, man. Pippen and all those guys.
Yeah, but at the time, Jordan was still a beast, you know? Like, he didn't ask for all that stuff, and they drafted these guys. It wasn't like he was like, oh, Magic, come play with me.
Well,
Larry,
the
come
first
play
few
with me.
years, Jordan he didn't win a ring until what, the 6th year, 7th year, something like that?
Yeah, still a monster, though, you know?
Better question is,
Here it is. Look at this.
Kobe
Look,
Bryant.
look.
Look at this.
Bam. Dude, that is on the cheek. That is 100% heel to cheek. 100% heel to cheek.
By the way, what's his name? Who
That's
with the
worse
red
than I
hair?
thought. Felder.
Way worse.
Felder.
Felder. Paul Felder.
He's a badass. Is he still
See,
fighting?
that's worse to me.
No.
That
no.
fucking-
See, with the one with Terry Edom, it just looks like it's not as bad because he stiffens up and on impact his head doesn't snap back, but it's because he was dead
Guarantee
out.
they show it again.
Dead
I would assume.
out from the impact of the heel to the cheek.
So
You were
muscular.
there live, right?
100%.
Joe? I'll take
muscular.
your word for it.
It was horrible. If you watch the video of him getting wheel kicked in the back, you see Ari. Ari stands up like this. Ah! Like you could
Just
see,
like-
yeah, you could see the wheel kick land, and Ari's in the background, probably on acid. What are you watching?
This is
amazing
the
athlete.
370.
He was not 370. There's a guy that was 307, ran a sub 5 this year.
Jesus
But
Christ!
this
Look at
guy
the
is
size of him.
306, and he ran a 465.
Jesus.
Wait.
Christ.
306 pounds.
He 306 and he ran a what?
465.
Oh,
Oh,
my
my
God.
God.
That's wide
Watch
receiver.
him again. Watch this guy do this. This
Is
is
he?
insanity.
I mean, he's
Offensive
in.
lineman,
What
yeah.
position is this guy going to play?
O-line.
Lyman.
O-line. He'll be a
O-line?
tackle. Hey, what college are you from, James? Say? That's a weird
UAPB.
symbol.
Yeah.
Holy
Maybe
shit.
maybe it was 307, not 370. Somebody just told me.
Holy shit.
Was this recent?
Yeah, this was,
Tehran?
well, this was a couple years ago. But
Oh, okay. No, there was a
Umstead?
guy who recently did some crazy shit.
That's incredible.
Although
dude.
I had seen
That's
this
wide
guy.
receiver speed
Yeah.
at 300 pounds.
Yeah. Now think about this. Look at him.
He should play defense. Fuck that offense.
He might.
They could use his speed on defense. Playing offensive lineman, you don't need speed that much.
I wonder if that guy's still
What
in
a
the NFL.
stud.
What you snack on there, Joe?
Can you imagine that
Is
guy
a
running
muffin?
after you? He should. What if he could play middle linebacker with that speed? Imagine him right there in the middle.
some guy ran the fastest one ever, I think, right? This
Yeah,
year.
from Washington.
4.22.
That's
4.2?
fucking nut. And how about this? You know, if he broke the record, well, Adidas gave this challenge. They go, anyone who breaks the record, they're going to give you an island of your choice and $1 million, but you have to do an Adidas. This fool ran in Nike, so he didn't get it. So sad.
They were going to give him an island?
A fucking island.
What,
Then they
off
asked
the
him,
coast of Japan or some shit?
nah, you could pick. It was like 5 different islands. They asked him, dude, you could have won an island. He goes, I don't own a boat and I can't swim, so I don't care. Like, all right, well, how great is that?
I don't run a boat and I can't swim.
Yeah,
pretty good, Joe.
just give me the money. Don't give me an island.
Who's Bisping
An
fighting
island
next?
would be cool. To
GSP,
own an
sir.
island?
That's right.
Come on, son.
I should
These
know
things
that.
you're eating, these are backpacker meals. I got the guy who invented
know,
this
this is next.
coming on my podcast. It's called Green Belly Meals, and they have like a ton of calories.
I was going to say a ton of calories if you're hiking meals.
Yeah, it's got a ton of carbs in it too, though. These are not.
Oh.
These are non-keto.
This isn't
You
keto?
gotta take some. It's exogenous ketones afterwards. But if you just have like half of it, you're good. Half of it is 25 grams.
Am I going to shit my pants because like 1,000
No.
calories?
No, it's not. But it's very dense and heavy.
It's
We gotta
fucking delicious.
perform tonight at the Comedy Store.
Backpackers like to take these things with them because they're really nutrient dense and they're
You have
like
another one?
Yeah. There's a bunch in the back.
There's some
They're
more in here.
1/3 of the.
Yeah, one of those.
If you go into the back, go into the to the room. I'll go get it.
1/3
I'll
daily
get it for you.
nutrition: protein, calories, fiber, fats.
I don't know why we just don't order a goddamn pizza sometimes, you know?
I agree with you.
I just
I'm
don't
not
get it.
opposed to that.
Tapioca syrup
Is
is
it
the
too late
first
for that?
You
ingredient.
can't eat into the mic. You can't have cheese on your
If you're
fucking
eating, you ain't
fingers.
talking.
What?
If you're eating, you're not talking.
I know, we can't
What's
have
wrong
that.
with
That's or maybe we have it delivered after.
Restock on these.
Oh.
These are peanut apricot.
I ain't eating them.
Peanut apricot is good, and this one is cranberry almonds. These two are cranberry almonds. Notice how no one's
It's actually pretty tasty.
wow.
Yeah, that shit's
This is
pretty
like
good.
an ad for Green Belly Meals. I'll just tell you right now, I have no affiliation with these people. It's not an advertisement. I don't make any money from it. I bought it. I paid for it with American money.
American money.
Hard-earned
I read about it or listened to him on a podcast, the Rich Outdoors podcast, a hunting podcast.
Who's the
this
strength
guy.
coach you've talked to? Do you think that you've gotten the most from? Because you've talked to a lot of them.
You know, I got a lot from Steve Maxwell for sure. I've got a lot from listening to Pavel Tatsulin talk on other podcasts and talk on audiobooks, and I've read his books too. I feel like him, he's a big one. Keith Weber, we've had Keith Weber on the show. He's the guy that has that extreme kettlebell cardio workout. The DVDs, he's got 3 of them. They're fucking insane.
Really?
They're so hard to do. You can do them with one 45-pound kettlebell, and they'll kick your ass.
Wow.
At the end of the,
How long are they?
45 minutes, I think. 44 minutes.
Do you train less? Are you
Eddie, put your headphones on so you realize how loud opening that bag back and
really?
forth is.
Are you somebody
Yeah.
now who believes in training less than you did from talking to those guys? As in, are most people overtrained?
This is what I think what Pavel has going on is something that he calls greasing the groove. And what he believes is you should never go to failure. He's like, your body's not designed to go to failure. If you're doing, say if you're doing something and you could do 10 reps with it and then at 10 you're like, ugh, you should do 5, and then you should walk away for 5 to 10 minutes, and
Really?
then do another 5. Yeah, because if you're trying to get strong, when you're trying to get strong, the way you do it is continue to do those motions correctly with full strength and full full balance and full control of the kettlebell, full control of the dumbbell, whatever if you're doing clean and press, whether you're doing deadlifts, with full control. So you're lifting with perfect technique, right? And then take a long time off so that when you come back 10 minutes later, your body's on 100% recovered. So you're not like still dying from the last set that you did 30 seconds ago. Come on, push it, push it, push it,
But
push it.
Isn't that what
just to build
sports
strength,
are?
though, right?
That's
just
what we're
to build
talking about. We're
strength.
talking about strength.
Okay.
We're not talking about cardio. If you want to do cardio,
or muscle building.
Well,
'Cause
you're going to
sports are
build.
the
You're for
opposite.
sure going to build a lot of muscle if you get stronger. But there's a big difference between that and the hypertrophy. If you're trying to just gain weight, if you were trying to just get your muscles bigger and do like bodybuilding exercises, a lot of those dudes like to do pyramids. Where they'll stack up the weight real high and then they drop the weight down and continue the reps until they have like almost no weight. But there's real questions as to whether or not that's a smart way to train as an athlete. And the idea being is that as an athlete, say if you have a brutal strength and conditioning workout where you're doing everything to failure, deadlifts to failure, clean press to failure, curls to failure, overhead press to failure, the next day you're useless, man.
That'd be a bad idea.
You're useless.
Yeah.
You're not going to be
Yeah.
able to spar. You're not going to be able to do jujitsu. You're going to get mauled.
But there's different phases for that, I feel like.
There could be. That's one way of looking at it. But his way of looking at it is you do these workouts where you lift a small percentage, like half of what your actual max would be in terms of repetitions, and just take 10 minutes off and then do that again. Take 10 minutes off, and take a long time off and do that again. And by that way, you leave and you still have a lot left in the tank. You walk it, these guys are fucking going at it. God damn.
Yep.
Edson Barboza and Benil Dariush are throwing down.
Look at Darius just coming straight forward.
Barboza just cracked him
what
with that
about
right
maxing out, though? What do they talk about with that?
They don't believe you should do it. I mean, you might
Ever.
want to do it every now and then just to find out where you stand, but it's not something that you should do on a regular basis for a workout.
Because
That's
I
where
feel
most
like
of your injuries
a lot
come.
of sports are where you're maxing out. You're trying your hardest. If you're fighting for sure. If you're so it seems counterintuitive. Like
say if you're
Why does it
fighting,
seem
you're maxing out?
counterintuitive if you're doing
so
strength?
if you're wrestling or you're doing jiu-jitsu or a lot of times if you watch these guys, they're spending a long time using their entire body in sort of probably in a maximum effort position, right?
No,
So-
I would say no.
So if you're trying to get out of a body lock or you're
Okay.
you know what I mean, or you're in the clinch
When do you
and
go to
stuff.
failure? When do you ever go to failure in a sport?
Well, I
don't.
guess you don't.
You don't really go to muscle failure in a sport. What
Yeah,
you do is you
makes
want to make
sense.
sure those muscles are strong, and then you want to build up your technique. Oh, high kick by Barboza.
Wow.
You want to build up your technique and your endurance in the sport itself, like
Right.
your ability to do rounds as a fighter, or
Right.
rounds rolling in jiu-jitsu, or whatever else other sport you're doing. Your real endurance training is probably going to come from sprints. Your real endurance training is going to come from something different outside of strength training.
or
Right.
actually doing the sport
Yeah.
itself.
So
Actually doing the sport itself, or then again, there's also argument for plyometrics, which is a great thing to do, which is also sort of the same kind of result that you're getting from movement training, from a lot of other things that people
what's
are doing.
plyometrics? Explosive stuff.
Box jumps, jumping over hurdles.
So if I said you can only do
Medicine
5 exercises,
why would I'd say
well,
why,
I'm
bitch?
just because let's
That's
just
what I
say
would
you can
say.
only do 5. What are the 5 most
I'd say, are
important?
you writing a strength condition book right
I
now?
want- I
I
wanna
would
know.
say you should do more than 5 things unless
No,
there's something
because
wrong
people
with
don't
you.
have that much time.
Those
and
fucking
shit.
people need to go fuck themselves.
Squats, push-ups, pull-ups,
Yeah.
I'd say
Sit-ups.
don't ask me any stupid questions.
Yeah.
and back raises.
Squats,
That's not a stupid
deadlifts.
question.
I'd say squats, deadlifts, chin-ups are huge, and I think weighted chin-ups are even more huge.
Push-ups.
I'm a big believer in weighted chin-ups. I love putting one of those dip belts on with a kettlebell in between my legs and doing chin-ups that way because it makes my max chin-ups go way higher. And I do them with strict form. None of that airy-fairy
You're not into kipping, bro?
cross-felt
You're not into kipping? You're not a kipper?
No, I'm not kipping.
I had you pegged as a kipper, brother.
You know what I think? I think you should be able to do strict form pull-ups and find out how much endurance you actually have in your arms without moving your legs with it and everything else. Strict. And in Strong First, in Pavel's organization,
Ooh.
you have to be able to do straight pull-ups. Like from the bottom, full extension. Damn, Benil Dariush with a big kick to the body.
He's bullying him. He's going straight forward, not letting him tee off.
This is a crazy-ass fight. Nice knee to the body.
Is Dariush Sambo guy or a Greco guy
He's a
originally?
jiu-jitsu black belt.
Jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai.
His jiu-jitsu is nasty, and he's a Rafael Cordero student.
Amazing.
Oh,
jiu-jitsu.
kick to the body by Barboza. Barboza's so fucking fast. But Dariush is on him, man.
Dariush is winning the stand-up game.
I don't know about all that. It's close.
Barboza's been fighting a long time, I feel like.
Oh, left hand by Dariush. Nice. The thing about Barboza is he can just always turn out the lights with one shot.
Yeah, he's explosive.
And he also does a lot of wild shit, like head kicks and things that can take you out.
Dariush is the underdog. I like him as the underdog if I was betting on it.
Is Felder still fighting? I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, he just won.
He's a killer. You know he majored in theater in school?
Inside leg kick. Who did Felder just fought? Just fought. Where did I learn to speak English?
I was cage side with that.
He took a little time
when he
off.
fought Barboza.
Yeah, but he did win his last fight, did he not? I believe he did.
He hasn't fought in a little bit, though.
Smart guy, man. Really smart guy.
Fought February 19th and beat Alessandro Ricci.
There we go. Thank you.
He's tough as shit. He took a full
say
kick from
February
Barboza
19th?
in the body and didn't even flinch.
A month ago.
Jesus.
Oh, those kicks
hard
are
kick
so
to the
hellish.
body.
Oh.
Yeah, Barboza might be the best kicker in this fucking division. You really saw that in the Pettis fight.
Can you think of another who would be a better kicker in any division?
Again.
Damn.
Damn.
But, guys take it. Look at this. Body
Remember that
shots.
Jamie Varner fight? Holy shit.
Like Wonder Boy is a phenomenal kicker. Different though. As far as like leg kicks, body kicks, Barboza's number one for me.
Yeah, he's pretty goddamn good while I'm eating over here.
I'm trying to think of other really good kickers, but as far as that, yeah, obviously Cowboy's amazing with his setups. I just feel like Barboza.
And then Yair
Yair
Rodriguez is on another universe.
Dude, how about him and
That's
fucking-
crazy.
He's the best kicker, I think.
God, that's a huge jump for him.
Edgar.
That's such a big leap for Yair.
I thought Dominic Cruz's point about how Frankie Edgar is, you see a lot of fighters that once they start losing, they never recover. And then you see certain fighters like Frankie Edgar who, even though they look like they're down and out, always find a way
Is
to
he
come
saying
back.
in the fight?
Yeah. Yeah, there's certain fighters that, once somebody else gets the advantage, they tend to not to be able to kind of come back from it. And
I
guys
just
like Frankie
sprayed
Edgar.
coffee all over myself.
White
This
shirt
is-
too. That's great.
This coffee thing, something happens with it when you press it.
Oh, dude, you can't have that. Is it
it's
too full?
spraying out.
A lot of pressure builds up, Joe.
Yeah, but why is it spraying
Coffee,
out
though?
like
Why is
that?
It's physics. I need a pointer and a fucking
carbonated.
blackboard.
No, you would be faking it.
I could
You
show
don't
you, dude.
understand
You don't know.
physics.
You don't know how much physics I had. Dude, these guys are banging, man.
Yeah, I like how Darius is being aggressive going forward.
God. Oh,
jab.
my God.
Beautiful
Darius
jab.
is, what the fuck? Is he wearing an invisible helmet?
Oh, Brian, you should write for some sort of a badge sitcom.
Thanks, buddy. Is that a compliment? I hope so. I can never figure it out.
What is he wearing? Some sort of a helmet?
Is he an invisible helmet?
If that was in a movie, I'd be like, what kind of douchebag?
I was in a
would
movie.
say
I
that
played you
while
in a
the fight
movie,
was there?
in the movie Warrior. Guys, get it, please.
Yeah,
I
it
might
was-
see a penny.
It was amazing when you brought out the fish bowl. Or the,
I don't wanna
the
talk about it,
goldfish.
all right?
I was like, if you ever, it was ever in a script.
I've never seen it.
If someone brought that up in a script, I'd be like, hey, see this part? No.
Absolutely not.
No.
Yeah,
No, I'm
that's
not
the part.
saying that.
Yeah, that's the part I get the most compliments on in the world.
Because who are you hanging out with?
I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk about it. Other actors, bro. Hey, other actors.
Darius is 9. Barboza's 5.
I gotta
such
come on.
a
I gotta
big
come on the
fight in
road with you
lightweight.
sometime. Damn it, I'm busy. Never match it up. Oof. Damn.
Darius
Nice
looking for that
jab.
takedown.
He went
Wow.
from jab to a single. Oh,
Great takedown defense by
Yes.
Barboza.
Swanson Lobov.
That is a weird fight, man.
Such a random fight.
I mean, Swanson's like, what is he, ranked number 5 or something like that?
Yeah.
And Lobov
Artem's
isn't
not
even
even-
top 20.
No.
It's so
But
weird.
Artem was like talking shit to him. Then maybe pulled the Connor flag, It's like, hey, Connor's my boy. Like, I do it.
That's a weird fight, though. It's a weird
It's
fight.
random as fuck. If you're Cub, what's it do for you? I guess,
Keeps him busy, makes him look like a superstar if he wins.
maybe lose.
do you get in better shape than Barboza? Fucking
Mark Henry
God.
guy.
But even him, I mean,
Oh.
that's the thing about Barboza. As good as his fucking technique is, as good as his kickboxing is, he still gets tagged. Everybody
Yeah.
gets tagged. This is a brutal goddamn sport.
Yep. Look at the blood on the fucking canvas.
Yeah, I mean, as good as he is, as good as Barboza is,
That's
he's
the most
still
messiest canvas I've seen in a while.
Yeah, that's messy.
Usually they clean that shit up for Fox. They
know.
spray it.
One of Tony's
Only
best
for
fights
Fox.
right there.
This is Fox.
No, this is FS1. FS1 is not nearly the reach that Big Fox has. If that was Big Fox, they would
wouldn't have that shit?
torture us, man. It's one of the reasons why I hated doing Big Fox is because they would get out there with spray paint,
Ugh.
and they would spray paint the fucking color on the octagon all over that gray area.
Non-toxic,
They'd be-
I'm sure.
Oh, it's brutal. It would blow right over to your face. You knew you were breathing in some horrible shit.
Jesus.
Dariush, one of my
They're actually
favorite
using
fighters.
real spray paint?
Yes. It's totally illegal. I guarantee you. It's some shit that they would do if they were like working on a car somewhere.
God.
You know?
man.
It's
Just
terrible.
straight primer?
I don't know who authorized it. I don't know why they were allowed to do it, but we would be sitting there cage side and toxic fucking fumes from spray paint were being blasted all over that canvas.
It's
and
just
we
because
would
they
all
just don't want the
cough.
blood?
Yes. They just didn't want to see the blood.
Because they
didn't
think
want to
people are like,
admit-
oh my God.
people on Big Fox. They didn't want to admit what they're selling.
Oh, God damn it.
It's a bloody sport. So you would be sitting there doing commentary and you'd be coughing. You'd have to like pull your shirt up above your face like this, like fucking A, man. And the guys who were doing the sound were like, this is fucking brutal. I can't believe they're doing
It
this.
sucks.
Dude, these guys are just coming at this is fucking Dariush is like, there you
Ooh,
go.
head
There you
kick.
go. Damn, he's good.
Damn, Dariush looks real smooth on
yes.
his feet. The thing about Barboza, though, you got to always wonder. You got to always wonder when he's going to uncork something on you. He's got such good footwork, too, man.
Yeah, he does. That's that Mark Henry, man. Because he wasn't always like this.
Damn.
Well,
he used to be a little more stagnant.
Oh my God!
Oh,
God.
Oh my
Jesus
God!
Christ.
Oh my God!
Oh.
Oh my God! Like you just said.
He's out,
like you
out.
just said.
Holy
like you just
shit.
fucking said.
Dude,
Oh,
holy
no.
shit.
Is that Mario Yamasaki, the ref? Do you see him come fucking
Oh, my
Brock
God.
Lesnar bulldogging in?
Oh, my
hey,
God.
man.
Holy
Good for
shit.
Yamazaki. Good, because he didn't want to get. Oh
What
my-
timing on that knee?
What the
That's
fuck?
Mark Henry right
There
there.
he is.
Powerful Mark Henry.
Are you kidding?
Good lord.
Almeida, Thomas Almeida. Yep, nice.
Oh, I can't wait to see this replay. The fucking timing on that knee was
No.
insane.
Hope he's all right.
I want to know what the fuck Mario runs in the 40. Did you see how fast that was? Wait till you see this. I've never seen a ref react that way ever.
Man, oh
Man,
man, that was
here it is.
ridiculous.
Here it is.
What was it, a left knee?
Jesus.
Jumping knee?
I don't even remember. Look at this.
Off a jab. Off
right
a jab.
in there.
Off
Oh,
a jab.
It looked like he was gonna.
Look at him. Boom.
Dude,
Clutch and
off-
cluck.
Off. Good for that ref. That's great job on that ref.
Boom. That blowout
Yeah.
fucking.
That wasn't Yamazaki, was
It's,
it?
I can't
yeah,
tell.
It's Mario. He's got to make
Is
up
it
for
Mario?
that Derek
No.
Lewis.
No, it's not Mario.
It's not Mario.
Some
It's not
other
Yamazaki.
Asian
Who is it?
fella that
No.
can
No.
It's
fucking
not
body
Yamazaki.
diving
That
in.
may be the
Huh?
best
That's a
referee
guy I haven't
ever.
seen.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
We'll
well
see the
done.
referee when we see them
He almost
get their
blew out
hands raised.
Barboza's knee.
Well
hey,
done.
Spaz,
I know,
relax.
Nah, he was good. He was good though. He wanted to save Dariush. That's a good ref. Right
So
there.
it wasn't Mario Yamasaki. Who was the
No.
referee? No, look at that
Oh.
guy. I don't know that guy.
Oh, his
the
last name's
best.
Maya.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did a good job.
Yeah.
Awesome job, dude.
Powerful bull.
Damian
haircut.
Maya's
Barboza.
brother?
I don't know, but they're both in Brazil. Is there a lot of Mayas in Brazil?
It's
question.
probably his brother.
Good chance.
Good question.
'Cause
Remember
he
when
was-
Rich Franklin's brother used to referee? And you look at him, you're like, hey, man, where
I
did
nodded, but I don't. Yeah, I know you're from somewhere.
Where did I know you from, man?
Rich Frank. I was thinking about him the other day. I was watching a replay of him versus Anderson in Cincinnati. He was such a fun fighter. Remember, he's a math teacher. Looked like Ace Ventura.
Yeah.
That's his whole spiel.
Handsome Ace Ventura, big. So
Tough motherfucker, and one of the first guys to come in insane shape.
Insane.
He had a
shape.
real weird workout though. Like
American
today,
fighter.
it would be kind of frowned upon a lot of the exercises he was doing because he was doing a lot of like isolation exercises and really super high repetitions. You know, you remember he was doing like machines, like
Yeah.
isolation machines.
That shit worked though for him
For him, it worked.
until Anderson Silva came along.
Yeah,
It's
well,
a cool story, bro. Check out these knees. Remember that?
Yeah.
You're doing what? Let me go and get this plum real quick and knee your nose off.
how about that? Look at this. Look at this card. Weidman versus Musasi, April 8th.
Did you see the poster?
That's
DC was so pissed.
I know.
Because what the fuck
He
is
should
this?
be.
Why?
Because Rumble's like 80 times bigger than him.
Rumble looks like King Kong sitting over him. He's the little poor white girl.
Yeah,
It's
it's-
very, it's very strange.
It is
Very strange.
He
Oh
is
my
Kong.
God.
He's Kong looming in the background.
Yeah, man. Like he beat him before some shit. Like he didn't get choked the fuck out in the
I
first
know,
match.
right?
I don't know. They look the same size.
No,
to me.
that's not
Right
it.
there.
That's not it. DC literally was like, "What the fuck is this?"
There's a poster that DC put on Instagram, Jamie. See if you can find
Just
it.
calling them out like, "Who made this?
Damn,
I'm the champ, for
Barboza.
God's sakes."
Barboza with insane knee. Holy shit, that was good.
That ref, we need to check him for fucking supplements.
One more time. Let's see it here. I see some motion.
Dude, this is crazy, but off a fucking jab, man.
Oh
like,
my
come
God.
on. He had
It's
to wear.
perfect.
Oh, he didn't back
Perfect.
up. He just went, oh, okay, here you go.
Good lord.
For sure, that's his brother.
It looks like
Damian
Damian
Maya, they
Maya.
look very similar.
He looks super
You
similar.
can Google it.
You might be racist as fuck, though.
There might be a shitload of
You know what's
Mayas,
weird? Like you
Silva
could
in
say it's
Brazil.
racist, but that dude is white as fuck.
Yeah, he is.
Like, there it is. Look at the
That's the
Cormier
poster's piss.
Johnson poster. Like you can't
oh,
say it's.
shit.
Well, that's crazy. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy.
He's the champ, chipping the other way around.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
That's weird.
Yeah, that's
That poster.
He's, in,
That's a big
he's all
fuck up.
red and shit.
Whoever did that should get fired.
That post is ridiculous.
It's because, obviously Johnson's a knockout artist and he's winning, but DC's your champ, man, and he beat him before.
Johnson's looming over him, I guess.
Well,
He's not. They fought before.
what is this? Is this the same reason why the Ronda Rousey video was all Ronda and very little about Amanda Nunes?
It's
the
different
same
because neither
kind
one of
thing?
them's a draw. So it doesn't.
Oh, you don't think people want to see Rumble fight?
I do, but if like just a Rumble fight's not a big draw. I mean, you do. I love Rumble. I'm not complaining about Rumble.
But
Johnson.
a Rumble fight for the title is different than anybody else fighting for the title.
Rumble
The
Johnson.
numbers would be on my side on this argument, Joe. Not an argument. I'm just saying, like, he doesn't pull in huge numbers pay-per-view.
No, I think you're probably right, but I think he has the potential to be a massive star, and that's what they're seeing.
With his knockout
the way,
power?
Yeah, the
That's
way he
fair.
puts guys to sleep.
Rumble
that's fair.
Johnson. I think Rumble Johnson, John Jones sells more than Rumble Johnson, Daniel Cormier. That's what I think.
Well, they already fought.
I know.
And he beat him.
Yeah, I think you're right. Look at his timing on this fucking knee.
But, dude,
Boom. Oh, my God. I mean, that's about as perfect a knee as anybody's ever thrown
God.
in life.
that's
It's a
incredible.
perfect
Ridiculous timing. He wasn't winning that fight before that.
Crazy
Not
fight.
on my card.
Oh, well, I didn't have a card. Do you have a card?
Yeah, I'm right here. Here we go. and that ref, MVP of the night.
Damn, Edson Barboza's a beast.
Number 5 just beat Dariush, knocked him out. He has a fun one coming up.
What a crazy division that 155 is.
Oh
It's
my
just
God.
a boiling
Murder's
pot.
row.
Yeah,
You better have
demons.
this shit together.
Oh, yeah, you have to be able to do everything. Because even this guy gets outworked by people.
Yeah, man. He's lost some big
And how about
fights.
Pettis? Pettis now has to come back to this shit.
Enjoy that, Bettis.
Yeah, I mean,
wish
what
him
does
the
he do?
best. But 55 for him. But he didn't really have that bad of a run at 55. Last couple of decisions.
Oh, listen, when he was on top at 55, when he knocked out Cowboy Cerrone with that body kick,
Oh, my
when he
God.
knocked out Joe Lozon,
When he
look,
tapped out
Gilbert
Benson
Melendez
Henderson.
and get Benson Henderson to win the
Come on,
title.
man.
He can
He's
still
a
do
beast.
work. He's still a top
He's
10
a beast.
guy. Yeah.
He's a beast.
Hell of an athlete.
And he's still fairly young. I feel like with a guy like that, it's almost like he has to take some time and get his body to the perfect weight and strength to compete at 155.
This is the other thing, Joe. Where's he at mentally? Like, he's been to the
Right.
top of Everest. He's put the flag in there. You know what it takes to get there. Do you still want to do that?
a
Like,
good
you've been
question.
through all this. Do you really want to restart from the bottom and go up?
And
Like,
you
you know what it's like up there. Is it any different?
Yeah, and you're dealing with all the issues.
Probably worse now.
Yeah.
Physical issues.
Yes.
This DC Rumble fucking promo. Dum dum dum. So that's gonna be a fun fight, man.
Dude, I like Weidman Musasi on that, too. That's a fun
yeah,
fight,
that's
too.
a very fun fight. I like that fight a lot.
Dude, the Dallas card is stacked.
it's everybody's
Who's on it?
They're
praying.
treating us real good on that one.
Yeah.
Who?
I don't even know where to start. I mean,
Anywhere.
Can you bring that up? Just look at it. There's so many, Eddie. My mind's going.
Well, it's a heavyweight title, right? It's Junior Dos Santos versus Stipe
Stipe,
Miocic.
you got Joanna Jacek on that bitch.
And she's fighting. Here, go high on that. She's
Oh,
fighting
Maya
Jessica
Masvidal.
Andrade. Yeah, man.
Oh, Eddie Alvarez, Poirier.
Yeah.
Oh,
What
yeah.
is this?
So
this one is
Benitez
nuts. This card is
Barzola.
nuts.
He ain't doing shit.
Gabriel Benitez and Enrique Barzola. That's interesting that that's on the main card.
I don't think that does that.
Yeah.
It's not set yet. They're just tossing them up there because Frankie Edgar versus
Right.
Yair Rodriguez is a burner.
Oh my goodness.
I
boy.
think it's too much for Yair, but
You think it's too much for Yair?
this soon, he just murked
and
BJ
Cejudo.
Penn.
Henry Cejudo versus Sergio Pettis. Holy shit.
I know.
Damn, Sergio Pettis got some serious abs. Back up
Yeah,
real
he
quick.
does. Yeah, he does.
What in the fuck,
Someone called the
Sergio?
golden snitch.
Jesus Christ. He's not passing the sniff test.
Nope. The snitch test, the golden snitch test, you ain't passing, son.
Too shredded.
Wow, what a fucking card. Look at that card.
Sergio Pettis is quietly becoming, a real badass in that division.
The real fight on the card that I'm interested in the most, honestly, is Frankie Edgar versus Yair Rodriguez. I'm looking forward to that as
over
much as
Damian Maya Masvidal?
as much
Winner
as
that's
anything.
going Sizzler.
Yeah, but dude, Yair Rodriguez is doing some crazy Street Fighter shit in
To
there.
BJ
I want to see
Penn.
it. I want to see what he can do to Frankie. If he can land a 360 roundhouse kick on Frankie Edgar, we got a party
See,
going on
I don't like
here.
that fight, son. The party's with Stipe Dos Santos.
That's the party too, right?
That's
They
a
already
fucking
did that.
party. And it was a close fucking
When is this?
fight.
Man, Dos Santos' face has
May.
May
changed.
13th.
Oh, it's a while.
Yeah, when you get punched, it changes.
Yeah.
When Cain Velasquez fucking tenderizes your face for 10
Gee
rounds.
whiz, he looks more and more evil. He looks like he's the guy.
Couldn't
one
be
of
the nice.
demons.
Couldn't get any nicer than that guy.
Yeah, he's a
Might
stud.
be the most friendliest guy in the world. Stipe is a good dude too, but that's a great fucking fight.
Oh yeah.
They were trying
Shogun.
to do Eddie Alvarez versus Ferguson first. I'm like, nah, man, I'm waiting for this title shot, huh, Eddie?
Dude, look at Shogun.
The mitt work looks kind of strange, no?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it looks real slow.
They're doing it for the cameras, fellas.
Okay.
They're warming up, you know.
But they come in. They might already warmed up, and when they come in, they go, "Hey, we're gonna get you now on film." And you're almost cold. You stand up, and you're not. This isn't real.
That guy to the right has been.
Plus, you don't want to show too much.
That's a crazy fight, though. Shogun has been in so many wars. You're always like, how many more wars can that guy be in?
Wait, what's this?
Yeah,
what's this
but-
movie?
What's this
With-
movie?
with him
Scarlett
and
Johansson's
Vitor.
kicking ass again.
Dude, she's bodied
She's
up.
just constantly kicking ass.
She's
Ooh,
super bodied up.
them tatar.
Yep, she got them robot titties.
Hey guys, seriously, but don't be misogynist.
It's Women's Month.
Is it
Is it still
misogynist?
Women's Month?
I have to check you.
What is misogyny? Does that mean like you hate women?
Yeah,
right? It's
and
not
just because you
misogynist to be-
say she has a nice body does not mean you're a misogynist.
No, if she
No.
went, man, you have some nice.
But if you say
dick,
she
I'd
has,
like it.
yeah, if you say she's got some nice titties,
Yeah,
That's being real.
is that
that's kind of the problem with the
being
way
misogynist?
the way the left brands any kind of with like the narrative of feminism, like women are victims, men are oppressors and toxic and predators, and you can't have a discussion from that. It's like just because I think a woman's beautiful and I compliment her or she turns me on, doesn't mean I want to oppress her. It just means I
feel
want to
like-
have sex with her.
I feel like we're turning a corner
off.
on that. I
don't
feel like
know,
we're
dude.
turning a corner
Not
on
in
that.
academia, we haven't.
Yeah, but I think that they're being critiqued on a level that they've never really been critiqued at
Good,
before.
good. I'm glad to hear that.
I mean, don't you think? I mean, with the kind of scrutiny that they receive online,
I do. The problem is I think most of us are living in our own echo chambers. I think the biggest problem with online stuff is that most of us are able to create our own echo chambers. And so there isn't enough exchange of ideas. And I think we all need to kind of open up. And I think you should listen to the people you disagree with as much as you possibly can to see what you don't like about them and what they're really saying. If you rely on just the media, what they're going to do is they're going to highlight 4 sentences that you said over and over. And what the biggest problem we have is you can say one sentence and people brand this very complex
Right.
human being who's always changing day to day, and they'll brand you with a label.
Yeah.
You're a sexist. You're a racist. You're a misogynist. Well, human beings are very different. I'm very different day to day. Depending on my mood, I say some fucked up shit. Then I say some really nice things, and depending on how I feel. But I know who I am.
yeah, defining people through a few tweets or a blog article or something like that,
Yeah,
and
that's
you're
the way
talking
to
about
do
a
it.
human's
It
entire
doesn't.
life.
It doesn't
it's
help.
ridiculous.
It doesn't move ideas
Yeah.
forward.
Well, it's also it's the reality of censorship. I mean, you're attempting to, instead of debate people and their ideas and offer superior ideas
Yeah.
and put your ideas to the test, instead of doing that, they want to silence speech. So they want to stop people like Jordan Peterson. There's a university that just called him transphobic, and they're trying to get him kicked off of. I
There you go.
forget it was.
Of course they are.
I think it was in. I want to say it was in Dublin.
Charles Murray
Where's
was not
the,
allowed to speak at a
hold on a
university.
second. Well, a lot of people have not been allowed to
Not
speak
allowed to
recently.
speak. And in these leftist universities, they don't even let you speak because you have a different idea. Because you might have an idea that grates against the common orthodoxy.
Yeah, and Jordan Peterson, by the way, is anything but transphobic. He's
course.
absolutely not. And the only thing that he said is he doesn't want to use a bunch of made-up gender stereotypes.
Either do I.
Or gender pronouns, rather.
Or how about the fact that I have to give you verbal consent in bed? So you're getting into my bedroom telling me how to speak.
Yeah.
This is. I don't think we've seen anything like this, and that's the problem. And it has to be fought against. It's just because it's a form of tyranny. And by the way, again, the reason a lot of the liberal press has lost their credibility is because they harp on, they'll brand, like think about even with Trump, who I'm not a fan of, they brand him all these things where it's kind of what are we supposed to do with that kind of, when you call somebody that, is it over now? Are we just done with that person? Or is there a smarter way to break somebody down? Yeah, I don't know, man. It's especially the left. I love how the left tries to, speaking of like, if you dislike Trump, the way I would fight Trump is I would do this. I would go, he's not a Democrat, he's not a Republican, he's not even an American, he's a Trumpist, he's a monarch. That's how you get the Second Amendment guys on your side. If you're a liberal and you want to get the other people on your side,
it doesn't work that way. You're not going to get the Second Amendment guys if he supports them.
If you frame it the right way.
The left doesn't support Second Amendment rights. So if he does, he gets them. I mean, it's really that simple.
Or you frame the debate a different way, right? So you're be more specific and detailed on how you criticize somebody. Forget Trump, anybody. Know what you don't like about that person, because there's a lot to like about a lot of people, even if they're assholes, I think. I mean, the people are complicated, right? We all have friends, and all of us have friends we love, and they have aspects of their personality we don't necessarily like day to day, right? Sometimes they're idiots in certain ways, but we forgive them because we know that
You're talking about yourself now?
I'm talking about people.
You're weirding me out.
I'm talking about people.
I feel like he's having a conversation giving us...
We need a moment of silence when Shogun walks out.
It might be the last time we see him, right?
Yeah, man.
You never know. I mean, how many more years can that guy go out?
Mount Rushmore?
He's a bad motherfucker. Yeah.
I have about 40 guys on my Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, you must. Mount Rushmore has to be big as fuck.
Yeah, don't give me 4 or 5.
Well, first of all, you have to have Hoist Gracie. Hoist Gracie's on Mount Rushmore, period, right? He was the original guy that set it all off, whether or not.
And he still got big numbers with that Ken Shamrock fight,
crazy.
Right? Didn't he get crazy numbers?
Huge numbers.
Ken
Million people
Shamrock's
plus.
on that, right?
Yeah, he's got to be on it.
But that's kind of like the way Babe Ruth would be on Mount Rushmore because he's one of the first, right? So
Babe Ruth makes it. Yeah,
but his
people
numbers started it. Pioneers.
But Babe Ruth and Hoist Gracie, they did work. They just didn't start it. Like they did fucking work too.
Right.
Like Babe Ruth's numbers are legit as shit.
Yeah. Hoist Gracie did something spectacular. He introduced the idea that a smaller man could beat a bigger man in a real life fight, and with techniques that you've never seen before.
In a 16-man tournament.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nobody saw triangles before.
16-man
When Hoist
tournament.
Gracie tapped out Dan Severn, no one even knew what the fuck he was doing. And then when you try to bring it back to go like in 1993, try going to your local jiu-jitsu school and tell them to teach you that. Like, oh, that's advanced. They were not teaching people triangles because they thought that shit was advanced.
It's nuts.
I know a dude who went to a certain jiu-jitsu school right
"Come on,
afterwards,
son."
and they told him, we can't teach you triangles yet. You're not ready for that yet. That's advanced techniques. They were holding shit back from people.
Fedor's on that Mount Rushmore for sure.
100% Fedor's on there.
And then current guys, I'd say Kane.
How many guys can you have on Rushmore?
There's too many. Mount Rushmore is.
If you had to have
be a
4,
new thing.
if you had to have 4,
you can't have 4.
You can't have 4.
Anderson
in this.
Silva, GSP. We know that, right?
How did they decide who was going to be
Anderson
on
Silva,
Mount Rushmore?
GSP, 100%.
How did they decide?
Good question.
Do you know Eddie?
I have no idea.
You have
did
to say
read that on
who are the guys that have stayed at the top for a
Library?
long time?
CNN.
Anderson Silva, GSP, and finished dudes.
Well, yeah, but then
won,
what about Matt
fought
Hughes?
outcomes.
Yeah. Matt Hughes finished GSP in a title fight.
Yeah.
How long was Matt Hughes on top? A while,
He was on
right?
top for quite a while.
One of the most winning.
Okay, so
And
let's
he's
keep
another
him.
real pioneer that changed the game in a lot of ways because he introduced the idea that high-level wrestling plus submissions.
Yeah.
Like when he hit that far side armbar on GSP went for a
Nasty.
Kimura and he didn't secure the legs, and Matt Hughes spun around on that far side armbar and locked it in. It was beautiful.
And then what about Uriah Faber? What he did for the little guys?
Yeah.
And then what? And you know what?
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Uriah Faber, you
Yeah,
got
but
it.
no. But hold on,
What about Frank Mir?
The problem with Uriah Faber is he never won a UFC title, and I think if you're talking about a UFC
agree.
Hall of Fame,
Won
BJ Penn.
In his prime,
I
though,
agree.
he won a
Right.
WC.
How about
did.
BJ Penn?
He did. BJ Penn's got to be in there.
He's
See,
got it,
there
right?
can't be
Yeah.
4. It can't be 4.
There's 150
you
people.
had
in
to
the
choose.
Hall of
You can't be
Fame.
4. I don't know how you choose.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to choose 4.
It stresses me
Just
out.
4.
I can't. I get stressed
Hold
out.
on. I
don't wanna do it.
Is there a
It
heavyweight
stresses
in
me
there?
out.
What heavyweight do you choose?
It'd be probably Fedor, Kane, or Verdum.
Fedor.
There's argument for Verdum.
No, not for Verdun.
Nogueira.
How dare you? Nogueira might be up there, but God, yeah, Nogueira might be up there.
You got, I think Fedor, right? Over dominance for a long period of time.
What about Dominic Cruz?
Knocking dudes out. Amazing.
Yeah, he only lost twice, once by choke and once by decision. You know, lost by
He's
choke.
amazing.
Long ass time ago at 145.
Okay,
against
what
Faber.
about John Jones? You know what I'm saying? Like you can't
Never
have
lost.
4. You can't have. He's
John
never
Jones
lost.
never lost.
He
I
lost by
think you
whooping
go-
a dude's ass and got disqualified.
How
Four
long,
guys?
guys?
Because of a stupid
Hoyce, Anderson Silva.
Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
You know what? Like you're talking about like game changers who
No,
changed
but
the
hold on.
game.
You have to look at a couple of things. Longevity. Like how long were they on top? That's got to take a place, right? Let's talk about criteria for it. How long have you been on top? How did you finish, dudes? That's got to. How many finishes? That's got to play a factor.
Well, what do you mean on?
Right?
So how long you were in the top
So
5
how long?
or
How
champ?
long? No. How long were you champ? How long did you hold the belt? That's got to play a factor.
Yeah, that's a big factor.
How long? How did you do it? Did you finish? How many people did you actually finish?
Well, it's
That's
the
gotta
caliber
play.
of your competition too.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
sometimes guys get dominant and they're in a slump in the
Correct.
division. Like
Yeah.
when Mike Tyson came along and was murking everybody, and there was Tony Tubbs.
Yeah, he's not
Like
the best of all
right,
time.
Right.
Fighting Bruce Seldon.
So
He's
So
not
com-
on.
so
Mike Tyson's
competition-
on my Mount Rushmore for that reason.
He's on my Mount Rushmore too.
Okay.
So
I
got it.
GSP fought everybody and stayed on top forever. Anderson Silva, everybody.
Hoyce, BJ, John Jones, Anderson Silva.
GSP,
What about
What about
Demetrius?
Fedor?
What about Mighty Mouse and Fedor?
not John Jones.
Well, see, John Jones has never lost though.
And he's beat
All those other guys have lost.
amazing guys.
How
And
long-
he was the youngest champ.
How long was he up on top for? 2 years?
No, longer
No,
than
he's
that.
been on longer than that.
I don't know.
Hoyce, Mark Coleman.
He beat Shogun when he was 23, man.
So
He
3
never
years,
lost
3
the
years.
title. He's 30 now. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
7
Stop.
years, B.
He wasn't on top of 7 years. Oh, wait a minute.
He's on top right
I'm
now.
sorry, excuse me. How about Jose Aldo? He's ahead of John Jones, isn't he?
Yeah, but he got knocked out by Conor McGregor. with
Okay,
one
he
punch.
after 9 years.
Yeah, but there's a reality
9
of like
years. Are
you
you
got to look
crazy?
at someone based on the overall
He
performance
held
of their career.
He held the belt
No,
way
look,
longer.
he's phenomenal.
Like 3 years.
But the big fight that he had against
His biggest fight, he
Conor
got
McGregor,
murked.
he got murked in 14 seconds.
Okay, yeah.
John Jones never
You
lost.
have to.
That's
ca-
huge.
You
What
have to
about
count
Hoyce,
all that
Matt Hughes,
together.
though? Matt Hughes went through Hoyce, so.
Oh, he went through him like a hot knife through butter.
Right.
But that was an old
That's
voice.
not
That was
prime.
dad bod
No.
voice.
So Hoyce,
This is what it is.
Mark
you fucking
Coleman,
people.
Fedor,
No,
Anderson
not
Silva.
Mark Coleman.
That's
You
it.
gotta go.
Mark Coleman,
Dude.
he changed a lot of shit too.
He won a
Yeah,
belt.
Mark Coleman's a
GSP.
pioneer.
UFC. He's the one who brought wrestlers to prominence.
I know.
He won a UFC belt and a Pride belt.
I know.
It's true.
And where's Dan Henderson on that bitch?
That's a good question. Two-time
Longevity, but not-
two-time division champion. It's
Strike
simultaneously
Force. Never
in,
UFC
in
though.
Pride.
Pride,
Won the
UFC.
Strike Force championship.
Fuck
not
you.
UFC.
Fought everyone.
Amazing. Awesome.
You could argue that he might have won that decision against Bisping if it
Yes.
was anywhere other than England. A lot of people have argued that.
I understand, but I'm talking about people who held the belt. You have to use belt holders for the
But no,
longest
but
time,
Dan
right?
was fighting in Pride.
But Dan was fighting for the belt against Bisping.
I understand.
If he beats Bisping and wins the middleweight title, you got to look at him as like, man,
Yeah, but
top 5 of all time.
He's still top five.
He still
as
is.
far as the three,
Well,
the
not
three,
top 5, but who knows what the number is. There's too many great
too
guys.
many.
Oh, these guys are throwing hard right away.
Both
Shogun's
these boys
standing
are bangers.
flat-footed right in front of this kid.
the three most dominant winners are the three
Valente's a
guys.
tough dude too, man, and he's a big fucking guy.
Football player. For
Yeah.
a football player.
Big 205er, man. Big, strong motherfucker. This is
Where did
an
he play
interesting
football? Did he
fight.
play pro or did he play just college?
College, Hofstra.
Oh, Jesus.
God, Shogun's always had a granite chin.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
dropped him,
Oh,
son.
tagged him.
Powerful
Oh, my
Sundas
goodness.
by Shogun.
This is a crazy fight. Oh, he
body
went
shot.
to the body. That's that veteran approach.
For sure.
How old is Rua now?
Shogun's got some weird thing
probably
going on
30.
with his right,
No, older than that, isn't he?
his
No.
right pec. He's about 30, 32 at the most.
I think he's 30.
That young?
Is he?
Yeah, Shogun.
He's
Shogun
been
is not
fighting.
30.
It's nuts.
What?
35.
No, he's 40.
Is he 35?
35?
35.
That's older than I thought.
Yeah, I thought he was 32.
35.
Damn, those are powerful Sungas. He wears the shortest shorts by far of anyone.
This actually. Do you see how his right pec? He's got some weird thing going on, like where his pec connects over by his shoulder. It's almost like something's torn
Yeah,
Yeah,
there.
he might have torn.
Oh, he got
shit.
tuned up.
He looks
got
softer than
tuned
normal.
up.
Looks softer than
Valente's
normal.
closing it. Oh, he's going for the knee.
Oh,
Jesus Christ. He looks.
he looks.
Valente using
Little
the
softer
jab
than
very
normal.
nicely.
He's never had a good body.
I
man.
know. But
Yeah.
it just a little softer in the middle.
Dude, for
than normal.
35, he looks pretty fucking good right now.
doesn't look
against
bad.
a young.
He doesn't look bad, but this is a
hate when
crazy way to fight. It's a crazy way to fight.
That's Shogun though, isn't it?
I know, but
In Brazil, the fuck we expect?
stand and
Oh!
bang over the top of the right hand. Oh my God.
Fuck, fighting Shogun in Brazil. He's also what, a 2-fight win streak? 3-fight? I mean, he's ranked number 6, man. He's not like just some washed up vet.
Volante's doing a good job of keeping that left hand up high and avoiding that big overhand because he keeps
It's his
coming over the
jab,
top.
though. He's getting countered over the top.
But Volante's been doing a good job of blocking that.
When he sees it, boom.
Oh, there
See?
one goes through right there.
he's getting counted. That jab, he's coming over that jab.
They have abandoned kicks. Abandoned kicks. Abandoned kicks. Everyone's
Or
just,
wrestling. Just like, fuck it, let's just box each other in the face.
That's when you tell dudes have been dinged up. When they get dinged up a little bit, oh, there you go. Shogun through like sort of a half-hearted inside leg kick.
And you know Villante can fucking wrestle. He takes dudes down. He trains with Weidman. But
He's going to take a big, deep breath with 2 minutes to go.
this has been a high pace for 205.
Yeah. Oh, shit. His jab is starting to bust Shogun up. See his eye?
Yeah.
That right eye and the nose. It's that jab, man.
Dude, does Shogun still fuck with that unibrow still? He still rolls with it? You know, Jimmy?
Yeah,
Do you still rock
strong.
that
You don't
thing?
need
Yeah,
wax.
you can't. He's like Anthony Davis says it's my thing.
When your
Ooh,
legs are
shit.
that hairy, you don't want wax. Oh!
Does Villante train with Ray
Weidman.
Longo?
Yes.
Okay.
Weidman guy.
He also trains with, who's that other guy? The kickboxing, Belmore kickboxing guy. Oh!
Oof.
Over the top of the right hand.
Oof.
God damn. Both of them got granite
Remember
chins.
that?
Oh,
A GSP's kickboxing trainer. What was his
which
name?
one?
Oh, you're thinking of
guy
Phil
that-
Nurse.
From the Watt?
Yeah, does he
Yeah.
still?
Phil Nurse.
Is he still in the mix?
Yeah.
I
I don't
He
see
still
him a
trains
lot
guys.
anymore.
He still trains guys.
Because he was John's guy for a little bit, and he was George's guy. I don't see him in the background anymore.
He,
I bet
he
when he'll
definitely
be in
works with
George's.
some guys. Oh, Jesus Christ.
He had the most beautiful gym I've ever seen.
The Watt in New York City?
Yes.
God damn, it must cost like $500 a month.
At least.
How much does it cost to work out there if you had to guess? Everything is so expensive in New York City.
$100,000 a month. It had
Good guess. Good guess.
He tagged Shogun.
Good guess. Good guess.
Good guess.
Okay,
Dragon.
find out, Jamie, what monthly rates are at the Watt in New York City. It's W-A-T.
It's all wood flooring and shit.
Is
I
it?
was like, what is going on? And then the ring.
Oh, shit. All wood flooring, huh? Is it like real stylish in there?
Yeah, it's beautiful, man.
He was a great kickboxer, man. Phil Nurse was a bad motherfucker
Hell
when he
yeah,
was young.
man. And great coach, too.
Yeah.
But you better have money.
Why it's so expensive for rent there. I mean, what is rent in New York City? It's insane.
Especially where he's at.
Do you have to talk to people that have like a tiny ass little apartment, and you talk to them, you're like, how much do you pay a month? $4,000.
Yeah,
I know,
$4 grand
For a
$4 grand a month.
studio.
So that
For like a
means
loft.
you have to make $50,000 a year just to pay for this apartment.
Yeah.
That's insane.
800 square feet.
So if you make $100,000 a year, half of it is going to your studio apartment.
Biggest problem is so much Chinese and Russian and foreign money moved into New York and started buying properties, and they sit empty because it's a safe place to put your money. So
Yeah.
they built these towers where people are buying, literally spending $3,000 a square foot for apartments that are sitting there empty.
Why don't they rent them out?
Well, it's a place
Do the
basically for
Russians
the
hate
very
money?
rich to keep their money.
Yeah, I
right?
get it, but you
where
don't
it's
want to be
safe,
a
where a bank
dumbass
can't be
business,
raided.
man.
You say that, Brendan Schaub, but in 10 years when you're balling out of control and you decide to buy some penthouse up there and just keep it be, it's
Yeah,
just for
you know
just
what?
for some sort of an investment.
When you're right, Joe.
Yeah, man, you would have some dope ass view.
No, yeah, I can't have hose hanging in there.
That was one of the best things about that Doctor Strange movie. The Doctor Strange movie. Oh shit, he clicked him with that right
God,
hand.
right
In
behind
the
the
Doctor Strange movie, Doctor Strange, before he becomes the Mystic. Spoiler alert: he lives in Manhattan and he has this fucking insane view. And that's like a real thing. Like you really can get a view like that at some of those apartments.
If you're Scrooge McDuck, yeah.
But if you can afford that view at nighttime, god damn it is one of the most spectacular
Yes.
things that you could see out
Yes.
your windows in a place where
See,
you live.
I think like being in Manhattan, owning that, and then owning like a dope ass crib in Malibu, facing the beach. Doesn't
that would be
get
the
better.
shit.
Oh,
Those two
God.
things together.
Yes.
Nothing like
The
it.
problem is, like, what are you doing there, though? What are you doing in New York City? Just going to restaurants?
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude,
I'm
having
eating.
parties.
That's it?
Come
I just-
on in, girls.
I might just stay home and look out the window. I might be
Yeah.
like, well, look, if you want to get rich, right? So why do you want to get rich? Well, I want to be able to do whatever I want, and I want to be able to go nice places. I want to be able to eat nice food and see nice things. Okay, well, let's add up all those experiences, and how cool are they in comparison to looking out your window?
I'll one-up ya.
Yeah, and
I would
you're
have a
having
fight
fucking
companion.
spectacular 30-story view.
Think if you had this
Ooh.
studio up there,
And
another
off the
level.
background?
Now you're with your boys.
Well, I was thinking about renting a place
sluts
in downtown.
No,
Hey,
just
easy.
men.
Oh, sorry,
Just
sorry,
men.
sorry.
Sluts get in the way.
But
Yeah,
isn't that what
opinions.
everybody? Isn't that what people? When you think about the guy who's balling with lots of money and he's got that crazy crib,
Mm-hmm.
what you really think? Let's be honest. All of us are thinking, "Oh, it's amazing, good food, champagne, sluts for days." I mean, that's what most people are like.
wrong
That
with
guy's
you?
got to be banging like I don't know. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's misogynistic.
Wow, bro.
You're
I'm
rude.
sorry,
dude.
Women's Month?
Smashed a
Sorry,
woman.
You're going to
sorry.
pull that shit during Women's Month?
Guys, sorry.
Is it
sorry.
Women's Month or do they get a day?
I'm not saying.
they
I'm
get the
just
whole
saying
month.
that's what other people think.
Dan Bilzerian.
Not
That's
me.
how he's
Yeah, that's what
rolling.
you think. That
What
guy's.
does it say?
Hey, that's someone's
International-
daughter bending
at
over
Women's
for
Day.
sushi right now.
Look at
being
that
a table.
shit. Come on, look at
Look at
that.
that bitch bending over in a G string.
He's out of control.
No, he's totally in control.
No, I mean it's just that's what I mean. That's what everybody. That's a way. That's where you spend your money.
Dude, hashtag International Women's Day. Be thankful.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that, dude?
He's having fun.
Yeah, he's hell.
You're damn
yeah,
right he is.
He's
That's
having fun.
hilarious.
No regrets there.
Oh, Jean Vellante is starting to pour it on here. He's stepping in with that jab. And Shogun keeps throwing that looping overhand right.
It's
not
finding a
quite-
home a little bit.
Sometimes.
Yeah,
It did.
sometimes.
It clipped him on the temple and dropped him.
There's your
But he's-
Mario Yamazaki.
See-
There he is.
that's the same overhand right that he knocked out Lyoto with. Remember, he caught
that
him
was
over the
bad.
top.
Yep.
Ooh, he just tagged him.
Oh, yikes.
He tagged him with that right hand.
Villante looks well. I mean, they've been banging, so he should be a little fatigued.
They're both a little fatigued.
God,
Vellante
Shogun
is
just does
doing-
not quit though. He just
Teeing
fucking.
off. He looks bigger. Vellante looks way bigger.
He's a big boy.
Yeah.
He's been doing really well with that jab. But look at that counter of that right hand over the top right there. That was clean.
And then Shogun's
Damn, body
hooks are
shots.
landing too when he puts it together. He's just throwing one shot right now. When he puts two together, they land. 2 to 3 land for him.
I'm shocked at how much these guys have abandoned their kicks. Shocked.
Has there been one
Yeah, there's been a few. but
early?
They're kind of exchanging blows too, aren't they?
They're
Kind
just
of
standing in
We
this.
call this a slobber knocker, right?
Yeah. But I mean, they're.
Oh!
Jesus.
Somebody's going,
Vellante
oh, shit.
cracked him.
Shogun's wobbled a
He
little
cracked him. But it's just like these guys they're heavy on their legs.
No
if,
head
If
movement.
somebody uncorked a solid leg kick there,
Isn't that Shogun's thing? Can't he?
oh yeah,
bit.
well
Oh, he
he's-
can kick the fuck out of you.
look at Vellante with the takedown.
Not up in
Shogun
here.
back
How
up.
dare you? That's where he has Sungas
don't
on,
bring
son.
that shit into my cage. Don't ever bring that shit into my cage.
Brian, you are back in the movie again.
Dude, I'm
Yep.
just saying. It's what I say. It's what I fucking
You
say.
feel it. You feel it right now.
Don't bring that shit into my cage.
Oh, right hand over the top. You wobbled him with that.
Dude.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
shit,
Jesus.
son.
He slipped.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, but
He's in trouble, though.
He's in trouble.
His legs are a little unwobbly. Oh, he didn't.
Yeah.
Got right back up.
Wow.
Take some space. He's just tired.
He's tough as shit.
This
a
is a
little
tough
wobbled,
ass
too.
fight. And this is only the second round, kids.
This pace is nuts, man. Especially the blows. Oh, shit.
Oh, he's doing that Shogun thing.
Yeah.
The spreading of the
He's
hands.
feeling it, son.
Opening it.
Get ready for the shoot box old school combo.
Shoot the box. Shoot the box.
See, when you watch
what a
Shogun
warrior.
fight, you just want to go, think of how many wars this guy's been in the gym. Think of how many wars this guy's been in the ring and then in the cage.
And still doing the damn thing.
Still doing it.
And you just want to
still,
fucking pluck his unibrow.
Still slinging.
Hey, man. A little respect, sir. Sir to my left. A little respect. I can't
Just
have
an
that.
absolute warrior. Like
Yeah.
he's
A
just
warrior.
that's how I would describe him.
Yep.
Like he's just doing the damn thing.
Loves to fight.
Again with that overhand right. He keeps timing that well. He's starting to find openings too. I think a lot of that is also going to the body enough. The
There's
more
a
he's
kick
going to
for
the
you.
body, yeah, a little baby one.
Little head movement, little movement. Man, I'm not mad at Shogun.
Sweep
This fight
that,
at all.
sweep that
Looks
fucking
good.
leg.
He looks really good. I mean, he's taking some shots, but
And Vellante's no joke, man.
not at all, man.
See, he keeps going to
Tough
that
customer.
body. I like how he's going to the body and mixing it up.
You guys ever read that book, Shogun? It's great.
I don't think it's the same thing.
Oh, okay.
Remember his brother Ninja? He
Yeah.
retired from concussions.
He had some brain injuries.
Yeah,
man. He had to
man.
get like surgery.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, he dinged him with that right
Dude,
hand.
his feet
What a
are
rough
wobbly.
dude.
Dude, think about
Suddenly, Shogun looks bigger.
Villante's freaking background too. He's middle linebacker at Hofstra, so there has to be some sort of brain damage. You'd think.
Dang.
Or he's one of those dudes where it's no effect. You know, he's just one of those dudes who ate.
Those dudes don't exist. Remember that Samoan guy who shot himself? What was his name?
Junior Seau,
sir.
Junior Seau? Yeah.
Yeah, his
I mean,
favorite
that's
player.
crazy.
That guy is like, no one's more durable than
Played
Samoans.
15 years.
They're like the most durable human beings on the planet.
Yep.
You're right.
And everybody gets it in the long run.
Mark Hunt saying, I beg to differ.
Yeah, he's not really.
Other
though.
than that
the
last
one,
fight.
that
Have you ever
last
seen
one?
him go flatline like that?
Only in the Melvin Manhoef fight. Remember Melvin caught him with the right hand coming
yes,
Melvin
sir.
Manhoef fought him. He seems
in. Knocked
so
him out with
Knocked
one
him out.
punch. He is smaller than him.
Way smaller.
Melvin was 180.
Oh my God, I
Mark
remember
Hunt
that.
was 260.
Oh my God!
And
when
Melvin KO'd him with one punch
Murked
coming in.
him.
K1 or
K1.
Wow.
Straight power
brutal.
speed.
Was it K1 or Pride? Was it Pride?
I feel like it was K1.
Man,
I'm almost
Volante
positive
It was
K1.
definitely
punch.
an MMA fight. It wasn't a kickboxing fight, but it might have been Pride. But either way, see if you can find that, Jamie, what it is.
Oh, he murked
Oh,
him.
it's
I
Pride.
forgot about that.
That's Pride, bro. No, it's K1 Dynamite. Oh,
Yes.
that's what it is. Oh, yeah. Watch this, Brian, because this is crazy. Because Melvin is, I mean, at the most, he's 200 pounds, but I don't
Dude,
think
he is not 200.
I think he's 190.
Jacked
Maybe
as fuck.
85.
Yeah, well, he fought Robbie Lawler at 85 in Strikeforce, which means he's probably a little heavier than that and losing weight to get to 85.
Young Mark Hunt.
So let's say he's 95. Let's
Just
give him the
happens right
benefit
here
of
at
the
the
doubt.
top?
Yeah.
It's
So
already
Mark
almost
Hunt
over.
is at least 60 pounds heavier than him, maybe more.
Look at that.
Look at the
That's some
difference.
Japanese shit, folks.
And it happens in the first round.
He's got big
just
gloves
a few
on,
seconds in.
Manhoef.
No, those are Pride gloves.
yeah, those are
Same
Pride
as
gloves.
the K1 gloves. They were just different.
They looked like they were more padded than they were.
Look how fast Manhoef is. Look at this. Boom, boom.
Oh my God!
Caught him coming in.
Look at that.
Wow.
Dude, I'd say the Overeem one was worse because it's
Oh, it was.
flatlined.
It was.
Face
for
first.
sure.
That guy never fought in the UFC.
Yeah, he did.
Oh!
Melvin never fought
Shogun
in the
just
UFC.
fucking put the brakes on. Oh, we
Oh,
fucked
and he went
up.
to the body too.
Shogun
oh,
put
the
the brakes
body
on.
hurt.
Dude.
Oh, there go the kicks.
Shogun's not fucking around, everybody.
Oh,
Here we go.
Oh, my
Not
God.
in my
Shoot the
gym.
box.
Oh my
That's
Shoot
it.
God.
That's
box.
it. That's it.
There's only so much you can take.
Dude, you see Shogun go,
Wow.
Wow. Dude,
Holy shit.
you kidding me?
We were watching an old fight while a new one was going on.
I got double on knockout on knockout
Man,
there.
Volante's a fucking warrior, but Shogun's too much.
Holy
Jesus.
shit.
God.
Holy shit.
Amazing.
Fucking
Legend.
Shogun. Now, if Shogun decides to go out now after that, respect.
Yeah. Yes.
Brazilians don't do that. Name a Brazilian who's
Respect.
done
So
it.
he goes
always.
out, goes back to Ryzen,
Dumb.
revives his career with the TRT.
Dude,
Yeah,
he's
that's what
might
I'm
be
saying.
ranked top 5 after this.
Like it, Eddie.
I think that's
Juice
a nice place for
Like the
older
way I
MMA
think.
fighters to go to.
Well, it would be nice if there was a place like Pride was in its glory days. And if it's Ryzen, so be it.
There's that Russian
Oh,
league.
look how he clipped him.
shit.
He caught him coming and clipped him right in the jaw.
Yeah.
See how he put
Look,
the
I like
brakes
how he
on?
went to the body, too.
Oh,
I
dude.
like how he went to the
How about
body.
his cardio? How does his ability to just pour it on like that? Boom.
That's smelling blood in the water.
Ooh.
Boom.
Oh, man.
Oh, this is ruthless.
Yeah, it's not good.
That is a fucking phenomenal combination.
Jesus.
In the
Ridiculous.
third round, tired
Precision.
from a
Me.
war.
But look how he doesn't run.
Look at this.
Bam!
He just clipped him with that right hand.
Veteran.
I like how he's going to
Veteran.
the body too, man.
know what
Look
I
how he
like?
digs to the body there.
I like how he
Veteran.
doesn't. Notice how he doesn't rush in here. How he keeps the distance
Yeah.
so he maximum power here.
Yep.
Oh man,
So fucking
Dude, so
Body.
good,
Oh, no.
so good. That's so incredible.
Great win for Shogun.
Great
Fuck,
win. Great win.
huge win. Huge.
It makes me feel good when he wins for some reason.
Do you know how crazy it must have been in Brazil to hear that roar? It must have went crazy.
Think about
when
if
he won.
Vitor fucking pulls it off.
Oh my god, I'm so glad I don't know what happened.
Me neither.
I don't have a clue.
Oh, pois. What does pois mean?
I'm not sure. Something good.
Yeah, he's never
Hence, I
had
used to
like
say
a
that was
great
like, fuck.
body.
Poha means like fuck. Poha.
He's got a fucking man body.
He's a dime piece that
He's just got a man's body.
Poha.
in Brazil.
fuck.
Real lady puller.
Yeah, I'm sure. He's a man. And I'm, yeah.
Well, he's also a
No, he's a-
sporting legend over there.
Yeah, he's like Michael Jordan in the streets of Chicago over there.
I mean, he's probably not that much, but
Dude, him and Vitor and Anderson, like
Yeah.
that. Leota was saying one of the reasons why he lives here is because back there they can't even go out to eat, man.
Really?
Like he can't do anything.
Really?
It's one of the reasons I live here. It's just crazy. Like he goes back all the time, you know. But for like Vitor, Anderson, Leota,
They
and
get
Shogun,
mobbed.
and Big Nog. Think about bigger stars. I mean, it's the Brazilian soccer team, but that's their shit, man. Brazil fighting, it's like
Right.
peanut butter and jelly, son.
yeah, it's a good point.
Here we're like, whatever.
I bet Hoyce. But Hoyce goes over there. It's probably preposterous.
Yeah. Yeah, Gracie.
Probably can't even
right?
move.
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
can't. Fucking Tim Tebow style. Can't go anywhere.
There's a lot of fun movies coming out, man. This Life one, Looks kind of interesting.
Dude, that new Alien. Did you see the
The
trailer
new
for it
Alien
that they
looks
released?
insane.
I can't wait for that.
Alien?
Looks terrifying.
Another
Another
Yes.
one.
Looks
Yeah.
bad.
Ooh, great.
Is
All those movies were
does
amazing.
it have anything to do with the other ones? Is it
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
before?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
about before.
It's about before.
Yeah.
You know how they pitched that
Wasn't
movie?
that
Legend has
Prometheus?
it.
Wasn't Prometheus kind of like that?
Dude, I
It's
love
after Prometheus.
I love
It's after Prometheus, before the more recent one. Yeah, I like Prometheus. I liked
So
it.
Prometheus,
I loved it.
It has something to do with Alien.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the
It's all
start.
connected.
Yeah,
Yeah. The idea is that big guy in Prometheus, those weird alien people-looking things,
Scary thing.
those were aliens from another planet. They got jacked by the alien first.
The
And
one
they
thing I didn't
created-
like about Prometheus is when that gigantic spaceship crashes on top of that chick and
kills
she's
her?
like, no, she crawls out from underneath.
Well, something protected her. It's the movie.
A
for
little
God's
hole.
sakes.
in the-
Super
it was-
important that they
Oh,
follow
but
the
the
rules
giant
of physics.
alien didn't fucking have anything to do with it.
You know what they say? The legend has it how they sold that alien in the movie, like in the room when they walked in. The producers went, "Go, so what's your pitch?" And they went, "Jaws in space. You interested?" They're like, "Yes, we are." Here you
That'll
go.
do it, man.
Yeah.
Well, it's
I'm in
interesting also
already.
that H.R. Geiger guy, that artist, sort of revolutionized what we thought horror monsters would
Yes.
be. He created something that was so entirely different than any other alien
So true.
landscape before, and very dark and evil and
Yes.
satanic in some sort of a weird way. And also that alien itself was so much different than any other idea. We had always had this idea of like these super intelligent things from other planets. If someone's like, no,
Right.
how about
Big
a
head.
giant bug thing that just eats everything it can find and grows like that?
Little racist, he's
and
black.
plants its egg in your body.
Yeah.
How
Did
about
you guys
that?
watch
All into-
Predator
Yeah,
versus
uses it.
Alien? You guys into that?
No.
No, fuck
movie.
that noise.
As soon as they start
That's
doing
pretty
that,
good.
Single
Yeah, you
greatest
can't
movie
mix
of all
them.
time. There, I said it.
What was that?
I'm gonna go pee out of my huge
Predator
dick and I'll
versus
be right
Alien?
back.
Dracula
I don't
versus
know, I
the
don't fucking
Wolfman.
know.
I like
I don't like when they mix them.
Those
I
movies are
love
stupid.
Predator though.
They should have like Predator versus Fast and the Furious. All those shitheads racing their cars down residential
Just get
roads.
murked.
I'll get murked by Predator.
I'd pay for that.
I watched one of those Fast and the Furious the other day, and we were like, how many of them were there? And then we looked it up. There was 10. 10
They're
of those
making a bunch of
stupid
them.
fucking movies. There was 10.
They're
10
on
movies.
the 8th one right now.
What?
They're only on the 8th one right now.
Come on.
They're doing more
Fate,
though.
right now, F8 is coming.
Why
out
did it
this
say
summer.
10 when I
don't
Googled
know.
it? Oh.
Well, they might be under contract with 10. They're
They're
doing
making
more,
that
Joe.
many.
You're
Oh,
right.
is that what it is?
They're redoing Predator without Arnold.
Wait, hold, first of all, how can you just pull that out? How do you know how many
There's a big-
Fast?
there's a
Why
big,
would you? Why would you have that information?
balls
It's a
deep
big
in Fast and
giant like
Furious.
billboard on my way here, like at Hollywood and whatever, Franklin or something.
I don't get down with those action movies, man. Do nothing for me.
It says there are 10 Fast and the Furious movies.
In the works, contracted. Dude, who's gonna play Arnold in the new Predator? Enjoy that
good
role.
question.
Or do you know they're remaking Scarface? Who's gonna play fucking Tony Montana?
Okay.
They are
8
remaking
Yeah.
Scarface.
Vin Diesel confirms Fast and Furious 8, 9, and 10. That's
Goddamn,
what
Vin.
it is.
Just pushed Avatar back a whole nother year.
Oh, fuck, Jamie.
Yeah, sorry.
Why?
I don't know. It's something yesterday.
James Cameron probably drowned somebody accidentally
2019.
Dude.
in one of
Early.
his crazy ass fucking submarines.
God damn it. I mean, how are you gonna release Avatar 2? Fucking how many years? 15 years later? It's too long.
It's supposed to be sick though.
That's like the Entourage fucking movie. It's way
no,
too long. You
don't
fucked
compare
up.
those two, you son of a bitch.
Oh my
Son
god.
of a bitch. Avatar 2. Oh my god.
Hey,
Won't
there's an
arrive
Avatar
until
ride at
2018.
Universal. Yeah.
When was it supposed to come out, Jamie?
Next 2018. When is it supposed to come out this year? It's supposed to come out next year, but they pushed it back farther.
When is it going to
I
arrive?
loved Avatar.
Maybe 2019.
I love that.
Wow,
movie.
so it will be 10 years. Wow.
Avatar?
Oh shit!
It was 10 years ago?
No, look what he says though, son. We're not making Avatar 2. We're making Avatar 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah, they're making all of them. He just
What's
finished
up?
the story.
I
We're
love
making
that.
all
It's
of
an
them.
epic undertaking. Director says a franchise around 2009 blockbuster.
shit.
Oh, so they're going to do them all together.
I forgive 'em.
And so they're going to have one, they're going to release another one, and then another one afterwards. I'm waiting.
I'm
Like,
in.
But everybody I
I'm
know
in.
criticized that
I'm
movie,
sold.
and I loved it. Did you not love it?
You talk to assholes.
Yeah, we love.
I thought it was amazing, right?
I loved it.
Loved
yeah.
it.
Everybody's like,
it.
"Ah, it
Game
was so
changer.
cliche." I was like, "Cliche."
Well, it's Fern Gully.
got
though.
Pocahontas.
lost.
It's Pocahontas.
It's Fern Gully.
Amazing.
It's that too. It's
Yeah.
it's well, you know, there's
Classic
only so
story.
many fucking real archetypal stories of heroes.
Right.
Look
It's
at
beautiful.
this. Vitor Belfort, Kelvin Gastelum. Here's my take on this. I think Kelvin's gas tank is fucking hugely superior. But if Vitor can swarm him in the first round, he's been known to be able to put anybody on Queer Street.
Yeah, Vitor has
But-
one round to get it done.
But I'm telling you, Kelvin Gastelum takes a punch about as good as any fucking human being alive. His jaw is amazing. You never see Kelvin get hurt. I mean, he's a tank. He's an excellent wrestler, and he knows how to win, man. I mean, he went to win on The Ultimate Fighter when nobody sort of thought that he was going to be winning that show. Everybody's looking to Uriah Hall. He tuned up Tim Kennedy. I mean, he tuned him up, man. That was an insane fight.
Yeah. Insane fight.
Tim is making us safe for democracy, so.
Well, you know what it is? Tim trained for 2 different fights and went through 2 camps. And I think he was really overtrained. And he looked like he wasn't recovering well in that fight.
I think he also has a lot of other options. You know, he's kind of half in, half out.
Maybe, but I don't think that's what did him in. I think what did him in is his cardio. And he's known for his cardio. So I think what happened was...
The weight cut?
No, I don't even think it's the weight cut as much as it's overtraining. And all his training partners think that it's overtraining. But it's also Kelvin Gastelum. I mean, Kelvin might have got him even if he had everything going for him, because Tim is like a thick, solid, super strong grappler, but kind of plodding on the feet.
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't throw anything with lightning fast precision, but Kelvin, the punches come like lightning, man, and he doesn't load up on his punches. He's constantly moving and constantly moving in and out with his footwork.
He's getting a lot, but he's getting better fast too.
Yeah,
Like
man.
you see improvements fight after fight. I was never really on the Kelvin train, and then after that one, I was like, God damn, he's gonna be trouble, especially at 85. I think the top 5 is gonna be a real challenge for him, but outside that, he's a monster.
Dude, when they show the TRT,
I was going to say the difference between him on TRT is literally so night and day. It's ridiculous.
It's insane.
So scary.
But he knocked out Dan Henderson in that fight, the last one. That was no TRT.
Yeah,
he
the
had
Chris
dad
Weidman
bod.
one kind of
That was a bad
bummed
one.
me out.
Well, how about
Vitor fan.
Mousasi? Mousasi beat the fuck out of him, too.
brakes off of him.
Mousasi went through the first round, survived the storm, said what he was going to do. He said, I'm going to take him in the first round, and I'm going to knock him out. And he took him out of the first round, took him into the second, and just wore his ass out. Vitor just can't sustain. Look at Vitor.
That's
Kelvin there.
No, Victor. I'm sorry. I said Vitor. I meant
Master
Victor.
Vic.
I'll
Victor
tell you what,
Davila.
I like Kelvin with his confidence.
Yeah, he has zero fear.
Yes.
One of the nicest guys on the planet. And has
Well-spoken.
No fear.
Trains his ass off.
I heard he enjoys marijuana. Is that true?
I'm not saying that.
There's no need to discuss this further.
good
He
hair.
does like natural medicines, though.
Oh, that's important.
That's big time. Better than painkillers.
He does like natural medicine.
I'm a big fan. Big fan. Look at Victor dancing in the background.
Who is Victor?
Victor Davila?
Is that his?
He's one of the 10th Planet Black Belts.
Oh, okay.
Because he trains.
Co-owner at EBI.
And he does the My Job for the UFC in Spanish.
Oh.
They let him have this night off for this.
Did they?
Oh, that's cool.
Beautiful. So he could do this.
And then he trains out of Kings too, full time now.
Kelvin?
Him
He's
and
listening,
Kelvin.
he's
Kelvin,
listening to
yeah.
a song in his head over there.
And he
Undefeated
lives
as a
with
middleweight.
Master Vic. They live together.
Oh,
They're
wow.
like best friends now.
Oh
No
wow.
shit. Wow. Where do they live? Not specifically.
Huntington Beach.
Okay. That's a good spot for if you're going to be a fighter.
Yeah,
There's
it
something
really
about
is.
Orange County, man. Especially down the beach area, like Huntington Beach in particular, man. There's a lot of great gyms down
There's
there.
so many gyms down, especially jiu-jitsu. There's just
Yeah.
all sorts of things going on down there.
Well, LA in particular, man. I mean, is there another place that's more of a hotbed for martial arts, like on the level that this place is? Like New York and LA are the two.
I'd say New York and Florida.
Florida's giant. What LA doesn't have is it doesn't have like an American top team where you have like one wealthy guy who funds this gigantic organization.
No, not in LA. Northern Cali does though, with AK and then Team Alpha Male.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. But Dan Lambert, what he's done down there in Southern Florida, something special.
It is special,
Something
and they've been
special.
around for a
Forever.
while too. You
And
don't
Dan
hear a lot of
Lambert's
conflict down there either.
Dumped a lot of cash into that. A lot of cash. Smart guy, man. Loves MMA. Loves it. I mean, he's what you would really want. A knowledgeable guy. For sure pull that crack up. See a little booty crack there?
Yes, I do.
Kelvin.
I saw the
I'm
dovetail.
distracted by his
Pull it
legs.
up. Pull it up.
Ooh, powerful Vitor coming.
Yeah,
Look at
Kelvin's
all the
always
cell
adding new
phones.
stuff too.
Guys, this is
Yeah,
in
he's
Brazil.
has
Huh?
new stuff. Every fight, he's got something new.
Who's this?
Kelvin throwing spinning kicks, throwing crazy shit on the ground. On the ground, he's
He's
very
10th Planet guy
underrated.
too. He doesn't.
Brown belt.
Nice.
What Calvin has that really impressed the shit out of me too is his footwork. His movement, like he's so light on his feet.
Cordero.
He leaps in and pops that jab. Man,
Uh-oh.
Vitor.
His straight left.
Vitor's looking good,
I
man.
feel like Kelvin and Tony Ferguson have that same kind of mentality. Just that freaking no fear.
Mexicans.
They
Balls
both
to
have.
the
They know
wall.
how to
Scary.
have fun.
Scary
They're fearless.
Mexicans.
They know how to have fun in the ring.
Yeah, they
They're
look
so
like
relaxed
they
in the
want to
ring.
be in there. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they love it. They love it.
What percentage Mexican is Tony Ferguson?
100%.
He's 100%, but the last
100%.
name is Ferguson.
His stepdad.
Ah.
He's full Mexican.
That's interesting.
He's a regular
He
Mexican
looks
dude
full
with a white
Mexican.
stepdad.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's interesting.
Yep.
A little bit of white flavor on him.
I'm liking the look in Vitor's eyes. I'm liking the crease in his neck. I'm feeling like he's coming in with more than dad bod. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, you had dad bod at the weigh-in. How would that be possible?
Okay, didn't see the weigh-in.
But that was only 24 hours before
Didn't,
this.
sir. Didn't see it.
Well,
Just
then why are you
saying,
talking?
Because a lot of things can change in 24 fucking hours.
What's
That's what I'm
going to
trying to
change?
say.
Tell me about rehydration of the body. Whoa,
Well-
he looks intense.
Yeah, he does look fucking
Vitor in
intense, which is my
Brazil.
point.
Fortaleza.
Strong jaw. Haven't seen his jaw that looked that strong in a long
I
time.
love Vitor, man.
Why don't you marry him?
You guys don't know what happens? You don't know what happens?
Fucking burn!
You have no
I
idea.
have no idea. I don't know
No,
a
I
single
stayed
thing.
off Twitter.
I do not know.
I posted, I
Do not
stayed
tell
on.
me.
I'm so proud of myself. This
Me
is the
too.
first time I've ever watched a fight card without having any idea what was going to happen in any of the
It's
fights.
because there's more boxing on.
he didn't look
Balls
bad
deep in-
yesterday.
By the way, that's more than dad bod, dude.
He definitely looks better than he looked against
Yes, he
Weidman.
does. He looks
definitely looks
very-
better than he looked against
More,
Weidman.
more aerodynamic. Way more aerodynamic.
Yeah, dude, look at him right there. That definitely looks better. Like in this right here, we're seeing him rehydrated. He looks better than he looked
Fuck
against
yeah,
Weidman.
he does.
When he went into the room against Weidman, into the octagon rather, like you could see his loose skin jiggling around while he was jumping up around.
Yeah, that was rough.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Let's go.
He looks not bad there.
He looks aggressive as
He
shit.
looks like a powerful older man.
Hey.
Well, that's what he is. Whereas when he was
Correct.
on TRT, he looked like a science
looked like a
project.
mutant.
Because that's what he was. he was a fucking science project.
How old is he now? 38?
He's 39 or 40. He might
He's
be
been
40.
fighting for 20 years.
Brian, pass some of that sweet, sweet wine this way.
Sorry, buddy. I've been.
What's up with that natural medicines?
Oh, I got some of that. I got a.
Brian, give Eddie a little more of that.
Jamie, remind me to bring some.
Okay?
Yeah, of course. Come on. It's a couple guys hanging
Joe.
out.
Gas
Fucking-
Joe.
No, we're not asking Joe.
No. I'm not doing nothing
Eddie,
unless
Eddie,
you
I
ask
got
me.
you. Eddie,
You're
who
a
doesn't?
grown man. You're a
Bubba,
grown
don't I
man.
have you every time?
I won't bring up
Clear
conspiracies.
with Joe
Have
and I'm
another
good.
cup.
Bro, I got you.
Have
No,
a cup.
Let's definitely not talk over each other and definitely not give Eddie any
I'm giving him a taste of
Eddie's
wine.
smart, man. He's smart.
I know
He
he's
knows-
smart.
Joe.
He's my boy.
Smart. He's
I'm-
smart.
He's my
Here
boy.
we go, folks. Here we go.
Let me
Kelvin
give my boy
Gastelum,
some wine.
Vitor Belfort. Fuck yeah, I'm excited.
I'm giving him
about
that
this.
much.
Joe,
25 to
No.
I'm giving him an inch of wine. Oh, you such a Nazi. You fucking
He
wine
He knows.
Nazi.
He knows. Eddie knows. He doesn't want to go crazy Pizzagate.
All right.
He doesn't want to do it on you.
Pizzagate's over. We're done with that shit.
Pizza
what
Gate,
I'm
that's in
saying.
the past.
That's what I'm saying. Here we go. Main event, folks.
It's just kids. Who cares?
You're driving me
playing
to the
kids.
comedy store. You know that, right?
Am I?
I don't have my car.
All right.
Well, that'll
Put
be
your
the
feet
reason.
up on my car. I'm going to pound your dick in.
Why don't you have your car, Brian?
Well, I didn't know we were doing the podcast before. I called him on
It's not like
just
we've been
by
talking about it for
coincidence.
days. Whatever.
No, 5:30.
We only posted this morning.
Whatever.
We only
I think
decided
you
on
liked
Wednesday.
our pictures.
You comment on mine. Can't wait.
I don't think I've ever liked the picture.
Well, that's not good.
Ever.
Why are people going to like yours now?
I don't mean it in a personal way.
You're just bad on social media.
Yeah, I just don't read a lot of.
That's probably good too.
Yeah,
Damn. Kelvin looks so calm.
don't read.
You know who's
He's
cool
so
as shit
confident.
too? Rafael Cordero.
Oh, he's the
Cool
best.
as
Dude,
shit.
he's so
He's the
nice.
nicest guy.
Oh man.
Fuck.
He's
He's
so
friendly.
nice. I love that guy.
I love it when guys that are involved in this sport, such a violent sport, can be like sweethearts.
There's not
Yep.
a lot of dicks.
But don't
when
you think it's because
about
they've been
MMA.
humbled? Like everybody who's really gotten in the sport has been knocked out,
Yeah.
has been humbled.
Yeah.
You know
A
what I
lot
mean?
of them
Isn't
for
it
sure.
impossible to be
Duke
cocky?
Rufus, super
Yeah,
cool.
the
Duke
nicest.
Rufus.
Nicest
Even
guy.
Conor McGregor, as cocky as he seems, when he loses or wins, he's always gracious.
Gary
you know?
Garbrandt. I met him for the first time last weekend in
Cody
Vegas.
Garbrandt?
Cody. What did I say?
Gary.
Gary. I was like, who
Cody,
the
I'm
fuck
sorry.
is
It's
Gary?
Cody's-
I'm going to stay
Cody's
silent.
uncle.
I don't know a Gary.
Super nice guy as well.
Oh, yeah.
that
Cody's a
guy,
great guy.
after he did that, he had that kid with him and stuff. That guy can do no wrong.
Cody
for me.
Garbrandt?
He's
Fuck,
awesome.
he's your next
Awesome.
superstar, man. They
Yeah.
need to invest from
He's amazing.
fucking
He's awesome.
PR in that kid. He just shot a commercial, but yeah, he's the real deal.
He looks like a shit starter. You know what I mean? But he's not. He's super nice.
Has the
guy.
skills to back it up.
Exactly.
Dresses
Hell
well,
yeah.
speaks well. World champion.
Super nice.
Beat Dominic Cruz.
I know it's interesting when you see him in that full suit and you see all the neck tattoos. You're like, this is interesting what he's doing here. He's like polishing up a murderer.
Yes.
You know, like
Yeah.
he's when he's inside that octagon, dude, he's
It's like
murking
painting
people.
your pit bull's toenails. Like
Yeah.
he's just fucking
Vitor's got some
fascinating.
fans
Yes.
in Brazil, huh?
It's a hard looking man.
Fuck, man.
Oh, they go crazy for him.
Yes.
Here we go.
Uh-oh.
Look at that.
Calvin looks so calm. No one is more calm in there
Nobody.
than Calvin.
A lot of
I think
confidence.
part of the reason
I
is
bet-
because he takes such a good shot. I mean, obviously he's really good and he's just confident, period. But Calvin's got that chin is fucking iron.
Yeah, that
man.
has to help you, right? Give you
Yes,
because you know
for
you can make a
sure.
little mistake and still get away with
You
it.
can get away with that's Chuck in his prime. In Chuck's prime, one of his biggest assets was his chin.
You know,
Chuck's
all those
chin was
guys.
phenomenal.
Yeah, man.
See, now watch how good Calvin moves on his feet. He's real light. His in and outs. Look how like much distance he covers forward and back, just to let you know he's nowhere near you. He's kind of close,
Hands
but
down.
then he's
Too.
nowhere near you. Oh, he can switch it up, man.
That's a pain in the ass.
He's
Well, it's
into
important.
being as unorthodox as possible. He's into that.
It's important because from the southpaw position, he shuts down that high kick. It's much harder for Vitor. So
right in the
Vitor has to
chin.
kick off of that left, or excuse me, off the right.
That was a little snap kick to
Yeah.
the chin. Nice shorts, Vitor.
Yeah, he's going old school.
Man, I'm not mad at it.
Gotta
Old
go.
school.
Oh! Almost wheel kick.
Don't get caught with one of those.
Everybody calm down.
That should
Stay
knock
calm.
your eye loose.
Shit.
He's got some hands.
He's still got the speed.
Speed doesn't go when you're 38, 40 when you're Vitor, guys.
Is he 40? Oh, Jesus.
Oh, damn.
God.
Some heavy shit being
Oh, my
thrown.
God.
He's feeling very explosive.
Heavy shit.
Oh, my God.
Vitor's fast as fuck.
Still.
And he's always moved amazing. I mean, Vitor's
Hell of
about
an
as
athlete.
pro as you
God,
can.
Kelvin's
right?
just
Thing about
walking him
Vitor,
down.
though,
All
is
that
that
shit.
he can't do this for every round.
No, he
He's
has
got
one round.
5 rounds.
He has 5 minutes of fury.
Yeah. This is a
That's a long-
5-round main event. Oh,
Maybe he's
beautiful
taking it
head
easy.
movement.
No, he's
Beautiful.
not really going. That
Oh! Kelvin got clipped there a little bit.
I love the way Kelvin raises his
See,
hands
but,
when he gets
dude, I'm telling you, man, Calvin will start. Ooh, good kick to the body there by Vitor.
Oh. Yikes.
Calvin would be able to pour it on when Vitor starts to wilt, and that's when it's going to get interesting.
What if Kelvin can try and grapple too at all?
And the thing about Vitor, too, is he's never really, except for the Rumble fight. The Rumble fight, he actually did come back from behind, right? He was
Yeah.
losing that fight.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Easy with those knees.
He was losing that. Oh,
Oh,
he
boy.
Straight left
oh, he
landed.
Oh, he's hurt.
That straight
he's
left
hurt.
landed,
He's
son.
hurt. It was that right hand there that
He's
hurt
really
him.
hurt.
His head got snapped back.
Look at
was
his
a good
nose,
jab
son.
Right there, too.
Heads down.
He throws a mean straight left.
That's
See,
crazy.
even this Kelvin compared to Tim Kenny Kelvin, different animal. Looks even better.
Yeah. He's so good and he's so young. And he's been lifting too to move into 185.
Damn, that jab.
His hands are smooth, man. And he fires jabs like his body can be at off angles.
Yeah, I like his distance. Especially
Yeah.
he's not a long guy.
Ooh, no.
But he
No,
used
he's-
it.
Oh, shit.
Tried the wheel
Oh, my
kick
God.
again.
Oh, way to get out of there.
Wow. Oh.
Oh, that's over.
Oh, boy.
Oh, that's over. Stop the fight, son.
Hold on,
letting it
hold on,
go.
hold on.
Goddamn, is it Mario?
Hold on. He's kicking up.
Is it Mario?
Dude, they could have easily.
That was
stopped
good.
him.
Oh, they could easily
Hold on.
stop
Oh,
that
Kelvin.
fight.
Oh, Kelvin, you gonna earn this.
Hold on.
You gonna earn this.
Wow.
This is Brazil, guys. This is fucking Brazil. Relax. Everybody calm down.
Oh,
Remember,
arm triangle. He loves. Look at that. Oh, that's his shit.
It's the
right
wrong
there.
side though.
it doesn't
It doesn't matter. He
Doesn't
can-
matter
he
if
can make
gets-
it- he can
if
make it
gets
Against the
squished
cage
down.
gonna be tough, man.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't
He
matter.
has no room. Wrong
You
side.
stay in the mount. You don't even need to get on the side. That's old school.
You can't move though, Eddie, with the cage, right?
Look at
going
Vitor
to
getting
the
up.
back.
He's
Look at
screwed him
Vitor.
over.
Look
inch
at
by
Vitor.
inch.
Oh my God, Vitor.
Vitor back up.
Wow.
Yeah, he
Oh, you
survived.
got to give it up.
He survived.
Kidding me?
Oh, it's Big John's the ref.
Big John McCarthy. Way to
Oh,
go.
he's
Oh,
coming
look
back.
at
Big
this.
John made it happen.
You kidding me right
He's
now?
wobbly.
He's wobbly.
Yeah.
But he did throw some
Giving it
shit
back.
right there.
Yeah, he did. And a great
out of
underhook.
the
He's
first
still,
round.
he's still
Wa-
dangerous. Vitor's still dangerous.
Fuck yes.
But he's not on steady legs.
That straight left comes down the pipe though.
Oh,
That
he
caught him.
tagged him. He tagged
That
him with that
caught him.
jab. His jab is so crisp.
Who's that?
Kelvin's his boxing
Kelvin's
looks
jab
ridiculous.
is so nasty, and he throws that jab right hook.
Oh, shit. Come on.
it's
Watch
landed.
His
this.
fucking hands, man.
Kelvin's hands are fast as
Oh, woo!
Jesus.
God
Damn it.
He
damn,
threw two
Kelvin.
1-2s in a row. He went beep, 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 beep.
And the first one was
dude.
barely
Yeah.
off. Then
God
again,
damn.
bop, bop.
He covers a lot of ground with those lefts. I mean, he
Calvin.
comes.
It's
all
weird
the
because
way
he doesn't
into
have
it.
a long reach, but he
It's-
keeps great distance.
Jesus.
His footwork.
You know what?
man.
Timing,
He has
yeah.
wide ass shoulders. I think if you measure his shoulders,
Okay.
I think he's pretty.
Now let's
long.
talk about this because Calvin had been talking about going down to 170, and you look at how good he looked in the Tim Kennedy fight, and then looked even fucking better against Vitor.
Stay at
I
85.
like him at 85.
Of course
Stop
you do.
depleting himself. At 185, he looks like a fucking world champion.
Yep.
But
Holy
but think
shit! Look at
that's-
this.
One, two.
Boom! See that
And then
miss?
one.
Bing! Right. Boom! Oh, look at that left.
Shit.
Good lord. Bing!
God
Look at
damn
the
it.
distance. Oh my goodness.
Joe, here's the argument for
Oh,
70
my
though.
goodness.
He went to what, a split decision with Woodley?
So what?
Boom.
Woodley's
And
the
then look at that.
champ.
Yeah, but you know why he
Boom,
went to a split
boom.
decision?
Damn.
Oh,
1, 2,
'Cause he
1,
was
2.
depleting his
because he was
body?
Has that ever-
depleted. Yeah. he
When does that happen?
Who knows
I
if he
hate
could?
seeing
When
it.
does that
I
happen?
hate
Look,
seeing
1,
somebody
2, 1,
get hit
2.
like that.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Well,
How-
that first one was barely
Brilliant.
off.
Yeah.
Then he
Brilliant.
readjusted and
But he
knocked him
threw
out.
him like
Brilliant.
Straight down the pipe.
Good job,
Brilliant.
John McCarthy. Good job all the way around, too.
Yeah, good job not stopping
Big
it
John
and then
didn't fuck
stopping it
around.
when it was over.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's the
Fucking
best.
amazing.
Hands
Really
down,
good.
Big John's the
McCarthy.
best.
Oh, man.
Fucking amazing.
How about Calvin? What a fucking
He's
renaissance.
getting better every fight, man.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
What do you do next with him? Eddie,
can you do?
If you're his coach, what would you do next with him? Who do you
Title
like?
shot.
What can you
Oh,
do?
Jesus Christ. Yeah, you're his coach. Yep.
What can
Title
you do?
shot.
Oh, so
No,
he jumps
no,
over
no, he
Yoel
doesn't
Romero,
jump over Yoel
Jacare,
Romero.
Luke Rockhold.
But here's the
Yeah.
question.
What about
Here's
winner?
the question. If you're making
putting
this big
people away.
GSP, but hold on. If you're making this big GSP, Michael Bisping super fight, do you make Yoel Romero versus this motherfucker?
No, you don't do this
On
yet.
the undercard.
No,
Hold on.
fuck Joe.
Brandon,
Get
what do you
out
have
of
to
here.
say? I like Joe's got a mischievous mind right now.
For the
I'm
interim
not mad at
title.
it.
Another interim
Let's-
title. Let's do it.
Let's
You
hold
get
that.
a belt. You get a belt.
He's a
You get a belt.
troublemaker. What do you say about that?
No, it's
Oprah.
too much for Calvin.
We take
Yoel
the Oprah
Romero's
Winfrey
the worst
approach.
matchup possible for him right
Just
now.
because of his wrestling?
Yeah, not yet, man. Because he, that's an older Vitor. Let's not get crazy.
Right.
He beat Tim Kennedy who had 1 foot out.
Yoel
Let's-
Romero's the same age.
But Yoel's in, sir.
Sir?
Yoel versus Vitor.
Yeah, a little different.
They're a little
A
different.
little different, sir.
A little different,
One-
right?
Just a little bit different.
The golden
little
snitch
bit.
comes after one. He's good. The other, we don't know.
A little
But,
different.
I would like Kelvin to fight a guy. Like I think a great fight. Obviously, you'd have to beat Musasi. I'd like to see Weidman versus Kelvin. I think
yeah.
that'd be a fun fight.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want a top 4-3
Not
guy
yet,
for
not
him
yet.
yet. Bill, he's 25. If you use Yoel, what do we do?
Yeah, you're right.
I
You're right.
really hope he stays at 185, and I think he could be a champion. I think he's got everything it takes to be a champion.
But bring him up slower.
How's he beat
Bring him
Luke
up slowly.
Rockhold?
who knows? How the fuck did he beat this guy? How the fuck did Michael Bisping beat him?
Give him some
How
time.
did Michael Bisping beat Rockhold? Who
Give him a
knows?
year. Give him
he
2
might,
years.
He might lose to Rockhold, or he might tune Rockhold up the same way you saw him do to Vitor tonight. You don't know. He's a great fighter. I mean, that kid, his movement and his accuracy and his combinations, his punches, is fucking phenomenal. His ability to survive on the ground against Tim Kennedy in that first round and like virtually burn no energy, came out of that, survived, and then started beating the shit out of Tim. And you're like, well, maybe Tim Kennedy did really overtrain. Maybe he's not really prepared. Look what the fuck he did tonight to
There's
Vitor.
a big difference between Vitor Belfort at 38 off TRT and the Jacare, Yoel Romero,
You're right.
and Luke Rockhold. Big difference.
You're right.
Can he beat them? Yes, right now would
Who
be
knows?
very difficult.
But this is the next step, right?
Not the
next
top
logical
3.
step.
How's that the next step? That's insane.
I think the next logical step. I feel like Kelvin is top 10.
Yes,
right?
top 10, yes.
I think
I'm
after the
saying
Tim
top
Kennedy
5.
fight, I think he was 10. What was he ranked after the Kennedy fight?
Isn't he like 8 or no? I think he's 9, isn't he? And Vitor, or he might be 10 and Vitor's 9.
I don't pay attention to
So
rankings.
if that's the case, I feel like he's in the top 6 or 7 now. I think he's moved up, right? This is a phenomenal performance. He's 2-0 at middleweight. He looked amazing against, and on the feet, it was all on the feet, against one of the best strikers in the game. Did you go, aw, when you saw Vitor's face? Is that
Oh,
what you
Kelvin's
just did,
10.
Brian?
Kelvin's
I
10.
did. It bums me out when I see a
Number 10
a great
ranked.
lose.
Before this
What
fight,
about
he was number
Robert
10
Whitaker?
ranked.
That'd be a fun fight.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
There's
Now
a
you're
fucking
talking.
barn burner.
But
for
Whitaker
you.
has a barn burner coming up.
Jacare.
Oh,
damn, that's gonna be.
That's a
nuts.
fucking
Yeah,
fight.
that's gonna
I don't think you give Calvin to Jacare or any of those guys quite
so
yet.
did you
Give
know
him time.
the
Give
result
him
of this
time.
fight, Eddie?
Yeah,
You knew what round and the whole deal?
I didn't know what round.
It was it the first round?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there you
such a
go.
crazy
What
first
about
round.
Derek Brunson or Anderson Silva?
Yeah, that's interesting. But wait a minute, why? This is not current. It can't be because Vitor's still ahead of him.
Well, they're not going to update it tonight, right? Or last
but
night.
the fight was yesterday. I would have thought I guess they probably wait till Monday. But yeah, look, that's a crazy division, right? And Derek Brunson and Anderson Silva just getting done with their fight. Robert Whitaker.
Brunson makes sense out of that. It's not a big name fight though for him.
Yeah.
But you got Anderson Silva, Brunson, Robert Whitaker has a date, Mousasi has a date, Weidman has a date, Souza. Everyone has a date except for Rockhold.
Yeah, and Rockhold has been talking about Bisping. He's waiting for Bisping. Wants to kick Bisping's ass.
But Bisping and GSP don't even have a date. So what are you going to do, Rockhold?
Where are they going to do that fight?
They don't know, do they? They haven't even. Is this the first time they ever announced a fight without a date or a venue or?
I feel like it's got to be the 4th of July weekend, right?
You would think.
Yeah, if you want to knock something out of the park. What does it say there? Bisping versus St. Pierre. Does it say a number? You go look over there in that little picture.
It says March 3rd press conference.
Oh, okay. So they don't have a date. I would imagine if we're already in March, April, May, June, July, 4 months from now, that's very reasonable. Right?
Well, there's something with GSP he didn't want to fight.
Well, that's John Jones weekend too, you know. That's when John Jones returns.
John Jones, Anthony Johnson, and John Jones, DC.
Oh,
Mufasa.
on the
Say it
undercover.
again.
Oh, Jesus.
Mufasa.
Oh,
Mufasa.
Jesus.
That's going to be
John
scary.
Jones coming back. Enjoy that. Either one.
On the undercard of Bisping versus GSP. Holy shit,
boy.
what a card.
Oh boy.
What a card.
Dude.
Hey, Eddie Bravo, what happened with you and Michael Bisping? We heard that there was this crazy argument, and there's a video of you guys talking, but it seems like
Yelling.
you're working it out.
Yeah, Bisping's my friend. It's like, when you're arguing with your friends, there's like people are thinking, oh, were they going to fight? Not for 1 second did I think a fight was going to go down. Every time I talk about Mike Bisping or anyone else, they usually say he visibly improves from fight to fight. You could see it. And I'm sure he's sick of hearing that. And I was talking about that. I was complimenting him, but then I could see how he thought like that implied that, he was, subpar at one point, So he was like, I take offense to that, man. I was always a badass ever since the Ultimate Fighter show, and I understand where he's coming from,
So it was just a misinterpretation of what you were describing.
Yeah, and then we just started talking about like, he's fighting GSP.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Yeah, then
great guy.
We were arguing, and he was getting like kind of like insulted. He was like, "I'm insulted when people say that." I'm like, "I'm sorry, I get it. I get it. I was trying to compliment you. I'm trying to say good things about you, but I see how you could see. I should have kept my mouth shut."
Was there a couple of adult beverages going around too?
Yeah, for
there
sure,
you go.
for
Emotions
sure. But
running
by
high.
the end of that conversation, they didn't have.
You guys were good.
Yeah, he's like, "Dude, I should come up and train with you because I'm fighting GSP. He's gonna want to take me down. I should get good off my back. Oh yeah, come up. We were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
and he didn't
two
even
good
remember. He
dudes.
blacked
He's such
out,
a
though.
competitive guy.
He didn't even remember. So,
That's what makes him great.
but we're
It's
all
like he's
good,
not
though.
going to give you an
Yeah,
edge.
no, we're all cool. He DM'd me on Twitter and
he's
said, "Dude,
great.
sorry about last night." I go, "Dude, don't even trip. I should have kept my mouth shut."
He's the biggest fight of his life coming up.
Yeah.
That's not. People think they go, "Oh, it's the easiest fight for GSP." That's a tough fucking fight for
It's a
George,
very
man.
tough fight.
Think
Yeah.
about Bisping's takedown defense.
Who says it's
Yep.
the easiest fight for GSP? That's crazy. He's way bigger. Michael Bisping is a legit 185 who fought at 205. Remember, he won the
Hell
Ultimate
yeah.
Fighter. Oh my God, look at that combination. Kelvin just
Beautiful
slams.
1-2.
Look at that again. They're showing it again. Fucking incredible. He looks so good. God damn. I
Calls
beat
out
one
Anderson
legend. I want to be
Silva.
another one. Calls out Spider Anderson
wants that
for
old
UFC
man tour.
212 in Rio.
I don't
Wow.
blame him. It's a good idea. Fighting these legends, smoking them.
I don't know if I want to see that, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'd rather see that than him versus Jacare or some shit.
Derek Brunson seemed like he was hypnotized by Anderson.
He had too much respect for him.
Yeah, there was
Like,
moments
just punch
where
him in the face, sir.
he just didn't seem like he found his groove in that. Plus, it was him coming off of the knockout loss to Robert Whitaker.
Bad knockout.
He's on
so
a
he's
long,
a little tentative, trying to switch
little
things
tentative,
up.
Yeah. He tried to go a little technical
Against Anderson Silva,
Yeah.
bad idea. No one won. If the fans lost on that fight. That fight sucked.
How dare you?
Sorry.
Wasn't the
Being
best
real.
fight. It wasn't
Who's
the
this
best
new
fight.
guy here? Who's
Yeah,
this guy?
Todd
Todd
Grisham.
Is he good?
I honestly have not listened to him at all. Because the last time he was doing something, we were doing a fight companion, so we talked over his work.
Whose
I've never-
spot did he take? Karen Bryant?
For this, I think Karen, and then he didn't really take Goldberg's spot.
Well, he's doing some of the ones that Anik would have done, and Anik has kind of taken up Goldberg's spot.
I like you and Dom together. The chemistry in you and Dom's the best for me, I think.
I like him. I like doing it with him, and I like doing it with DC too. I like both of them.
Yeah.
You know what makes Bisping so incredible is not only did he Eve. Is that the fact that he got the belt basically with half an eye too? That's got to play.
He did after 10 years, man. Like he's been grinding.
Yeah.
Like he deserves more. He
never got caught for any PADs.
No, and
all
he
clean.
lost to only PD guys, really.
Yeah.
Like he's been fucked, man. And he becomes champ on a 7-day notice shooting a
Badass.
movie. Knocks out Luke Rockhold.
Beats Anderson Silva.
And then he revenges his loss against Dan Henderson. It's nuts. His story's so cool, man.
Yep.
It is a crazy story.
It's beautiful.
I mean, it's all just heart and will. Look at this combination, man. Him and Vitor. I mean, see how he tagged him with that jab and snapped his head back?
Vitor still got that spinning kick, though.
Yeah, he keeps looking for it, though. Oh, Jesus, when he gets his head snapped back.
Big John.
That's a function of a younger, faster guy.
Well, Vitor never had combinations like that. Vitor's combinations were like straight line, blitzkrieg attacks.
Yeah.
What Calvin's doing is hitting these crazy angles with beautiful precision. Like if you look at the way he's delivering his punches, it's really some next level shit. He's one of the best punchers in MMA right now because what he's doing is he's sliding in and he's not loading up on these shots. He's throwing them with perfect efficiency. And just ta-ting, ta-ting, and his fucking
Straight
accuracy.
Too. Straight, which you don't see a lot.
Speed, straight, everything. And he moves his body side to side really well. Like look how he's like, he's,
Always off the line there.
Man, it's beautiful.
Jesus Christ.
The way he lands that left hand, it's fucking phenomenal.
It's hard as shit, too.
You got to go into the legs.
Look at
at
this.
that point.
Come on.
Bang! Look at straight down the pipe with that left hand. Good Lord, look at this. Don't dink.
Was that an elbow?
No, just punches, man.
Straight 1-2.
Excellent.
Southpaw.
Bang!
Oh, what a beautiful shot.
Overwhelmed.
Don't ever bring that shit into my fucking cage.
It's like a 1980s show that got canceled after 2 episodes.
You don't know,
about
dude.
a group of mercenaries and they cage fight on the side.
Yeah.
It's a
They have
bad
to choose whether or
That's
not they're
what we
going
say.
to work for the government or pursue a career in cage fighting.
That's a
It's
movie
back
I
when
don't want to see.
Cage fighting wasn't even a real thing.
You guys
so
got to make a fucking choice.
they had cage fighting, but
That's
they
what
wore
we
those
used to say.
PKA karate shoes from like the 1980s, and they wore those long shiny pants.
Yeah.
Remember those karate pants? And they had the black belt on
What
over
movie
the
was
shiny
that?
pants.
What movie was that?
The one that Brian's doing
And we say
dialogue
awesome
for.
things like this. Watch,
one
we go,
Brian's in his mind.
When we want to leave, we go like this. I go, hey guys, let's blow this fucking joint. I say that, and then
And
when I
then
go
someone
like
goes,
this, I
"You
go
mean
like
the
this.
whole joint?"
Yep. And then I go like this. I go, when we really want to get my boys going, I go, let's fucking go. So G-O with a lot of O's after.
There was a martial arts movie
No?
that
I don't know.
Frank Shamrock
You don't
was
like my
in.
I feel
movie.
sick.
You don't like my fucking movie because it's man shit. Let's go get some fucking burgers after we
Do you
finish.
not hear when other people are talking, or what happens?
What, dude? I'm going through my
Powers
movie.
through it, man.
Not even letting me fucking.
No, he
No,
was talking.
Eddie
All
was
right.
talking, and you
All
just
right.
I
started
said
talking over
there's
him
this
like it wasn't
there's
even
this
real.
low
Whatever.
budget martial arts movie called No Rules. Has Frank Shamrock's in it, Randy Couture's in it, Tom Sizemore's in it. When he's like
Tom
when he
Sizemore.
needed cash and he's like in the middle of like rehabs and everything. He's in the movie as the main fighter, Tom Sizemore.
Oh, hell
yeah,
no.
and he wore a sweater when he fought, like a loose sweater, because he was like in the worst shape of his life. Frank Shamrock's in it.
awesome.
You
Meth
gotta
body.
see it. Seriously, No Rules. You got
I'm
to
gonna.
see
Is it on
Oh.
iTunes
See it
or
on
Netflix?
Netflix?
Dude, I don't
Wait a
know
minute,
where
wait a
it's
minute.
at,
You have
but
the
you have
VHS
to
on.
see this.
Why don't we? Here it is. Look up at the screen. Left.
We should do a fight
Why don't we
complaining
do a
about
fight?
this.
That's what I was gonna
Dude,
say.
it's amazing.
Fuck yes.
Pamela Anderson's brother wrote the script.
That sounds like a bad idea already.
God.
Dude, it looks like serious, but seems like serious action.
Tour.
Hold on.
Look at this trailer, dude.
Look at the fire behind it.
Pamela Anderson. Pamela Anderson was in it.
In 2005, I'm
I
in.
was supposed to be in it, but I
backed out?
bailed because I had a seminar. I'm like, dude, I'm
proud of you, Eddie.
Jean-Jacques was going to be in it. He bailed
Look at
first.
Tom Sizemore fighting with a
Jean-Jacques
sweater
bailed
on.
first. He was.
I'm
at
so
that.
proud of you, Eddie,
Yeah.
for not doing this.
What did they agree to have Tom Sizemore in the sweater? Or was that like the stipulation? in
Dude,
his
that was
contract?
It's like
This
that's
is
the only way they
incredible.
could get him.
Oh,
Remember
this is
David
shot
Dunn?
well, too.
David Dunn's in
Yeah, I
it.
remember Dave.
You always have to have the sea where he's contemplating, where he looks out on the
Always
ocean.
super important. To
Dude, this
wander
is
and
2005. It looks
meditate.
like 87.
And there's an evil fight team, and when they do omoplatas, it's like a satanic thing. They kill you with omoplatas. No joke.
Evil.
Frank Shamrock is part of the evil fight team.
Look at the tap out
They
logo.
kill people.
Oh, is that
It's
Pamela?
Pamela Anderson.
Holy shit.
She made a cameo.
She did this in barbed
She
wire.
threw something at him. Oh, hit
Oh,
him
right in the
head.
face.
Whoa, he
Dude, that
back fisted that
back
guy.
fist is
Dave
sick.
Dunn with the back fist. Look
Oh!
at the uppercut. The uppercut that launches the dude upside down and backwards.
Seen it happen a million times.
This is
Oh,
good.
it's real.
Jean-Jacques was going to be in. He backed out
We should
last
watch this movie.
So they called me up. They go, Jean-Jacques backed out, and he goes, dude, we need another villain. And I knew Randy Couture was thinking about being in movies, so I said maybe I could call Randy. So I called Randy. I go, you want to do a movie? They need a villain last minute. Randy Couture jumped in and he did it.
So now, if we do something like this, it almost can't be a standalone thing. Like we really almost need some of the dialogue.
We have
Dude,
to.
you gotta see it
Because
You
people
gotta
need to
see
hear
it.
what the fuck we're referring to.
Oh, it's a great movie.
Now, is this a movie that they can get online?
Gary Busey's. Gary Busey's in
Look
it.
at this, the evil fight. Look at Frank Shamrock right here.
Oh my
They're
God, Gary
they're the
Busey's in it. Look at
satanic
him.
fight. Look at the Satanic Fight Club. Frank Shamrock.
This is the
Watch.
worst movie of all time.
Frank
Look,
Shamrock
look.
is satanic.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
it's Satanic Fight Team.
Look at Gary
Oh,
Busey,
boy.
the best.
Dude, I can't believe no one's career boomed out.
That candle.
Oh, he broke that dude's back over
That's
his
a good move.
shoulders.
Dude, look at that. That's MMA Bible.
Look, it's Randy, young Randy Couture.
This is an amazing
Now,
movie.
what is Randy up to these days? Anybody talk to him?
He was
Living
on,
large. Look at them, Randy and
He was on our show a little bit ago.
Yeah?
He's doing the damn thing. Yeah.
What's he
man.
been doing?
He's involved with that fighters union thing, and then he's making movies, doing a lot of
Which
acting.
fighters union thing? Isn't there like
There-
three of
there's
them? And they're all duking it
there's
out
a
with
mixed
each other.
martial arts athletic association, and then there's the union. He's part of the union.
What's the better one? Oh, the training montage, super important.
The association
know
was
your
better.
destiny.
punching ropes and stuff?
Yeah, Makiniwara.
This is an amazing movie.
Yeah.
This is like my life in the '80s, man. When I ran with that gang.
This is in the 90s,
Called,
though, B.
yeah, but
Oh, this is
it was taken after.
2005.
It was taken off of my dragon gang that I used to run with.
No rules.
No
Tom,
rules.
Tom, Tom.
No
Guaranteed hit. Seriously.
That was right when The Ultimate Fighter was made. That movie.
So they're trying to capitalize on that shit.
No, they probably didn't know about it yet. It was probably like in the process of
And
that.
then they
you
saw
know?
how it really goes down, like, ah, shit. Damn it, there's no Satan worship in MMA.
Satanic fight team.
I remember reading the script going, what?
You must be like, dude, throw him a bone.
There must be. I bet if we had a show where we just
I got
watched
Randy
bad
Couture.
movies.
They should be happy.
I bet if we had a show where we just watched bad movies and did a companion for bad movies,
Dude.
you would
Movie
never run out of
companions?
movies. You never
Movie
run out of shitty
companions?
movies.
You know what they told
And you
me?
can go, we're hit and play now. You give everyone
Yeah.
a week's notice on Monday. You go, hey, we're watching fucking Naked Gun on Friday. Then
Right.
Right, we're playing it now. And
Yeah.
everyone has Naked
Yeah,
Gun
everybody
ready in their store.
cues it up,
Yes.
and then we all watch it together.
Yeah.
Like Grease, I was watching Grease the
Oh
other
my
night with John
God.
Travolta, and I sent a text message to Jamie. I said we should do a fight companion for the movie Grease,
Dude.
because
I
I,
got
was high and I
chills.
was watching them. They're multiplying,
And I'm losing control.
That'd be fun as fuck.
power.
You're supplying.
supplying.
It's electrifying. Oh my God, what a great.
Better shape up,
Because I need a man. Yeah.
The producer of that show said, dude, if you get me fucking Randy Couture, I will make your part so much bigger.
You said that?
He said that. And I'm like, whatever.
Yeah,
And then
right.
then I bailed like 2 weeks later. I go, I gotta find a way to
Sounds like
bail.
a bad idea.
Oh, that's so
It's
funny.
so funny.
It was the satanic omoplatas that got me. It got Jean-Jacques. Jean-Jacques said he let somebody read the script. And
can't.
They said, I advise you to abort mission.
This will ruin your name. You can't do this.
How do you die from an omoplata? Does your arm just rip off and you bleed, or what is it?
You know what? I never got through the whole movie.
Yeah,
I never.
you're goddamn right you did it.
You get through like 20 minutes and you're like, cool, I get it.
20 minutes. 20
my
minutes.
favorite
in,
It's
yes, I
commercial
worth
get
it, though.
again.
You
That's
got to
so
get
true.
a series of movies like that.
yeah.
You get a bunch of them.
This is my favorite
I want
commercial.
to see Patrick Swayze in Roadhouse.
The
That would
guy
be
in the
good to
tiny
do.
pony.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, but
amazing.
Patrick Swayze in Roadhouse has almost been done to death. I live tweeted it once. I watched Instagrammed it, and I realized how homoerotic it is. It's insanely homoerotic. I went through a whole series of tweets where like I highlighted what their
Yeah.
quotes were, what the fuck they said.
Do you want
It
to see
was,
the gayest
Instagram.
scene? The gayest scene of all time is the volleyball scene in First Top Gun. Go ahead, pull that up, Jamie.
broke-
That was a
Brokeback
whole
Mountain begs to
thing
differ.
that this is an interesting story. This is a whole thing that Quentin Tarantino put in a movie, but apparently it's something that a Roger Avery thing. There's like you could read it up online, but it's apparently Roger Avery's theory that Roger Avery made Killing Zoe, who's a brilliant actor or brilliant director, writer, and wound up killing a guy in a drunk driving accident. Wound up doing jail time and was like tweeting from jail.
Damn.
If I remember correctly, in the early days of Twitter. I'm not making that up, right? Isn't that the case? Was tweeting, I think, from the early days of jail. But this Top Gun, according to Tarantino, according to Roger Avery, was his theory. It's like, say, if you had a theory and you were always talking about it, you'd polished it up and made it really funny, and then you told it to Schaub, and Schaub goes on like Fox News and starts talking about, here's my theory, B, and like he just rattles off your stuff. That's
Right.
kind of what he did, allegedly.
But what was he saying about it?
Well, it's just that Top Gun is gay.
Right.
Like Quentin Tarantino goes through this whole thing about all the different various moments where you realize what the hidden subtext is, and it's all homosexual.
Is it really? I
I
don't know.
love that
It's
shit.
hilarious. We can't play it, or they'll kick us off of YouTube but we'll play it after the podcast
Oh, we can't
is
play
over.
the volleyball scene. Okay.
No, we can't play the Quentin Tarantino dissection of Top Gun. Because if we do, they'll kick us off of YouTube because it's not our content.
Is that the
Yeah,
actual
yeah,
movie
yeah.
right there? It is. Look.
Everything gets kicked off YouTube. People own their content. If you make something, whether it's a movie or a song or anything, and someone puts it on a YouTube thing and then puts it up on YouTube,
They shut it
They
down.
shut it down.
We got shut down for showing Planet Earth 2, the lizard run from snakes.
Oh, yeah.
Literally, they shut it down like minutes.
oh yeah. Well, all those apparently that's
Algorithms.
one of the most lucrative video segments is the animal attack segment. Because people love watching those animals attack other animals and attack people. And
Don't we
anytime
all?
there's a video like that, if you throw that shit up on Facebook, it's going to get your page shut down.
Yeah.
It's happened
With
to
the
me.
quickness, too.
Quick. And they shut my page down for like 3 days. I couldn't
Instagram,
post
they're
anything.
cool, though.
They're a little bit cooler, but it's going to eventually bleed over to that too. Because doesn't Google own Instagram? Facebook owns Instagram. So see, it's the same thing.
Haters gonna hate.
Haters gonna
Let me post a goddamn fucking reptile video.
Yeah, but the problem is somebody owns that reptile video on YouTube, and they're making money off the ads, and it's real money.
That's fair.
Because a lot of those
That's
videos, it's 100% fair.
Oh,
if
no,
they
it's
own
definitely fair.
it, look, we just want to see it. Okay, if I can put it up on my page and
And you
show
get
everybody,
paid?
that's cool too. But I just want to see it. So if people are showing, whatever's going to make sure these people put up more of those videos is good. I mean, I'm not in the fucking animal attack video business.
Well, you know what'd be
I just wanna
cool?
watch 'em.
What'd be cool is if you repost a video from Planet Video, whatever, Planet Attacks, Animal Attacks, and then they get paid no matter what because you have all
Right.
these followers. They still get the pay, but you get to show the
Yeah,
content.
but maybe they want to generate more subscribers onto their page, though. And the argument could
they're
be made that if
smart-
you had it somewhere else, it somehow or another might keep people from subscribing to their page. That's the argument.
We did this thing on Fighter and the Kid 3D where I put on a deer suit and Brendan put on a lion suit, and I had to kind of run away from him, like on my hands and knees, like on my hands and feet. It was for the sketch, and he would come over and just jump in the air and land on me. I was so fucking worried my back was going to break every single time, but I was thinking about how ridiculous that fucking sketch was, where we're both dressed as.
It's a little bit ridiculous now when we're talking about real animal attacks. Yeah.
Well, it was very similar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it was give you a nice opportunity to talk about Fighter and the Kid 3D, which is available now.
Yeah,
no,
right.
no, no,
I don't even know if it
Fox,
is.
Fox owns that.
Yeah.
No,
Really?
yeah.
Are
Fox
they,
owns
are they not
that.
releasing
No,
it?
I don't think we
No,
have
you have to
Oh,
pay for
because
them. We're
you
not
guys
part
broke
of that.
up?
Yeah, since we separated.
Oh,
and,
no.
divorce.
So you guys made all those sketches and now people can't watch them?
It's a
They
bummer.
can, but they have to pay. You know what? It's all over online.
And
They
they're good.
released them. Don't pay for them. Do some research. You
I
can
can't
find
believe
them.
what you're
There's-
saying.
some of them are good. I'm proud
Most
of them.
finishes in UFC Pride WEC
Crow
Strike
Cop,
Force
son.
history. Shogun right up there with 17, Donald Cerrone 17, Vanderlei 20, and Crow Cop number 1.
So is Crow Cop on Mount Rushmore?
Oh, that's a good question.
Fuck.
He never, not in the UFC, he never really performed to the best of his ability in the UFC. He also never looked this, well, who knows what that's all about.
Yeah.
You know, but he never looked the same. When he came from Strike Force,
Yeah.
or excuse me, from Pride over to the UFC.
Then when he left the UFC, did work. Became K1 champion, rising.
Yep.
It's fucking nuts, man.
Well, you know, he got back on the Mexican supplements, let's be honest.
But he was also on Mexican supplements for a little bit during the UFC. Let's be
You think
honest.
so?
100% exemption.
Do you think he was on a TRT exemption? Really? He had TRT?
I think so.
Well, don't they have to announce that, though?
No, hell no, they don't have to announce
How many
that.
people had it?
Oh man, a good amount. And then because the floodgates open, because once people found out other guys were doing it, they had to put a stop to it. Because you had to go through certain people to get it, and then it was just a bad look. Because once if it's an advantage and everyone wants to do it.
Yeah, it was weird for a few years. because it was legal for a few years, and everybody was like, "What are they doing?"
Yeah, we'd
They're
find
doing
out like, damn, you do
steroids."
TRT? Fuck, the floodgates open. But then they're like, no, hell no.
Well, not only that, like
Then
the
you have
way
to
they
show, like, a
measure your
legit-
levels, like you could be doing that stuff every day. I mean, what are they? As long as you're staying under some ridiculously high level, and some of them that did get caught, like one of the reasons why I got shut down was when they caught Vitor, and he was at like 1,470, and the doctor was like, "Well, this isn't even healthy. Like this is like a dangerous level." Same thing with Nate Marquardt. When Nate Marquardt got popped,
Rick
he
Story
was supposed to fight Rick Story, and then he wound up fighting Charlie Brenneman. That was last minute replacement. It was like they did his levels. And they went, "What the fuck, son? Like there ain't no way you're fighting. Like this is not healthy. Like you're on some silverback gorilla levels here."
Yikes.
Yeah.
Aren't there different, like there's free testosterone?
Yep.
And
Yep.
so how does that work?
Well, you'd have to talk to a real
there's total is free.
endocrinologist. But they would explain what's available to you, what your body has to process, what your levels are, and then they can also find it all depends on when you've eaten, how much sleep you've gotten, if you worked out, what kind of a meal you've eaten, depending. Like that's why these blood tests are kind of ridiculous. Like I talked to a doctor who literally told me if you wanted your growth hormone levels to show up as low, all you would have to do is eat a really heavy meal, like right before you got your blood tested. I go, like, how far before? He's like, 45 minutes, an hour should do it.
Wow.
He goes, just eat a bunch of cheeseburgers and shitty food and fries and like milkshakes, and then just go in there. He goes, you'll have such a crash.
Sounds
your
like a
insulin
party.
levels,
Right.
your growth hormone levels, everything's going to be all fucked and out of whack because you just threw some sludge into your system.
So how's the best way to check your true resting testosterone? Over a week?
Yeah, you should test it. You should get a mean. You should test it, and you should write down what you're eating, how much you're sleeping, and then
Right.
and then also one of the things that has a big effect on testosterone is how much cholesterol and how much saturated fat. And people, for the longest time, of course, thought it was the opposite. They thought that stuff was bad for you, but now they realize that's actually the precursors for testosterone and other hormones.
Saturated fat.
Saturated fat. Your body needs cholesterol and saturated fat to convert to testosterone. So one of the things that people find, and John Rollo found this out, he was one of the first people to tell me about this, when he switched to a keto diet, his testosterone went way up. He goes way up. Yeah, it happens with a lot
From
of
the
guys.
fats, a lot
Yeah.
of guys.
Yeah.
Probably your insulin levels are very low.
Your whole state, like during the day, changes because you don't have the crash thing. Like last night, I ate in the late afternoon, and then I didn't eat till this morning. So I probably went till I had some butter coffee this morning at like 10 a.m. and I had maybe eaten at like 3 in the afternoon.
It's a long fast.
And
That's
I'm
a long
fine,
fast.
but it doesn't bother me
Right.
at all.
Because the fats.
Because my body's just used to burning fats.
Yep.
Oh, I had
don't get
some
hungry.
exogenous ketones too. I had some of that like an hour later. So my body's on full ketogenic state, so I'm just burning fat all the time. And when you do that, you don't have that weird, crazy, like, I've got to eat now thing.
The crashes, the highs and the lows.
If I was just burning carbohydrates and I took that much time off of eating, I'd be frantic, like really frantic.
And
but
you
meanwhile,
won't be able to think and
yeah.
stuff, too.
Meanwhile, my energy levels are perfect. I did 2 sets last night at the store. Perfect, no problems. Like,
Yeah, when you live off fat, it's way as opposed to glucose. You definitely your appetite is way more suppressed.
way more suppressed.
Yeah.
Just for that benefit alone, I like it. Just that, because it keeps me from thinking about it so much. Because when I go, like, I fucked up maybe a week or so ago, not even last weekend. Yeah, but a week ago, I took like one Sunday and I went off.
That's a good time.
I had pizza. I had a Cuban sandwich. I ate all this bread and shitty food. And then it took me like a few days for my body to get back into a state of ketosis. But once I did that, man, I was so hungry. Like, as soon as my body started flipping over to the to the carbohydrate side.
Because you needed more glucose. Because your body, you go through glucose very quickly in your bloodstream.
You only have a few hours
Right,
of it.
so
You
your
have
body
a
gets
meal.
hungry again.
Yeah, your body has a few hours of it, and then you got to refuel again.
Yeah,
It's really interesting.
Dudes, I have to go soon.
Get the fuck
I have
outta
a
here.
set.
So do I.
I have a set tonight.
that's right.
Comedy
Yeah.
store.
And
driving
aren't you
me.
on tonight, too?
Yep.
Whose show is that?
It's for an animal rescue thing. And by the way, the end of this month, March 30, 31, April 1, I'm at the American Comedy Company.
That has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
I'm pitching my date.
He's just throwing in some plugs.
Yeah, I'll be in San Diego at the end of the month.
That's a great club.
I know, I love
That's
it.
a fun place. Do you ever do La Jolla? Do you do the Comedy Store down
I'm
there?
not anymore, and I
I'm
miss
there,
it.
Joe.
Oh,
April
shit.
27th.
What a
Big Round
segue.
Breakdown.
What a segue.
I'm glad you brought that up, sir.
That's amazing. Oh,
Fighting
shit.
Kid, April 8th and 9th, DC, Philly.
Oh yeah, Trocadero
Can
at
I, do I have
9:30.
time for one plug too?
Yes,
You got
please.
it, Eddie.
I'm going to be at Evolve / 10th Planet Singapore for a week.
Oh,
super,
shit.
super camp, 2 classes a day, Monday through Friday, and then there's a 1FC show on that Saturday. It's May 21st, all that week, 2 classes a day. Contact Evolve MMA.
So
It's
they're
gonna be
bringing
crazy.
you in. They're bringing you in to do the seminar, and then you're going to stay for the fights and watch the fights.
I'm doing 2 classes a day. It's like a crazy camp
Little camp seminar
all week.
So you're doing that, and then you're going to stay for the fights.
Yep, 1FC.
Somebody should fucking snatch you up. Would you be willing to do that thing that you used to do for the UFC? We used to do the scoring in between rounds.
I'd rather just watch the fights, man.
know,
You know,
right?
I'd rather just watch them.
You're trying to watch them right here, right?
Yeah,
I'll do it.
Like, what do I know?
Come on,
you
this
know?
is the most fun place in the house to watch the fights. They should give us a booth ringside and let us fight companion. But just give us
They
a
want the
booth.
biggest ratings of all time. Yeah.
You want to see who would be paying attention. Like, if you have those commentary options, like you have it on Fight Pass, you could listen to it in Espanol. You can listen to it. You know, this should be. You can listen to the corners. There should be an option for fight companion. Yeah. If we had a fight companion option, we showed up. And we had like a fucking smoke-proof booth. It's like
Smoke-proof too.
Smoke-proof booth. Just Jamie up there with like DJ lights and like a DJ table and a smoke-proof room and just filled.
That's good.
That'd be sick.
I want to do a.
People
we
would
should
go
do-
crazy. Do you know?
That's
I mean,
great.
the reality is, and this is no, we're not trying to brag here, but the reality is, way more people listen to this than watch these fights.
That's not bragging.
Really?
That's
It's
a
just
fact,
just
sir.
true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
it's
not
crazy.
bragging.
The last one, I mean, we've gotten, you know, with YouTube and with iTunes, we've gotten as many as 7 million people downloading and watching
What?
these things. Yeah.
Fuck.
How much is that?
I got to start doing my hair
What is
before I
that?
come.
How does
These
that
things,
compare to-
there's no way this got 7 million people. This maybe got 1 million.
No,
you think it got
there's
1 million?
This might have got 1 million.
Fox Sports
Vitor,
one
maybe.
might got 1 million.
Saturday
Might
night,
got 1 million.
maybe.
$1 million's good.
Million's not bad.
Million's good.
But here's the thing. What we're not taking into consideration is how many people watched in Brazil. It might be way over 1 million because it's Vitor, right? Oh, shit, that's straight left.
Maybe.
It might be way over 1 million in Brazil. I mean, we're not getting the Globo numbers, right? We're getting the FS1 numbers.
Unless we hire people to translate this in Portuguese. Now we're talking.
Can you imagine?
It's pronounced
We gotta have a
Portuguese.
Brazilian
Fucking Eddie Bravo, Brian, and me and Rogan.
Yeah, but the problem is the humor wouldn't
hysterical.
translate. Someone would fuck up our jokes. They goes, these guys suck.
I know these guys are
I just want
bored.
somebody with a sexy voice to dub me. I know a little bit too.
Are you just talking into the mic with food in your face?
I don't know what you're talking
How
about.
dare you?
I'm gonna leave on that note, gentlemen.
Okay,
I love
let's
you guys.
let's wrap this bitch up, and we're gonna try to do next Saturday night or Saturday afternoon, 2 in the afternoon.
Birthday. I'm bringing birthday cake.
Oh
Fuck your
shit!
Cheeto.
Happy
Cake,
birthday, buddy.
Cake.
To your son.
That's it. We got a lot of podcasts this week. See ya. Bye.